This is regular Minecraft.
Boring.
And this is All the Mods 10, a mod pack containing over 400 different mods. There's new enemies that I can't even pronounce the names of. Ocean monuments look like this. Villages have been completely overhauled and have much more life in them. Also, you can cast a black hole spell and destroy the entire village for fun, committing several war crimes in the process. In this 100 days, we'll be looting, building, inventing, and making our way towards completing the first chapter of the mod pack. And of course, we'll be playing in hardcore mode, meaning if we die just once, the entire world is deleted. Can we make it to day 100 and complete this challenge? Keep watching to find out. Here we are inside of our brand new hardcore world in All the Mods 10. Let's get started by collecting some wood, but we're not just going to be getting single cubes like a complete peasant. We're going to use a feature called Ultimine to break a bunch of the same block at once. And just like that, we now have loads of logs. Using that tree, we can make ourselves a wooden pickaxe. And there's also a rather handy thing we can do right at the start of the game to make our lives way easier, which is making a crafting table on a stick. And then we can go ahead and equip that in an accessory slot. And now we have access to a full crafting grid at the press of a button. There are a whole bunch of quests in this mod pack, so I do just want to jump right in and get started on all of these. Although first we have to go through these tutorial quests. This just explains a little bit about the mod pack. We'll grab some free XP. And we've also got some useful commands like /set_home, /spawn, and /RTP for random teleport. Oh, and apparently there's an extra command. If you want to create a team for you and your friends, use the command /FTBTeams party create. Now, fortunately for me, I don't need to bother with this because I don't have any friends. Let's just breeze through all of these. Okay, some stuff about claiming chunks. I don't really care. And there we go. Just like that, we have access to chapter 1. And we've got a whole bunch of free stuff, including some torches, some steak. That's lovely. We've got some XP for just making the crafting table and for making the crafting table on a stick. And finally, we have some rewards for crafting our wooden pickaxe. We've got a few logs, some more levels, and a loot box, apparently. Now, most of the quests in chapter 1 are pretty straightforward. It's just basic Minecraft progression. However, one of the final quests in this chapter is to kill the warden. And in this mod pack, he's been buffed. Now, you might be wondering who in their right mind would buff the warden. That's what I'd like to ask to the people who made this mod pack, because they clearly have a few screws loose. They're just telling us straight up, it doesn't matter if you use ranged or melee attacks, because it will find you and it will hit you. If you go too far, it'll burrow into the ground and come up next to you. Good luck, with a little smiley face. Let's put those quests to the side for a second, because we need to go and upgrade to some stone tools. Also, look at these absolutely massive pumpkins. That is just altogether far too many pumpkins. I'm talking of pumpkins, I believe we got this furnace spookalator from our random loot crate. It says sneaking and right-clicking on a furnace will cleanse any spookalizations, whatever that means. Anyway, let's go ahead and find ourselves some stone, which shouldn't take too long. There we go. We'll just ultimine all of that, which just breaks our wooden pickaxe immediately. It couldn't handle the strain. And now we can open up our portable crafting table and make ourselves a stone pick. And while we're here, we may as well grab ourselves a stone axe as well. I spent too long looking at quests. It's already almost nighttime. Now, we do also have a map readily available to us at any time. I can see there's some kind of structure here, and I've also seen there's this village up here. At least I presume this is a village. Let's go check whatever this is first, and then we can make our way back up to the village and sleep off the night. We better get a move on, though, because I really don't want to die in the first day. That's just very embarrassing. It looks like there's also some kind of pillager encampment nearby, too. Oh, no. See, this is how you end up dead in these mod packs. Too much dilly-dallying and not enough being serious. Right, we finally got... This isn't safe. That's not safe at all. That's some kind of zombified piglin, I think. And he's chasing us. No, thank you. Quick loot of this chest, and I'm out. All right, let's see. What did we actually get? We got an iron-forged weather copper chestplate of the Forge God, which has a ton of extra armor effects. I'm pretty sure... Ow, I'm getting... Nope. Too much time looking in the inventory. Not enough time actually focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm surprised that hit didn't just straight up kill us there. They had stone axes, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually going to put this chestplate on now, as well as these leggings, which are just regular exposed copper leggings. That was just the loot from one chest in that place, too. I want to go back there now. We've stumbled across this place, which seems friendly enough. It's just abandoned. Does this kind of remind anyone else of the Xbox 360 tutorial house that you had to repair at the start? You know, that brings back memories. We've got a chest back here with absolutely nothing. Lovely. And we've also got a book. Can we read it? Yes, we can. Okay, this is too much reading. I did not sign up for all of this. I'm skimming it. It looks like it's some kind of settlement where it all went wrong at the very end. The final assault came with the rising of the blood moon. Waves of monsters descended upon our village, overwhelming our defenses. In the chaos, we were forced to flee, leaving behind our once thriving home to the mercy of the mobs. Oh, look at this. Are you, valiant traveler, brave enough to pick up where we failed and rebuild a Brookhaven to its former glory. I mean, it can't hurt to just reinstate the settlement anyway, I guess. Oh no, this seems super official. Am I going to get arrested if I neglect the people here? We solemnly commit to fostering constructive relations with potential neighboring settlements. Nah, man, I want war, but I'll sign the thingy anyway. Okay, we now have ourselves a town. This is all far too complicated for the first day. We do not have the resources to do this. Now, this structure is a part of the Mine Colonies mod, which, as you might have guessed, is all about starting your own village and getting people to move in. We're not going to deal with that right now. Right now, we need to try and make a pilgrimage to this village so we can finally sleep off the night. I've already nearly been chopped in half by a murderous axe piglin. I do not want to deal with anything more. Okay, we made it to the village with no problems, thankfully. And there's already tons of loot here. I feel fairly safe now that there's a bunch of lights, so we might as well just loot the whole place. Let's see, we've got some carved pumpkins in here, but nothing particularly amazing. I'm also going to ditch this spookalization thing. This is just useless. We'll grab these bookshelves here. Yes, please. I would like to start getting some enchantments very soon. We've got some pumpkin pie. That'll keep us going. Plus, we have another emerald in here. And we can also steal a bed. Lovely. This has got to be the most pathetic farm I've ever seen. They've got 2 crops growing in here and then just some flowers in the middle. I mean, look at this, man. Do these villagers want to starve themselves to death? Must have been a rough harvest year or something. Also, I'm seeing a lot of structures here. This seems like a very good village. You know, aside from the fact that they can't produce their own food and they're all going to die in the next 2 weeks. Just what do you have for me? You've got some emeralds and some more pumpkin pie. Oh, and we have our first trinket, the whoopee cushion. That doesn't sound very promising. It probably sucks, but let's hold left shift and research it. And that's going to bring us to this very detailed screen about relics. Now, all relics can be leveled up. That's the first thing. And then they've also got a few different tabs. So we've got the experience sources and the abilities. And in order to actually unlock the ability of the relic, we got to do a little mini game. You see all these weird little purple crystal stars? We've got to join them all up. Although I think I've already done something wrong because now it's not letting me connect them. Right, there we go. That should be all working now. There we go. Right, I've done it. I mean, we've unlocked the ability, but it seems like absolute garbage. We have a 38% chance to knock back entities within a 4.2 block radius, applying a 10-second nausea effect when taking damage or crouching frequently. We are not taking this thing. Also, why does it go on our head? That doesn't make any sense. It looks like solving the riddle of the mystical whoopee cushion took all night, so at least now it's daytime. What a great use of my time that I will never get back. You know, when I'm on my deathbed spending my last precious moments with my loved ones, I'm gonna think about those 2 minutes that I just wasted there. Anyway, we've got more people to rob. I mean, there's lots of chests here, but they don't really have anything worth taking. With every passing moment that I spend in this village, I just want to leave more and more. Bookshelves, though, hello, that's something I'm happy to see. There's got to be some better loot in this tower. I mean, there's some blessed chainmail leggings. Those give us some extra health. And there's also another trinket, the novelty drinking hat. Right, let's go ahead and research this, although it looks like we need to level it up to actually access one of the abilities. Oh, no, this looks really annoying. Hold up, give me a sec, let me cook. I'm not cooking, I think I've already messed it up. Oh, hold on. No, I think I'm actually cooking. Have I done it? No, that doesn't count, apparently. Let me read the hint here. To unlock the ability, it is necessary to connect the stars hidden beneath the fog in such a way that the resulting constellation matches the image in the background. I mean, that matches, arguably. Bro, I feel like a caveman banging 2 stones together trying to create the first fire. What am I doing wrong? Yes, I've been trying to do this for 5 minutes now. It's just joining the stupid lines together and nothing's happening. I've connected everything together in the outline of the constellation. I'm just going to use a hint. I give up. I'm going to need to spend some levels for this, so I'm sorry. Well, there's the first hint. Is this all I need? Okay, guys, I'm going to keep it real. I have spent the entire day doing this now. I ended up cheating and looking for a guide. I'm sorry. I was just never going to figure this out on my own otherwise. How was I supposed to know that was the shape? Like, that is stupid, okay? Or maybe I'm stupid. In fact, probably the second one, but let's not talk about that. We have quick drink. Increases drinking speed by 31%. Did I really spend 15 minutes of my life to drink potions 30% faster? And to get the other ability, we need to level this thing up. Oh boy, can't wait. It is more useful than a whoopee cushion though, so I'll take it. We'll get that equipped in the head slot. I mean, it does look pretty funny, so I'm happy about that. We have got more bookshelves in this building. Ooh, as well as some more gear. We've got some nimble leather boots at the climb. When attacked, gain speed, and they also give us some extra step height. And here we go again. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this one comes with all the abilities already unlocked. Thank the Lord. We have load capacity to increase the maximum number of amulet equipment slots by +1. Dead weight, which reduces swimming speed by 48% and increases our sinking speed by 48%. Water flows increases the damage dealt by the player underwater by 164%. And finally, we have water attraction. Allows the Trident's Riptide enchantment ability ability to be used without rain or water. Oh my god, that's insane. I really don't like the fact that we swim so much slower, though. That's gonna suck. We'll put it on for now, and if it sucks, we'll just change it out. Hey, look at that. Our copper leggings have actually ended up oxidizing. We are going to go ahead and swap those out for the chainmail leggings, and we're also going to equip our leather boots. Anyway, forget all this rain. Forget the night. Let's just move on to the next day. There is a drowned here. I guess this is as good a time as any to check out how fast we sink now. Okay, it's definitely noticeable. I don't love that because it means that as soon as we want to go back up in the water, we have to actually swim up. That might sound a bit confusing, so I'm going to take the belt off to demonstrate what I mean. So normally in Minecraft, you can just press the spacebar and head back up to the surface, but with the belt on, we sink so fast that we actually can't do that. We have to physically get into the swimming animation in order to get out. Honestly, kind of annoying. Not going to equip this right now. Looks like one of the drowned dropped a cracked gem of the samurai. I know you can equip these, although it takes a bit of progression in order to do so. What is this, a Victorian workhouse? Why are all the beds in the floor? This is a good idea, though. You provide a home for the workers and sell it back to them, and therefore the wages that you pay them, you could just make that back by giving them accommodation. This is genius. There's even more bookshelves here. We definitely have enough for a full enchanting setup now. And some last bits of pumpkin pie. There's so much loot and stuff to do in this mod pack. You could genuinely just go 100 days just exploring. Also, we have not explored that structure yet. That looks pretty cool. There's definitely some shader bugs going on with these campfires. Let's just pretend that this is working completely normal. Quick little map check. There is a pyromancer in this tower. That makes sense, actually, because the top of it's all burnt and scorched. We'll check this abandoned chapel area first, which has absolutely nothing. I don't think there's going to be anything hidden under these carpets either. Has the entrance been cut off by a giant pumpkin? What has happened here? Let's break inside and take on this pyromancer, wherever he may be. There he is. Oh, he's folding us. He's folding us. He's folding us. We need to go. Let's get out of here now. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. I didn't realize you had it like that. He's chasing us. Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go now. Thankfully, because of our leather boots, we can just instantly hop up 1-block gaps. Lesson learned. Do not mess with a pyromancer who burned down the entirety of his tower. Let's go back and check that weird camp because we got some decent loot from that. In fact, the chest plate that we got is probably the only reason we're still alive. So I'd like to go and see if there's anything extra we can get. Oh no, just check the map and yeah, we've got citizens now. Guys, go away. There is nothing here for you. Although it was kind of my fault for setting this whole place up. Mariana G. Clement, you are now in charge. Don't go mad with power or anything. Even though that's totally what I would do if I was put into any position of authority. I never actually checked this stone sword that we stole from the piglin camp. This thing does more damage than a diamond sword. And it gets extra attack speed too. We're definitely replacing our axe with that. Okay, piglins, let's see what you got this time. I remember the spawner being in here. We'll get rid of it. Come on, just break. Thank you. Oh, there's more of them. I think there's one in each tent if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, these guys aren't piglins. They're humans. I'm an idiot. We're gonna kill all of you. Every single one. We're gonna break every spawner as well. They actually don't do very much damage, thankfully. We just gotta keep whacking them with our very strong stone sword. We got another spawner in here. That's gone. We're actually picking up each spawner that we're breaking. There's definitely a way we can reactivate those and use them as a mob farm, although we'll farm something a bit more useful than barbarians. I think there might be spawners hidden under the camp too, because even though we've broken 3 of the 4 spawners, they're still spawning nearby the other tents. I've just realized there's one under the campfire. This is very annoying. We can't kill them faster than they spawn. If we just use a pillar like this, we can break the spawner safely. So far, our armor's still holding up, but that could definitely change if we take too many axe crits. One final spawner. Break, please. Okay, there we go. Now this place should be empty. Oh, hold on. There's one more guy at the back here. He looks quite tanky. And now we can loot in peace. We've got some more copper armor here. We've got a helmet finally. Plus a very bright ingot. It's literally called Vibrant Alloy. Looks like it's used to make various tech things. We'll leave this for now because in the early game, it's just going to clog up our inventory. And we also have ourselves a cowboy hat, which enhances the agility of the relic bearer's mount. That's quite useful. Also, we do have to do more research. Yay! Although thankfully this one looks really easy. There's just 4 stars, so we should just be able to do this. Oh, nope, there's 5. And there we go, all done. Here we go, Gallop. Increases the movement speed, jump height, and safe fall height of mounts by 25%. That is rather cool, but are we able to equip it? Yes, we are. We can equip it on top of our novelty drinking hat. Also, it's now nighttime, so let's quickly get a nap in. And we'll just keep looting. We found ourselves an artisan relic. It has a Klebano effect, allows you to create new alloys. Hephaestus Forge effect saves you a lot of experience. I mean, I think we can just equip this. We might as well. We also have some sacred scrolls of regeneration, which, these are for our citizens. Nope, we're not dealing with those. I'm neglecting them, and there's nothing the game can do to stop me. We've also got some chests that remind me of the Pillager Outpost loot. More iron is always nice, plus we've got some compressed iron and some dark steel. Although it's mostly used for tech stuff and weapons that aren't as good as the ones we have currently, so not a lot of point to picking them up right now. We'd also have a chipped lightning gem, which gives bows plus 15% arrow velocity, mining tools plus 15% mining speed, and lower armor plus 22.5% speed. That's quite good, actually. We've also got some more tech stuff, some pressure tubes, some wooden gears, some arcane essence, some tripwire hooks for some reason, and a bunch of onions. And in this chest, we have a compressed iron chestplate, which is rather cool, but definitely not as good as the one we have right now. We've got some blaze storm scrolls. Now, magic in this mod pack is decent, but I always prefer using the regular weapons, so we'll just leave this. We have an artisan scroll, which gives us an improved gem set ring pattern. Right button to learn. I believe if we just grab this like so, boom, there we go. We can learn it. We also have some diamond horse armor in here, which we may as well take, because since we have that relic that boosts our mounts, we might as well actually get an early game horse. This seems pretty cool. The tablet of recall, which allows us to teleport to a memorized location. Although, actually, you have to right-click on a grave soul to link, and I'm pretty sure grave souls are formed when you die, which we obviously can't do. We've got programming puzzle pieces, some good old-fashioned ender pearls, some more gold, a starbuncle token. This sounds like the currency for some horrendous mobile game. I will not be taking the starbuncle token. Hey, check this out. I thought this was a stone cutter, but it's an architect's cutter, and it lets us make a bunch of different things. We can make timber frames, roof shingles, doors, trapdoors, panels, pillars, paper walls, lights, and bricks. Wait, you can make oak planks bricks? That's horrible. I don't ever want to think about that ever again. I guess I will take this cutter, though. There's a whole bunch more loot here. We've got an amulet of teleportation. I guess we can equip it and see what it does. I mean, it's definitely going to have some kind of teleportation purpose, but I don't see what it's going to do because it didn't tell me what to do. We've got an enchanted scroll of true sight, which lets us see in the dark, so basically 10 minutes of night vision. And we have some kitty slippers. I remember these from the last All the Mods video I did. These are useful. We have the ability Cat's Gaze, which is the one I remember. Scares away all creepers and phantoms. And there's another ability which we have to research. Yay. This is definitely complicated, but I might have solved it already. No, I haven't. This is what I've been going with, right? And now I'm going to show you the solution because I once again had to look it up. This is the actual pattern. I mean, maybe I'm just dumb and don't get the concept of this, but this seems very unintuitive. Boom, there we go. We've got soft paws, increases safe falling height by 3.9 blocks. That is very oddly specific, but I'm more than happy to have that ability. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in this chest that we really want. We've got some moonstones, some ink, some pneumatic cylinders. Let's get these equipped. There we go. We are already looking absolutely ridiculous, but we're stronger because of it, so it's well worth it. There's just so many barrels, the loot doesn't end. What is a premium hungry wonder capacitor? That's just AI generated. That's not a real thing. I refuse to believe that's real. Oh, this is a super good trinket. I also know this one, the infinite ham. It's a mysterious piece of meat that smoothly regenerates to its original size. However, we're gonna have to research it in order to actually eat it. Imagine having to do a research paper on a piece of ham before you're allowed to eat it. That's crazy. There we go. I've solved it. Thankfully, I was struggling for a bit there. Every 27.2 seconds, regenerates up to 6 edible chunks, each restoring 1 hunger point. When consumed, the relic automatically uses the required number of chunks to replenish the player's hunger. As you can see, the ham is slowly regenerating, although I think it regenerates 1 point of hunger every 27 seconds. I got a little bit confused with that. I thought the whole thing regenerated every 30 seconds, but it looks like that's not the case. Either way, no matter how slow it is, an infinite food source is always nice to have. We've got even more barrels here. Elastic compressed iron boots. These don't give us the speed effect when we get hit like our leather boots, but they have pretty much better stats in every other way, and they actually give us plus 17% speed without getting hit anyway, so that's actually way better. We've got some peridot gems. That's definitely not how you say that, but they look pretty cool. And we have a very interesting item here. The spawner agitator has reduced functionality due to the presence of the apothec spawners mod. Mobs won't spawn when players are too far away, but any mobs which do get spawned won't despawn when players move away. I see. So you place this on the spawners to upgrade them. That makes sense. This barrel has a whole bunch of assorted stuff. It's like rifling through a car boot sale. There's just so much random junk, but in amongst it, there's a few treasures here and there. We have freezing minigun ammo, which we don't have a minigun for, so we can't use. Also, I think the artisan relic that we picked up has to go in some specific block or item because we can't equip it in any of our relic slots now. Oh, hold on. This barrel that we looted at the start that had our copper chest plate in, it's got a supply ship. Now, this is another mine colonies item, which means I think it's going to spawn a town for us, but it spawns a whole floating base, I'm pretty sure. That could be rather useful for getting set up early game. Oh, hold on, check this out. We've got a new oxidized copper chestplate in here, and it's got pretty similar stats to the one we currently have. The main differences I'm seeing is that the new one gives us less knockback resistance, but it gives us extra luck, which would lead to more loot being found in chests. Plus, when we get hit, we gain resistance. I think that is a very worthwhile swap. We've also got some redstone alloy ingots, a steel ingot, and an emerald. The emerald's the only thing I want. We also have a better stone pickaxe in here, which gives us haste when breaking blocks. I would love to have this on a better pickaxe. Can you imagine having this effect on a netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5? That would be amazing. We also have ourselves another trinket, the umbrella. This softens the fall, providing a safe landing from any height. When skillfully used, it can serve as a reliable shield. Why do I have to research an umbrella to use it? Thankfully, even I can figure out how to do this one. Or maybe... no, I can't figure it out. We have unlocked soft fall. When held in hand, reduces the player's vertical speed, negating fall damage. Pressing left mouse button propels the player backward and triggers a cooldown of 1.5 seconds. The push can be used up to 2 times in succession before the player touches the ground. Okay, let's try this thing out then. And there's the push. Look at that. That's really cool. I like this item. I've put that in our 3rd slot. It's going to act as our water bucket for now, in that it's going to protect us from fall damage. So anytime we jump off from somewhere, boom, quick umbrella swap. And you can also use it for some weird movement tech, I guess, which is very, very nerdy. I'm regretting that I ever said that sentence. I see an umbrella in this game, and my immediate thought is advanced movement tech. What is wrong with me, man? Why do I say these things? Although, unfortunately, our looting spree has come to an end because we've looted every single barrel here now. So let's whip out the umbrella and get to exploring. This almost works like a really, really budget elytra. Also, as a side note, you know the mod pack's good when your PC sounds like a jet engine just from running it. I mean, like, seriously, it sounds like I'm just sat in front of a wind turbine playing the game, but thankfully my mic should filter it all out. We have one of these towers here. Now, I am pretty familiar with these. There is a trap at the top, if I remember correctly. There's a bunch of gems in the walls as well, which we can't really take because we're running out of inventory space. Now, the sneaky trap should be directly under this chest. I do remember correctly. Let's see. Oh, we've got some diamonds. That's lovely. Plus a ton of enchanted books. Decrepitude 3 reduces the health of enemies hit by a percentage over time. No way can we just make our enemies decrepit and old. That's crazy. We've also got chromatic aberration. This one's not very useful. Endless quiver, making all arrows infinite. Yes, please. And we have frostbite 9. Freezes and damages enemies hit. Hopefully this doesn't conflict with fire aspect, because I always find fire aspect really cool, so I want to use that. But hopefully we can add this too. And let's not forget decrepitude 3. Imagine fighting someone as a perfectly healthy baby zombie, and then suddenly, boom, you're a pensioner. We're getting a bit hungry, so let's have a munch on our delicious infinite ham. And now that we have some diamonds, let's replace our really cool stone pickaxe with a regular old diamond one. There's no point making a diamond sword right now, because our stone sword is better. We will, however, be making ourselves a shield. And now the exploration shall continue. My plan is for us to just explore until our inventory is so full we can't take any more useful items, and that's when we'll set up our first base. Looks like we're about to head into some kind of corrupted area by the looks of it. There's literally nothing here. It's just a wasteland. If there's a way to try hard Minecraft, this movement with the umbrella is it. What am I doing with my life? We have hit the ocean here, and I was going to do /RTP to teleport us to a random location, but it looks like we forgot to loot the pillager area, so let's go back and do that. I can't just keep talking about this umbrella forever, but it is so fun. I mean, just look at this. Also, actually looks really good too. Props to whoever designed this. Here we are. We're approaching the evil and dastardly pillager fortress. It does look very impressive though. Let's get rid of you first of all. The guy on the gate is always the first to go. That's him dealt with, and our knowledge of death has increased. I mean, I would think it would after killing a man in cold blood. Let's see. You earned 1 level. Click here if you want to access the GUI. Oh, okay. I kind of remember this from the last time I played all the mods, but I didn't spend much time on it. There are a bunch of different things we can do, like boost our alchemy or our scribe ability, which is just an ability for absolute nerds, so we're not doing that. We could be a witch doctor. We could be a treasure seeker. I'm a simple-minded man. We'll just go with the gladiator buff, which gives us extra damage. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. That's always going to be useful. So far, we're only finding pillagers, but we gotta be on the lookout for vindicators, because those are the guys that are going to do real damage to us. Although, to be fair, these pillagers are actually doing a fair bit of damage. They've already knocked off a couple hearts. Nice and easy here. We just got to keep blocking with the shield, and all will be fine. There's a whole gigantic pile of barrels, so we'll quickly check them. We've got another whoopee cushion. No thank you. Some feral claws. I'm pretty sure these increase our melee speed. Although when you research stuff, time still passes in the game, so I don't really want to research these in the middle of an enemy stronghold. gold. We've got another pair of feral claws here. I'm pretty sure you can double stack trinkets in this mod pack, so we'll take these as well. Look at this. Grievous Bow of the Current. On arrow hit, inflict grievous wounds. I mean, yeah, I'd hope my bow would do that. It also has plus 18% arrow velocity and plus 16% speed. A golden shovel, no thank you. Cobwebs and charcoal. Not really anything amazing, but some decent stuff so far. Oh, and one other trinket, the rooted boots. I have no idea what these do, but we're definitely taking them. We've got some lookout towers. Let's check them for any chests. My hunch was right. Let's see what we got. Roller skates. Oh, yes, please. We've already got a drinking hat with a cowboy hat on top with a random necklace, some kitty slippers, and a crafting table on a stick. We can't look any more ridiculous. Vampiric iron axe with lifesteal. I'll happily take that. Plus, we have some arrows for our new bow. This is going better and better, although I don't want to talk it up too much in case we then get humbled inside the tower. Got some villagers, so we could let them free, but we're not going to because they deserve to be captured. I've just heard a Vindicator in here. Now we've got to be on full alert. In fact, I am not going up that staircase. That is a one-way ticket to heaven. We'll be nice and safe and just pillar up around the outside. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's something like an arch evoker at the top of these. Oh, ow, I just got hit by something. He's definitely here, or at least I thought he was here, but he seems to have done one bit of damage and now he's run off. Yeah, look at that. He's on the map as the arch evoker. I think he might have fallen off. Well, it's either that or I'm about to get executed out of nowhere, so I'm just gonna hope it's the first one. Cool things in here. Prosperous golden pickaxe, a regular old iron axe. We got some extra arrows. Oh, diamonds. Yes, please. Some emeralds, some raw iron. That's not bad. We need to make ourselves a backpack soon. This is just way too much stuff. We also got some scrolls, but we won't bother with those. And finally, yet another pair of feral claws and some extra enchanted books I just saw mending. There we go. This is really annoying. Everything's just really good and we don't have enough space. A backpack requires 4 leather. I think I've already passed up some leather and chests. I definitely have already done that. Gonna have to make sure to pick it up from now on. You know what? It seems to be safe, so let's research these feral claws now. We could get those equipped and then that'll free up some inventory slots. These apparently awaken a bloodthirsty instinct in us, making us fight faster with each consecutive attack. Hey, I did it first try. Nice. We have Beast's Fury. Increases the player's attack speed by 7% for each consecutive attack performed within 3 seconds of the last. Otherwise, loses 1 charge per second. Attacking with an unfilled attack speed bar resets the accumulated charges. Yada, yada, yada. Basically, we attack faster if we keep hitting stuff. Let's get both of those equipped. Yes, please. And let's also check out the Rooted Boots, which grants us the mysterious power of a sheep. Now, what is the mysterious power of a sheep? I would love to know. Let's get everything connected up and pray that I've done it all correctly. I haven't because this isn't working. There we go. I figured it out. Every 6.3 seconds transforms the grass block beneath the player into dirt, restoring 1 hunger and saturation point. That seems pretty cool. I'm down for that. Now we definitely have infinite food because we're somehow eating grass, which I guess is the power of a sheep, and we also have our infinite ham. Now I would love to know where this arch evoker has gone because he's nowhere to be found. Either way, I don't really care. I'll just leave all these pillagers to their business. See you later, guys. I thought the speed on our bow was for how quickly it would pull back, but it's actually for the player, so as long as we're holding the bow, we get plus 16% speed. This is all going rather swimmingly so far. We've got some decent tools, some decent loot, some cool trinkets. I'd say this is a great start. Not enough, though. I want more. You can actually make jetpacks in this mod pack, so I want to do that at some point. The umbrella strat is fun, but it's not particularly efficient. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on in this area, so let's go ahead and slash RTP. It's looking for a random location, and there we go. We've been teleported. Here we are. Oh, I completely forgot. We need to research the roller skates as well. Also, we just unlocked a Book of Natural Aura. Yeah, makes sense. I get that. That's a joke, by the way. I'm not actually that full of myself, usually. Oh, we don't actually have to do any puzzle or anything for this. It just increases our movement speed by 30% per second of movement. That sounds absolutely insane. Let's swap out the Rooted Boots for a second. Oh, no, I don't like that at all, actually. It's just like moving on ice. Look at this. If I press full forward, we slowly start to speed up, and then we slide around. I mean, I get it. It's just like roller skates, but this feels awful to control. I hate this. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's really cool, but it's really hard to control, and I don't like that. Oh, but it is really fun, though. That's fun as a novelty, but not something I want to wear regularly. We've got some kind of very weird ruin here with purple leaves. It has got a belt for us. +1 experience point for each attack made by the wearer's pet. It also increases the maximum number of amulet slots and increases the damage dealt by the wearer's pets by 100%. 142%. I mean, the bell slot is open at the moment. It can't hurt to equip this. We also have an Explorer's Warp Scroll. This ancient warp scroll is filled to the brim with unstable magic. It said, located structure, good luck. I really feel like we don't want to use this right now. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll type /spawn and then copy that so that if this teleports us to a terrible area, we'll just instantly open the chat, boom, /spawn, and we'll escape. This could be really risky. Let's do it. Okay, let's put us on top of a tree. Is there anything special about this tree? Let's just float down and check it out. Oh, okay. No, there are some things here. Is this like a boss spawn or something? I really don't want to trigger this. Oh, there's a thing inside. This is a warp nexus. I'm going to click it. I got something. We got a nexus warp scroll. Wait, can we teleport to this whenever we want with the warp scroll? Because that's going to be so cool if that's how that works. Doesn't seem like there's even an entrance to this tower. It looks completely solid inside. There's nothing in it. Let's test it out then. We'll use the nexus warp scroll and nothing's happening. Okay. There's something I'm missing here. I'm sure of it. Oh, well, we did get teleported to a new random area, so that is very cool. Wait, no, it didn't teleport us very far at all. This is where we were on this little structure here, and we ended up here. We went nowhere. However, there is some kind of structure right here, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. Let's see what awaits us at the top here. Could it be enemies? No, it's just treasure. I like that. There's not a lot here, to be honest. We've got a bunch of bread, but that's about it. And of course, we don't need bread because we have infinite food. This place has supplied us with a red bed, though, which I will happily trade for our green one. And then, as you might expect, we're just going to keep exploring. We've got some kind of tower up ahead, which doesn't... Yep, that doesn't look very friendly at all. I remember finding one of these in my custom update 100 days video. That video was so mid. That took 4 months to make, and it was just super boring. Nothing happened in it. I am very sorry for putting you guys through that. Anyway, let's get this whole place looted, shall we? Whose idea was this terrible ladder? I mean, that is just awful. I'm only really finding food so far, nothing particularly useful, although there is an anvil. I'll take that. And there's no enemies at the top, surprisingly. We have actually got ourselves a diamond, though, and we've got ourselves a saddle. Right, nice. The first thing we're doing tomorrow morning is taming a horse. I'm so glad I noticed this because I have a habit of forgetting to pick up saddles and chests, and then everyone gets mad at me in the comments for it. I'm checking the map and I don't see any horses near us, so we'll just pick one up along the way. I was just about to say, oh look, it's another of those towers, before realizing I'm just going back the way we came. To be fair, I am terrible with directions. On Google Maps, I have to rotate the map every single time so that it's facing the same way I'm facing. Otherwise, I just have no idea where to go. That's just a flamingo. I mean, sure, I guess he's just chilling here in this field of wheat, which is rather unlike a flamingo. Also, all these plants are killing my PC, so we better get out of here quick before it blows up. We've got some kind of little village type thing here, although it looks abandoned. Well, I thought it was abandoned. That's clearly the mayor right there. I realize what this is now. It's another mine colonies town. I'm not starting another settlement. No, that is not happening. It's got a very profitable oil field in the middle, though. I'm sure the United States will show up any second. I've just seen a horse. He's up here. Hopefully this guy's decent. I have got a little text box at the top telling us what his stats are, but I don't know if they're good or not. Love me. You will love me. This guy is such a demanding horse. He keeps chucking me off. I don't think I've had more than a few seconds on his back. Come on. Be my friend. You will be my friend. I will force you to be my friend. You are going to be my friend, whether you like it or not. There we go. Now we chuck on the saddle and our diamond horse armor. And, oh my, that is the worst horse I think I've ever seen. Even with a 25% boost from our cowboy hat relic, he is painfully slow. I'm sorry, man. It's just going to be inefficient to use you. Goodbye. You're a free horse again. Enjoy your life. We're already at a point in the game where we can comfortably outspeed a horse. We'll go ahead and quickly check this tower. And of course, we'll remove the TNT. This isn't anywhere near as good as the last tower. We've only got some iron ingots and some emeralds. No diamonds here. And the books aren't that great either. We've got self-sling. Instead of firing ammo, the slingshot fires you. No thank you. And this one's mana boost too. You also have a flawed gem of the samurai, which is actually quite decent. Gives a plus 25% crit chance to weapons. You know what we really need? Leather for a backpack. I mean, we could sacrifice our horse friend, but even I'm not that evil. It's time for another /RTP. Let's see where we end up. We've ended up near some kind of birch forest, although there is a tower right next to it, so actually that's quite a good result. There's actually a few things here. We've got a little campsite where they've been cutting birch wood for some reason. Don't know why anyone would ever do that. We have an abandoned mine shaft there, and wow, okay, that is a bigger tower than I thought. The barrel has the absolutely useless brush related to the archaeology update, as well as a spyglass, which would be cool if we didn't have the inbuilt zoom. We could check the mine shaft, I guess. There might be some underground loot. Let's go check the tower first. There's another of those weird towers nearby too. Quick little map check. No mobs showing up at all, so that's a good sign. Oh wait, is this just a fully furnished base? base. Look at this place. It's lovely. Oh, this is a bit foreboding, though. And how are we supposed to access that door? Come on now. We have a barrel with just nothing in it and a triple bed. How's that for luxury? I would quite like to check what's outside. What is the point of that? Hello? That is the worst door I've ever seen. It just leads through to a solid group of blocks. This is a pretty cool area, but it's not going to be very easy to expand it, say if we needed to build machines or something, so we won't live here. Look at this. This is quite cinematic, actually. We're gliding over this valley with the sun setting behind. Anyway, with all that being said, let's head into these mines and see what we can find. We're going to be heading all the way down here. We're just going to float with the help of our very handy umbrella. How deep is this going to go? We've got a glowy thing back here, which is green zirconium ore, apparently. And it is going to drop us green zirconium gems, which seem to be used for only decorative blocks. Let's just keep going, see what we can find, and keep our eyes peeled for any deep dark biomes, because we do not want to be anywhere near them. Oh, this is a great minecart chest, though. We've already got a backpack. We don't even need to craft one. That is getting instantly equipped. We can now collect even more loot. Now, let's see what else we've got in here. We've got an iron pickaxe, a copper pickaxe, a steam locomotive, an iron spike maul, which converts track to switches and junctions. It does do 14 damage, but it attacks really slowly. We've got an invar ingot, some more compressed iron, a pickaxe heater. Gotta research this quickly before we get jumped by spiders or something. Hey, there we go. This smelts any mine block if possible, consuming 1 charge from a buffer with a capacity of blah, 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 blah. Basically, it smelts stuff immediately. Now, usually this would be really good, but in all the mods, there's a ton of ways where you can turn your raw ores into multiples of themselves, and it doesn't work if you have the smelted versions. We've got another of these spawner agitators, an amulet of concentration, could definitely deal with one of those in real life, and some lapis as well, which we'll take. The amulet of concentration means our long casted spells become uninterruptible. That's very useful because I plan on casting precisely 0 spells. Can I just place the steam locomotive? No, I can't. We keep going. Let's see what else this place has for us. Looks like we've got a little dungeon type thing here. We've got some overalls, very useful. We've got a frying pan, and that's pretty much it. Not a lot in this chest. There's so many ores here. We've got silver, peridot, green zirconium. There's a lot of choice. Another barrel with some more random stuff. Ooh, this is pretty good. Emerald stone plate rings. Slaying creatures drop plus 25% experience. That's kind of it for this chest. I guess we'll take the name tag and the ender pearl as well. There we go. We got some more diamonds in here. We've also got this minecart with tank, which got me really happy for a sec, because I thought this was going to be like an actual tank inside the minecart, but no, it's a fluid tank. We also have a sturdy bee cage, which doesn't sound that useful, but I believe you can use bees in this mod pack to farm any material you want. It looks like we can combine it with a book to get a guide, so that's what we'll do. It's either that or I'll watch a YouTube video. And it looks like we've reached the end of the mine shaft here. But with that being said, I do want to explore a bit further into the caves to see what they have in store. Maybe not the safest move, but hey, we can always slash spawn if we get into a bad spot. Plus, there's gotta be a bunch of loot down here. There has to be. Oh, we've got a highlighted mob. That means it's pretty strong. And we have also got some diamonds. Now, these mobs always drop a piece of their gear, which is usually pretty good, so we're gonna try and kill this guy. Let's see, who are we dealing with here? I don't want to read the name too closely because we might get hit with an arrow. Ow. Okay, never mind. Well, we've fallen into a life or death situation against him. He is called Grabmason the Godly. If you make a god bleed, people will cease to believe in him. Oh, great. And he dropped us a leather chest plate. Yippee! It's got Unbreaking 4, and that's literally it. That's the only useful thing here. However, Grabmason did have some chests for us. We've got a Frost Ward ring, which gives freezing immunity. Pretty niche and not super useful. A steel pick, which is cool, but not necessary. We have an artisan scroll that we've already learned. Oh, check this out, though. Lengthy stone sword of evasion. On hit, gains speed, and it ignores 12% of durability damage. Plus, it does 10 damage. That's better than netherite. And what have we got in this chest? The Origins of Darkness, which sounds a bit cursed. We have a spellbook called Frostbite, which I'm not going to pick up because I can't be bothered to use that. They're usually pretty clunky. And that's about it. We have a logistics core, which is just not useful to us right now. Very well, then let's read the Origins of Darkness. Let's see, we've got First Age, Strange New World, Relics, Items, Vengeance Spirit, Second Age, Blood Extraction, The Powers of Blood, blood infusion, evolved blood machinery probably, tools, weapons, spirits, and after death. Great. The show goes on. Let's keep heading deeper. Oh, I thought this was a giant vein of diamonds for a second. Imagine how crazy that would be. We have found ourselves a little lush cave here. That's pretty cool. And a small little rest area with some roller skates, gem of the samurai, some raw ores. Nothing amazing, but we'll take this stuff. Oh, and we have ourselves a spawner down here, which is spawning silverfish. So not the scariest enemy in the world. We'll just take care of that. No, thank you. And then we'll just kill all of you. Chest has a fresh anvil for us, some extra diamonds, some gold, and some iron, plus some silverfish spawn eggs, which we definitely don't want. And here we go. Here's some diamonds in ore form. Oh no, let's stay away from that. I'm realizing now we might just be using diamonds for tech mods and that kind of thing, because all the gear that we're finding usually has those bonus effects, which are better than anything we could craft. Oh my god, why are you so fast? Oh, it's because he's trying to run away from us with his with our kitty slippers. Even the last thing you expect to see going around the corner is a creeper running at you at full tilt. Looks like we have reached the bottom of the cave, and there are more skulk veins here as well, which is a big old no from me. Let's get out of here. Let's keep on exploring and see what else we can find. Some more trinkets would definitely be cool, plus I would like to stop using a stone sword no matter how good it is, just because eventually this is going to break. I'd like something with a bit more durability. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We've got some kind of village nearby, as well as what looks to be some kind of woodland mansion. Yeah, look at that. It's not modded or anything. It's just a good old-fashioned woodland mansion. There's probably some good loot in here, but we're going to have to be very careful. We'll just break our way in, and we'll make sure to block off any entrances so no vindicators can rush in and kill us. And here we have our first chest. Unfortunately, it isn't particularly good. We've just got some rooted boots and some gold and dark steel. There's an evoker back there. Let's go ahead and bow spam him just to get rid of him. And we killed him. I was expecting him to spawn a bunch of vexes, but we seem to be fine. We got to be super careful here, because we really will just get probably 3 shot by vindicators. I do want that totem of undying though. Let's rush in and block off the door. Haha, sorry mate, you can't come in. There's now a very powerful barrier of dirt preventing your entry. There we go. First totem of undying. That should go... That doesn't go in the charm slot? I guess they nerfed these in all the mods, huh? I swear you used to be able to equip these in the charm slot, which then meant you could stack 4 of them at once. Even though we can't equip it as a charm, it is still very nice to have a one-time protection from death. Also, I don't think this is supposed to happen. We'll go ahead and kill you. They do so much damage. Oh, I see what happened. This mansion got hit by a meteorite. Oh, hello. We got to be really careful here. I don't want to lose this totem of undying 3 minutes after we first got it. Right, let's continue through the mansion for now. Doing all this killing is actually leveling us up. We should be able to upgrade our gladiator perk now. There we go. We're now dealing 10% additional damage, and we're taking 10% less damage. Oh, no, there's an evoker, and he's just spawned all of his vex. Got to be careful here, because those could very easily overpower us. In fact, we may actually end up having to run away. What is this guy doing? He's just staring off into the sun like he's some kind of superhero. Get out of here. Let's chase down this evoker and kill him once and for all. There we go. We got him. Nice. These vexes might actually kill us here, but we have the spare totem to back us up. Oh, they want us dead. That is terrifying. I should not have just relied on the infinite ham, because now we don't have any food to heal ourselves up with. We just have to wait for it to regenerate every time. Go away, you stupid demon baby. Leave me alone. No. You know what? We got 2 totems of undying. That is more than enough for me. If we spend too long in this mansion, we are definitely going to die. Come on, Vex. Just die. Thank you very much. Now, the meteorite does have one of these energy cores in the middle, but those are useful for, as you probably guessed, tech stuff, which we don't need right now. We'll keep our extra totem in our hotbar. It is really nice to have that safety guarantee so early into the game. At least it will give us an extra few seconds to get out if we start getting into a really dangerous situation. There's an emerald ore here. I'll mine it up. Why not? There's yet another village up ahead. There are so many of these at the moment. It's like everywhere we look, it's just civilization after civilization. We may as well search all their chests, because they seem to have a high chance of having a relic. Yeah, just like that, they've already got a pair of kitty slippers, plus a chipped guardian gem, which gives core armor plus 1 armor, light weapons plus 10% lifesteal, and shields plus 10% armor. That's not bad. I'll take that. I was right about all the trinkets, but it's trinkets that we already have. There we go. That's new. The cloud in a bottle. Time to conduct some research. It looks slightly annoying, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I had to cheat and look this one up as well. I have no idea how they were expecting us to understand this. We've got air jump. Allows up to 2 additional air jumps. Lovely. I'm pretty sure zombies are busy killing all the villagers right now, so let's go out and help them. Actually, never mind. Looks like the iron golem has it covered. Right, I've got this cloud in a bottle equipped. Let's see how it functions. Hopefully, it's not super annoying. Actually, no, it's really easy to use and doesn't seem to have any negative side effects or anything. It's just a very simple triple jump. Plus, I'm sure it can save us from fatal fall damage if we time it just right. We've also got a new trinket in this chest, the plastic drinking hat. Now, this also apparently speeds up the drinking process. I think this is different to the hat that we currently have. Yeah, we have the novelty drinking hat. I don't know how they're different. I mean, they seem like the same thing, to be honest. They even have the exact same description. Hold on, we've had to do this puzzle before, haven't we? I recognize this little triple pattern in the middle. This definitely has the exact same effect, so let's not even waste our time. We have some sapphires, which don't seem amazingly useful. Oh, they used to make loads of these trinkets, I see. Ooh, Chip Splendor Gem gives armor plus 1.25 luck. That's not bad. We've got another of these emerald stone plate rings that will give us extra experience. We're double stacking these just like we're double stacking the feral claws. More trinkets, more accessories. Let's see what this is. The wool mitten. Wait, this seems kind of terrible. Plus 1 experience point for every 5 units of size when hit by a snowball. Thankfully, the ability is already unlocked. Mold. Collecting snow with an empty hand using RMB gradually forms special hardened snowballs. Yeah, this isn't going to be very useful at all. I'm now getting a mental image of the movie Elf where he starts like throwing the snowballs like a Gatling gun. If you've seen Elf, you know what I'm talking about. We are finding a ton of gems. We don't even really have space for all of them. Where are your trinkets and treasures, villagers? You can't hide them from me. More kitty slippers? These guys really do love their kitty slippers. Oh wow, how useful. A blessed turtle shell. How can it be blessed? Did this come off of Master Oogway or something? I'm going to take it actually because even though it's slightly less armor than our copper helmet, it actually gives us plus 3.5 max health. And that is a very worthwhile trade-off. Oh cool, and it also gives us water breathing. We've got yet another anvil right here. Look at this. We've got this, I'm too incompetent to know the name for this building, but it's very cool. I guess you could class it as a conservatory. It's definitely not a greenhouse. Oh no, that's my zombified neighbor Dave. Sorry Dave, gotta kill you buddy. What has happened to this village? It's just full of zombies everywhere. What happened to the Iron Golem? Is he on strike or something? We also have a waystone in this village, which will let us teleport to different places. That's lovely. We're gonna need to get ourselves another backpack soon. I think we've pretty much gotten all the loot from this village now. Just as well too, because half the inhabitants are now infected and suffering from deadly diseases. There's just these last few chests to check. These guys, they just love their kitty slippers. They sleep way too peacefully. They got kitty slippers. They got a nightgown probably. Nice little cup of hot chocolate. This is too much. All right, onward people, onward. Let's see what else we can find. Now that we have our double jump and the umbrella, we have a ton of movement options. We have some kind of medieval tower just over here. I don't really know what to expect with this one. I don't know if it's going to be another gem tower. In fact, that's actually exactly what it is. Wait, there's no chest up here? We've been scammed. What is the point of this? Where's all my beautiful loot? There's just nothing. I mean, there's gems, but I don't really care about that right now. Oh, what a letdown. There's some kind of strange box right here in the river, so let's go check that. Oh, it's an abandoned mineshaft spawn. I see. We'll pass on that for now. Is this yet another village? Oh, no, it definitely isn't. Well, at any rate, I'm sure our pillager friends will be more than happy to see us. As a matter of fact, they'll be delighted. We've got some raw mutton and minced beef in here, so not great so far. This place is a bit creepy, to be honest. It's all dimly lit. I just have no idea what to expect. Oh, I'll expect that, though. Some diamonds and some emeralds. Lovely. Don't mind if we do. And Depth Strider 1, which we will pass on. The loot seems to be getting better the further up we go. Okay, well, scratch that. It's mostly better the further up we go. Hey, there we go. We got a new trinket. The Power Glove allows the relic bearer to perform empowered attacks. Once again, more research is necessary. There we go. Oh, wait. This seems kind of bad, actually. Power Strike increases the player's damage dealt by 96%, but enters a 5-second cooldown after each attack. Although I don't know if that means the glove has a 5-second cooldown or our attack has a 5-second cooldown. Because if it's the first one, that's fine. If it's the second, that's terrible. Let's swap a Feral Claws for the Power Glove and see how we get on. Nothing else that we really need in here. I guess we can take this scroll. There we go. We've learned something. We've got more iron, more emeralds, more diamonds, everything that you want to see. Plus a pet Ravager in here just hanging out. Seems like a rather questionable pet if you ask me. I'm sorry, mate. We gotta kill you. Oh, I think those orange particles that appeared, that was the attack from the Power Glove, so it doesn't slow down our regular attacks. Feel kind of bad for killing that Ravager. He had this little spot where he could just hang out with all of his wheat and his loot. And he had a pair of roller skates. He loved to roller skate. I'm sorry, my friend. Looks like this is going to be our last chest here with nothing else that we really need. Instead of using these diamonds for tools or armor, we're just going to end up using them for stuff like diamond jetpacks and diamond furnace upgrades. Right, let's do one more little bit of looting and then we'll go and set up our very first base. We've been thrown to some kind of jungle area. We have stumbled into an absolutely massive village, but let's leave this just because we've looted so many villages now. There are some cool floating islands up there. We could go check those out. I did say we weren't going to loot the village, but there's a solid 10 iron blocks here, so let's grab all of them. I don't know why these are just lying lying out there for free, but sure. This is actually a really cool little place, to be honest. I'm getting distracted, though. I'm doing what I said I wouldn't do, which is looting the village. What a great statue here. This looks like a stick man. That's the face. Look at it. He looks like he's in the middle of having a crisis over his existence, which, if I was made into a statue like this, I would have that crisis too. We've got another bunch of free iron right here. I don't know why the villagers leave all of this out. Oh, look at this. This is going to be so useful for later. Librarians have a button to cycle their trades. Mending is still going to be annoying to get, but just way less annoying with this. This is a new trinket. We've got some running shoes. This should be a fairly simple pattern to figure out. I'm pretty sure we just got to trace the image of the running shoes. Increases the player's running speed by 75%. The slot that we have the cowboy hat in is a universal trinket slot, which means we could put anything we want in there. And since this only boosts mounts, let's swap it for the running shoes. The speed does take a moment or two to charge up, but this is really fast. We're approaching hypersonic speed. We're about to break the sound barrier. These do seem pretty useful. They might get a bit annoying later, so I may take them off, but for now, pretty useful trinket. Let's grab some blocks and see what the floating islands have in store for us. I'm not at all worried about us getting knocked off, because not only is there a lake directly below the islands, but we also have our umbrella and 2 totems of undying. Looks like there's just a random house up here. Must be a little bit inconvenient if you want to go to, say, Walmart or something. You're kind of stuck. Anyway, let's see what we've got up here. There's no one inside. It's just some free chests. We have some emeralds again, a diamond, and also a new trinket. This is the snorkel. Oh boy, I wonder what this does. It's got clear vision, which removes the fog effect in liquids. Don't know if that's going to work with shaders. There we go. I've solved it. We've got breath control. Applies a water breathing effect for 6 seconds upon full submersion. I mean, we do have our turtle helmet, and I don't think we have a spare slot on our heads, so I don't think we can use this. To be fair, I might take off the running shoes for now, just because I don't like how fast they actually are. It gets to be a little bit uncontrollable. And this chest doesn't really have anything that we need. I guess we could take some apples and craft ourselves some golden apples. That way, we've got a little bit of extra protection should we need it. There is also a ladder leading to this little area up here. We've got yet another anvil and some very random bits and bobs in these chests. There's a drink me token, a music disc, a ring which helps us cast spells quicker. We've got a magic missile scroll, a ray of frost scroll, some boots, some more ink, and a protection 3 book. That's not bad. And we have a floor gem of the samurai in here. You know what, actually, while we're here, let's make ourselves a smithing table. Since we're building up a rather large collection of gems, why don't we just chuck this gem of the samurai into our grievous bow? This seems slightly bugged because it's giving helmets plus 25% arrow velocity. I would have thought that was for the bow. We'll throw the gem into our bow for plus 25% crit chance, and we'll add this splendor gem to our chest plate to give it some extra luck. And look at that, it's a circular rainbow. Now let's see what the rest of these floating islands hold. You can see the whole world from up here. All 8 chunks of it, because that's how low I had to put my render distance for my PC to actually work with this mod pack. I see a chest. It's hiding away. It thinks it can escape my watchful eye. Oh, there is a spawner here, mind you. We're going to get rid of that immediately. And we've also got a pot which we can smash to pieces. Oh, wow. I was not expecting this loot. Okay, we have a stalwart iron helmet of the Serendipitous. It has Blast Prop 4 and Blessing 4. I don't know what Blessing is. Let's see. Blessing. Chance to receive a beneficial effect when hit. That's quite cool, actually. I want to compare this to our turtle helmet. And we also have some Unbreaking 3 diamond leggings with Blessing 5. And the shovel is Curse of Vanishing Fortune 3. I don't really care about that. We're going to lose the health boost we get from our chainmail leggings, but they're already half durability anyway. They're not going to last forever. And then we're going to lose even more health by swapping off our turtle shell. That's fine, though. I think it's well worth it. I can't go over the fact we're simultaneously wearing a drinking hat, a snorkel, and a helmet all at the same time. Okay, the spawner we just broke was a witch spawner. That could be quite good for farms in the future because they drop a load of useful items. It looks like in order to actually repair the spawners, we need a few different things. Solarium ingots, vibrant crystals, and Z-Logic controllers. Anyway, moving on from that, let's check out the other islands. I keep forgetting that we have a double jump now. It's so useful. We've got yet another spawner. This one's for wither skeletons. We'll definitely... Oh, it didn't drop the full spawner this time. Actually, no, it did. It also dropped some spawner scrap as well. That's why I thought it didn't work. We gotta keep these wither skeleton spawners. Those will be so useful in the future. Right then, let's see what the top of this tower holds. We've got a chest with Tombstone Soulbound, which preserves the items on death. Wonderful. We do need to get started on building a base now, but I've just seen another structure, so I'm gonna go check that out. Looks like some kind of little villager town. This is cool. I like this. We've got an angler's hat trinket in here, which is definitely something to do with fishing. I guess I'll go ahead and research this just so we know what it is. This puzzle looks very, very simple indeed. Or not, because I've just failed it. There we go. Generous catch has a 10% chance to increase the amount of catch received. If successful, the ability repeats heat, adding more catch. I mean, that's pretty cool. We're not going to fish, though. It's not that useful. And in this chest, we just have some emeralds, some apples, the usual stuff. Right, let's keep moving. The new objective is to find somewhere to build our base. We do have our mine colony supply ship, so we could deploy that. I'm not sure, though. I don't think it's going to look very good. Also, hello, Meteor. I'm fairly certain the loot in these is always, yeah, it's always the tech stuff. I don't know where I want to live, but I do know it's not in the middle of a birch forest. Oh, we've got another of those Pyromancer's towers. I reckon we're strong enough to take him on now. I thought for a second this was the same tower we found earlier, but it's not. It's a different one. We are absolutely strapped now. There's no way we lose the fight. Where's the Pyromancer? I'm looking at the map and I don't even see him. What? I've been scammed out of a fight. Here I am expecting a good old-fashioned punch-up with some random wizard, and he's gone ahead and just left. He's gone to the shops or something. He's left us a cracked lunar gem, which I don't care about, and an intricate stone sword. It's way worse than our current one. We're not using this. And that's it. Wow. That's a pile of what looks like netherite armor, but we can't actually pick it up. Or, oh, we could just spawn an ancient knight who does that much damage. Oh my god. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I guess he got really mad about us waking him up. I thought that was just a decorative item. I wonder if he's impervious to arrows. Well, we're about to find out. No, we're definitely hitting him. He's only got 3 health left. There we go. And he dropped us a piece of netherite scrap. Lovely. We very nearly died there. That could have gone very, very, very wrong. Good job we equipped those new armor pieces, actually, because I'm pretty sure we would have died otherwise. We'll probably go ahead and do a /RTP in a minute just to get a new area to look at. The double jump is so fun. I feel like I'm a ninja from Naruto running through the forest. There is this structure here, but it just leads to an underground dungeon, which... oh, go on then. We'll go and take it on. We could be responsible and build our base, but I know you all just want to see us fight more and loot more. Right, well, here we are. Now, there are a whole bunch of spawners in here, but we should be completely fine. As long as no random cursed knights spawn from me breaking stuff, that would be a problem. We've got an enchanted stone pickaxe. That's pretty cursed. I keep thinking there's going to be traps in between these little slits. That's the perfect spot for a tripwire. Oh, hello, zombie. Please put that sword down. We've got rooted boots in here. Some iron as well. Oh, this is a trinket we haven't seen before. I thought it was a worm at first. It's a lucky scarf. Increases luck level when mining blocks. Oh, I actually did it. I thought I was going to have to look that up. Treasure Hunter has a 15% chance to apply an additional level of luck to mine blocks. If successful, the ability repeats. That's awesome. I'm very happy to have that. I'm going to ditch this amulet of teleportation now. And we never were using this amulet of concentration anyway, because it was just affecting spells. There we go. We've got the lucky scarf now. Oh, big enemy spawn this time. That guy can be kind of scary. He's also got a very long name. Shinald Might Dawn? The President. Well, you've just been deposed, my good sir. And he dropped us a leather chestplate with projectile protection 5. I'll pass. And we also got a chipped gem of the combatant. Oh, it gives ranged weapons plus 15% damage. I wish I'd put that in our bow. Anyway, let's keep this up. That zombie has a wooden shovel. I'm not exactly scared of him. There's a shield with a cool pattern on it. We might as well take that over our regular shield. And more gems. We really, really need this extra backpack. Another pickaxe heater right here. And there is a bundle here. We can chuck some stuff into that. Although this bundle sucks. It can only store 1 stack of blocks by the looks of it, or 1 tool basically. Oh, we got the trophy for looting a bunch of chests. I remember getting this last time. We have a universal attractor, some kind of magnet by the looks of it. Although these kinds of effects are usually really annoying because it means that every single junk item that you try and throw out just gets pulled straight back to you. At least this puzzle's super easy. This is quite complicated actually. Magnetism. A toggleable ability with 3 modes: attraction, repulsion, and neutrality. In the red attraction mode, items within a radius of 4 blocks are drawn toward the player. In the blue repulsion mode, items are pushed away. The purple neutrality mode disables the relic's effect. I'm looking in the keybinds. I can't find a way to toggle this, so I don't know how we change the magnet's mode. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what else this dungeon holds. We got a regular old leather belt. Plus 1 experience point for each experience gained by equipped charms. And we don't even need to unlock this. It has load capacity. Increases the maximum number of amulet equipment slots by +1. That's what most of the belts do. Since the leather belt boosts the experience of our other charms, and the hunter's belt doesn't do anything for us since we don't have any pets, let's equip the leather belt instead. And as you can see by this little gold star we've got on the kitty slippers and the umbrella as well, that means they've leveled up. Looks like the ability Soft Paws is ready to be upgraded. Increases safe falling height by 3.9 blocks. We can upgrade that to 5.5 blocks. And as for the umbrella, we can give the boost effect a lower cooldown, and we can do it more times. I really like that you're able to level the relics up because it means they're super interactive even after you've picked them up already. What a cozy little place this. Well, you know, for a gloomy dungeon underground full of monsters, that is. nice. Little zombie spawner here. Let's get rid of that. Or not. He actually did so much damage with that shovel. Excuse me, skeleton. You need to die. We've got a weird jukebox in the middle here. No idea what that's all about. Honestly, the loot in here is not great, is it? We found a few good trinkets, though. There's just a bunch of stone tools in these chests. I've turned particles down a little bit just because whenever we hit someone, the effect from our power glove causes this big flash of yellow particles, which gets quite annoying. Oh, we've got an upgraded shield here, plus 11% knockback resistance, plus 12% armor. We leveled up our knowledge of death again. We can go ahead and buff Gladiator once again. There's so many spawners in this one corridor. I believe we have now reached the end of this dungeon. There's this chest with nothing, and this chest with a chainmail chestplate and a shield. Although actually, there is a staircase going even further down, and it seems like the mobs get a bit stronger down here too. Maybe this is where all the diamond armor's been hiding. Nope, we're getting eggs and dead bushes. The skeletons give you poison 2 on their arrows, which is super difficult to deal with. Poison 2 for 30 seconds? Are you serious? We gotta go ahead and box up. Poison, what a fun effect, am I right? Let's just speed there with the help of our bow. Go away, spawner. And now we have another 30 seconds of poison. Yay! I have also remembered, instead of trying to get another backpack, we might as well just upgrade the one we currently have. Although I believe first we need to actually empty the backpack. There we go, that's empty. And then what we do is we add it to the crafting table and surround it with iron to get the iron backpack. Then we surround that with gold to get, of course, the gold backpack. And then as you can imagine, we surround it with diamonds to get the diamond backpack. And this is going to give us much more space. This is the last spawner for this stupid poison arrow skeleton area, so we can actually loot it now. And we did all of that for this stuff. Some gold leggings with poisoning 2 and a pickaxe heater. Totally worth nearly dying over. This looks like a pretty fancy room, although there's more skeletons. No! Thankfully, this one doesn't have any poison arrows. We've got yet another leather belt, but we do actually have a golden apple here, which is nice. And we have a magic mirror in this chest. It has the ability wormhole. Upon use, teleports the owner to their spawn point if it is within 895.3 blocks. Usually this would be really cool, but we have a /spawn and a /home command, so it just doesn't do a lot for us in this mod pack. We've got another golden apple, a cracked solar gem, a iron pickaxe, a gold chest plate. That's about it. And we've got a bunch of other random stuff in here, like oat grains and some golden horse armor. We're definitely starting to reach the end now. Oh, we got a silk touch book. I'll take that. Plus a chip gem of the samurai and some golden ingots. We've been hit with more poison arrows, but thankfully I think it's just poison. Oh no, it's poison 3, but it didn't last very long. And there we go. We have now reached the end of whatever this is. There is this structure right below though. Is this just a continuation of the dungeon? Because that's what it feels like. 2 golden apples in here. That's what I like to see. Oh no, we're taking a fair bit of damage from skeletons here. And they are wearing diamond helmets, so it looks like the enemies are getting stronger. For the most part, there's just more junk down here, but we are finding ender pearls. And that is of course going to make finding and fighting the ender dragon a lot easier. This place just goes on forever. There are more ender pearls though, so I'm not complaining. And there's an enchanted book with blessing 10 plus a Christmas present. Can we open this? It gave us some honey bottles. Not particularly useful. Oh, this has got to be some kind of central room, right? It's not. It's just the dungeon going even deeper. I think very soon we're going to be doing a /RTP. Oh, what? This must be one of the rare effects that we can get with our blessing enchantment, because I am X-raying right now. I think that revealed every single ore in the nearby area. Oh boy, there's a lot of skeletons here. This could be a problem. I think the skeletons have some kind of poison enchantment on their armor, because just whenever we hit them, we're getting the poison effect. Yeah, they definitely do. I'm hitting them and I'm getting poisoned. I'm just going to mine through to the next spawner. There we go. We got it. When does the loot get better? I don't know about you guys. I've had enough of this dungeon for now. The loot is just not worth it. Let's get out of here. Look at that. We got teleported right next to a pirate ship. This actually seems like a pretty good spot to put down our supply ship. So let's see what it looks like. There's even sharks in the water and they are not friendly. Okay. Good to know. I'm going to read the supply ship message on land so we're not sinking while trying to place it. We can actually pick a style for this, which is cool. We've got urban savanna, urban birch, colonial, Nordic spruce, medieval birch, Incan, jungle treehouse, warped. I'll pick medieval dark oak. And then we just jump into the sea and quickly place it before the sharks get us. Oh, I don't know what all this is. I'm just going to click yes. Look at that. We now have our very own boat. It's quite nice in here. To be fair though, it is rather cramped, so we're not actually going to live on this. It even comes with some starter tools and whatnot. That's quite cool. Let's go see what this boat over here has to offer us. We'll just float on over with our umbrella, and it is not a friendly boat. We've got some loot back here, which is nothing to write home about. It seems like overall there's not much for this place to offer us, apart from a bunch of pirates, of course. We've got some free gold and iron in here. I'll take that. And a chest at the back with a load of diamonds. And plenty more iron and gold once again. Anyway, let's just keep moving. How many ships are we going to find? Ruin Portal loot has nothing to offer us apart from these micro missiles. Let's see. Can we fire them? Oh, we can. Okay, well, let's just just launch a missile strike on this boat then. Die, Illusioner, die. We're straight up just nuking them. Look at how much alignment we're getting too. They're homing missiles too, so we don't even have to do anything. They just lock onto our enemies. Hello, sir. Have a micro missile to the face. Fire. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's bad. That's very bad. Oh, my God. Okay, well, lesson learned first of all. In all the mods, totems activate without them having to be in your offhand. They just pop even if they're in your inventory. Second of all, don't rush into the bottom of a pillager ship when there's an angry Vindicator who can somehow run at the speed of sound. This whole run was almost over just like that. Oh, my God. He has fallen in the water now. We're going to give him the micro missile treatment. You cannot be allowed to live. Get out of here. He's just eating arrows too. This is the strongest Vindicator I've ever seen. And he didn't even drop anything good. Wow. We almost died over nothing. Well, there goes our safety net. We've got to take our time with this place now. We have got an enchanted golden apple though. That's a very nice find. Oh, there's a Vindicator chasing us. Let's avoid him. Nope. 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 There's also a spawner down here that's getting removed immediately. I've blocked off the staircases, so we should be able to loot this chest in peace. And we'll just sneak our way down. There's some more pillagers. That's the word for them. We'll just missile them. Quick little map check. This place is now completely clear. We've got emeralds. We've got iron. We've got quite a few rewards for all of our hard work. Plenty of golden apples. We've got even more anvils as well. Is there anything below deck, or is it just empty? No, it's empty. Definitely not worth sacrificing 2 totems of undying over, but at least we're still here. Let's take a quick look at the quest right now. Let's see where we're at. I can see tons of exclamation marks here. We've been filling out quite a lot of these. We'll start off with the bounty board, which is going to give us rewards for killing mobs. I love how we get a really good reward for killing a Ravager, despite the fact that it was trapped in and literally couldn't do anything against us. Let's grab our uncommon reward, as well as 250 XP. That actually wasn't that much. I can see we've only gone up 3 levels from that. We've got some rewards for killing zombies, some rotten flesh for some reason, some more XP, a common reward, and even more XP. Plus some rewards for killing a bunch of skeletons. And that's it for the bounty board section. Wait, is there a reward for killing the wandering trader? There is. We've got a whole bunch of building tips, which is pretty cool, but obviously not something we need right now. We can get some free iron and gold though, which is rather nice. We've actually completed a couple of quests in chapter 3. For finding the micro missiles, we've been gifted even more micro missiles. I love how we've done all this stuff, but in chapter 1, we haven't even made a furnace yet. There's a bunch of experience available for finding all of these trinkets, although we're not going to claim it right now because we're at a pretty high level, which means the XP won't be as valuable. It'll be much better to spend the levels we have now on enchanting and then use the levels from all these trinkets to get back to level 30. I had a look through all the quests and most of the rewards that we have are just XP based ones, so I haven't claimed any more. I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's grab some cobblestones so we can craft our first furnace. And there we go. We've made some more progress in chapter 1. Oh, we got a wolf spawn egg. Very nice. We've got some stuff to do with basic ore doubling here, which I do want to work on. And we've also been told to craft an iron pick. Sure. Anyway, let's keep looking for a spot to build our base at. We are actually in the middle of an island, so we're just going to RTP again. That reminds me, while we're searching for a perfect spot to build our house in, it's time for a subscription checkpoint. If you're watching this video so far and enjoying it, please consider subscribing. You might not actually know this, but when a YouTuber says the word subscribe, the button actually lights up. You can see for yourself. Subscribe. Also, for those of you that watch my videos regularly and think that you're subscribed, double check because there's a glitch on YouTube where people get randomly unsubscribed, so you might be watching me and thinking you're subscribed when you're actually not. Anyway, shameless self-promotion over. Back to looking for a place to live. Oh, there's actually another woodland mansion. That's perfect because we need some totems back. I know, I'm getting distracted and should be working on finding a base spot, but still, we need those totems. Our copper chestplate isn't actually holding up all too great. We've already found our first evoker. Let's test out the missiles on him. We'll just fire a couple in there, and he's already dead. These are so OP. Oh, look at that. That's another evoker. Too bad he's gonna die now. Why even bother with a sword in this game? We've already got our 2 totems back. That is lovely. I mean, it's all well and good having a bow, but when you've got homing missiles, you start to not see the value in it. I don't know why I'm so entertained by this, but it's just amazing. Anytime an enemy comes near us, all we have to do is click in their general direction and they die. We should have a chest up here somewhere. There we go. Oh nice, we found the takeoff spellbook. This is one of the only good ones. It's going to launch us into the air and give us temporary elytra flight. Obviously, we will soon be making a jetpack anyway, but that's still nice to have. I've been running around blowing up every single villager I can find, and that has led to some interesting consequences. First of all, our helmet has unfortunately broken. We don't have a helmet anymore. Second of all, we do now have 5 totems of undying, which should last us a while. And finally, from the XP that we've been getting, we actually have a load of trinkets we can upgrade. We've got this little box of safety, though, to protect us. So first we have the feral claws, and this is going to increase our attack speed from 7% to 8%. We also have the leather belt, now giving us 2 extra amulet equipment slots instead of just 1. We have the power glove, increasing our damage from 96% to 134%. There's also the novelty drinking hat, which will increase our drinking speed by 36% now. The cloud in a bottle now giving us 3 additional jumps. Having 3 double jumps is super fun. We have so much maneuverability even in tight spaces. And actually, our infinite ham has a couple of upgrades too. It's going to regenerate slightly faster and give us more hunger per chunk of ham. By the way, I forgot to mention, not only does leveling up relics require the relic upgrade points, but it also requires a little bit of player experience, which is why occasionally my XP's been going down. It's because of all the relic upgrading we've been doing. We've got a whole group of Vindicators here, so we'll just blow them all up. And we'll kill one last Evoker. Oh my god, that's a Vindicator. Go away, please. I think the totem got blown up because it didn't actually drop. Oh, well, there's another Evoker in there, so we're going to have to deal with him anyway. Oh, ow, the missile hit us. That is the danger with these micro missiles. It seems very easy to accidentally blow yourself up with them. There we go. This guy's totem actually dropped. And now it seems like the best thing for us to do would be to leave. To be honest, I actually do quite like this area, specifically this forest over here. I think that's where we can make our base. We will have to cut down a bunch of this forest, of course, but it will leave us with a very nice flat area to build whatever we want. I'm going to craft us up a diamond axe because I just broke our iron one. And now let's just get to work clearing the area. With ult in mind, this should be incredibly easy. Already a flat area is beginning to emerge. I'm thinking of going with a rather sci-fi, steampunky type build because I feel like that fits the nature of this mod pack. There's lots of machinery. And we've already fully broken that diamond axe. This place is not nearly clear enough yet. I'm very glad we have the infinite ham and that all these trees drop loads of berries because ult in mind just destroys your hunger bar. There we go. We have a very nice clear area now. We did also get a load of wood. I'm not going to be using this in the build, but it's nice to know that we have a stockpile. I do actually want to use a bunch of concrete in this build, so we'll need a diamond shovel. Thankfully, there's loads of gravel right on our doorstep, so we don't have to worry about any of that. And there's sand right on our doorstep as well. We do also need grey dye, which is a bit of a problem considering you need both black dye and white dye. White dye you get from bones, and I've been throwing all of our bones out. I'm just going to have to fly around for a while killing both squids and skeletons. Thankfully, a ridiculous amount of skeletons seem to have spawned on top of the woodland mansion for some reason. This is one of the new skeleton variants that got added in vanilla Minecraft. The Bogged, it's called. It does shoot poison arrows like our friends in the mines, but thankfully it's way less annoying because it's only poison 1 and not poison 2 for a solid minute. I do not love that we're out here without a helmet. We are taking quite a lot of damage. And our stone sword's just broken too. No! I knew it wouldn't last forever, to be fair. We did get these miniature red hearts. I'm not sure if we can consume them for extra hearts. No, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Oh, I should have lit this area up. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's go ahead and use 2 diamonds as well as 2 gold blocks, 2 logs as well as 3 torches to craft a mega torch. And what this is going to do is it's just going to prevent the spawning of hostile mobs in a very large radius. It's just an abnormally chunky torch. I'm actually going to get the furnace set up, making us some charcoal, just because even though the mega torch is preventing any mob spawns, I don't like how dark the area is. I want it to be all fully lit up. The torch just means we won't have to worry about any little dark spots that we missed. It feels so wrong not having a crafting table here. I have to keep remembering that it's in our inventory. There's all of our white dye. We then go ahead and make grey dye. And then we combine all the sand and all the gravel to make grey concrete powder. Although evidently we're going to need a lot more dye. We only managed to make a couple stacks. We'll spend the night killing skeletons and then we'll spend the day killing squids. Is the plural of squid squids or is it just squid? Oh, our chest plate just broke as well. No. We do still have our turtle shell helmet. That's rather nice. It was just our enchanted iron one that broke. Let's just go ahead and make ourselves a bog standard diamond chest plate. And since our steel boots have almost broken too, we'll make some diamond boots to replace them. We're going to lose both the speed boost and the step height off of these. That is painful. Couple more skeletons here we can kill. And it's already turning daytime now, so we won't be able to kill any more of them. We need 22 black dye to combine with our 22 white dye. And I'm going to get it, even if it means making the local squid population go extinct. This skeleton's got, I think that's compressed obsidian armor. It's pretty tanky. And he dropped his chestplate for us. We've got the refined obsidian chestplate, which gives plus 12 armor, which is way better than the 8 the diamond chestplate gives us. It's going to be rather difficult to repair this though, since refined obsidian is a later game material, but we'll store this away. I guess we could chuck mending on it, although I don't really want to use up our 1 mending book on this chestplate. I'd rather put it on a pickaxe or something. Well, look at this. I'm about to wipe out an entire family tree. Your sacrifices shall not be in vain. You're going to be made into a lovely steampunk base. They seem absolutely overjoyed. I forgot actually, when we get back, I need to do the /home command so we can set that area as our home. And then we won't have to fly back. We can just type a command. Right, there we go. /set home. Job done. And now we can make ourselves a metric ton of grey concrete. There we go. This should be plenty. The annoying part is that I want this structure to be floating, which means we can't place the concrete and then pour water on it later. We've got to place it all in the water, mine it all up, and then we can start placing it in the build. Thankfully, we do have ultimine, which is going to make this way easier, but it's still going to be very annoying to have to mine up 540 blocks of concrete. I guess this is my life now. Has anyone seen that one clip of this British guy being interviewed, right? And him and the host are having a bit of an argument about sustainability. And the guy being interviewed, he says to the host, well, you can't grow concrete. To which the host replies, yeah, you can. And then there's this 10-second silence where the guy just reflects on every life decision that he had, and then he just hangs up. I'm proud to live in this country. We have people that genuinely think you can grow concrete. Also, talking of concrete, look at this absolute blob I have dumped in the local river. This is definitely going to affect the habitats of some of the local wildlife. There's just this gigantic slab of concrete that's now been thrust in here. Let's get to mining it all up. After we get our base set up, the next thing that I want to work on is an automatic storage system. That is key for modded Minecraft. We've got about a stack of concrete powder left. We'll go and mine that up if we need to. The mega torch has been doing its job, keeping this area free of monsters. This extra light, though, should be really nice. Makes the area feel a bit more lived in. The next materials that we'll be needing for our base are deep slate, stone, and cobblestone. So I'm just going to mine straight down here. Oh, and also I forgot to mention we'll need tuff as well. And the reason we'll be getting these materials is so we can add a nice gradient to this build. It's going to be fairly simple because I just want to get on with playing this mod pack. There's so much that I want to do. I want to make a jetpack. I want to make this automated storage. I want to make farms. I want to go kill the ender dragon. I want to get enchantments. There's a lot. Like a kid in a Minecraft candy store. We've now finally dug down far enough to hit deep slate. We'll make full use of ultimine here. This shouldn't take much time at all. We've actually ended up digging directly into a cave as well. We really need to empty out this backpack soon. Now that I think about it, it must be pretty easy to find diamonds in this mod pack because all you got to do is go down to the layer where they're most common at and then start going ham with ultimine. And also, talking of ultimine, it has led to our diamond pickaxe's untimely death. And look at that, we actually found diamonds from that, proving my exact point. There's been a load of skeletons spawning and they're all very annoying because every time I'm trying to focus on mining, I'm just getting stung from behind by their arrows. Anyway, let's make ourselves a replacement diamond pick. And of course, we'll happily take all these diamonds. That was quite a big vein too. It gave us 6. More importantly though, we now have all of this cobbled deep slate, which should be plenty. And the last thing that we need to collect is some tuff. We likely won't need as much of this stuff. I think the build's mainly going to be the concrete and deep slate. Still, we'll make sure to get plenty of it so that we'll never run out. There is nothing worse than having to stop-start on a build just because you have to keep running down to collect more materials. While we're here, we may as well have a quick look through these caves for any extra loot. We can always just do /home if we get lost. Oh, looks like we're coming to a rather large cavern here. And we're making this creeper run away. It is so fun being able to bully these guys. Look at him go. He's trying so hard to escape with his little legs. Now, there are quite a few mobs here, so we're going to need to be careful because I know these mimics can do quite a lot of damage. There we go. We've got rid of him and he's dropped us a trinket. The cloud in a bottle combos really well with an axe because we can always jump above enemies and crit them. It's death from above. Look at this. He's trying so hard to get away, but there's nowhere to run. I'm just going to leave him instead of killing him because he's so traumatized he will remember this event for the rest of his life. This barrel had only one piece of loot, the chip gem of the combatants. I mean, sure, I guess we'll take it, and let's see about that trinket the mimic dropped us. It's a blazing flask. Gives us +1 experience point for every 5 seconds of flight within the scope of the ability. And this is the ability, Eternal Fire. Using the ability on a block creates a restricted flight zone with a maximum flight speed of 0.1 blocks per second and a height of 3.4 blocks. The area size depends on the amount of fire within a radius of 1.9 blocks, but if there is no fire at all, the zone will not be created. Now, to be honest, I don't really know what this does, so let's just try it out. I don't even know which slot it goes in. We'll chuck it in the universal slot for now. Let's see. Can we make fire? Is there any way we can, like, spawn in the fire? I can't even seem to get this thing to work. I'd really like to find another of those leveled up mobs down here, preferably with some stronger gear than leather. We've also just been given the random effect Flight 3 from our blessing enchantments. Not really finding anything too amazing down here yet. We've already hit a dead end and we're getting harassed by all kinds of monsters, so let's just head back home like that. We do need to go ahead and whip ourselves up a stone cutter, and that's because we're going to want to craft some deep slate tiles. This right here is going to be our gradient for the build. So we start off with the darkest, the deep slate tiles, then we move into the grey concrete, then the cobbled deep slate, and then finally the light grey tuff. Also unrelated, we have a few trinkets to level up. First of all, our lucky scarf. We're now going to have a 19% chance to apply an additional level of luck to mine blocks. We can also upgrade our snorkel, which isn't super useful, but we might as well do it. And finally, we can upgrade the rooted boots. This build is going to be a little bit high up, but I reckon that's fine considering the fact we can just teleport back inside anyway. I think it's it's about time I explain what my actual idea for the build is. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Lego movie, absolute banger of a movie, by the way, but in it, there's these robots that fly around and they're cube-shaped and they have this sort of red scanner on the front. Since this mod pack has an industrial vibe, I think it would be really sick if we built a gigantic version of one of those robots and lived inside it. Plus, since it's a cube, it's going to be really flat and easy to build in, so we'll have plenty of space for storage and machines and all kinds of things. I just hope I haven't bitten off more than I can chew here. First of all, we got to place down a ton of deep slate tiles. I've always found this kind of thing rather satisfying. You just get to turn your brain off and spam place blocks. Unfortunately, forget all that stuff I said about having plenty of blocks, because we've already run out. This is all the deep slate we had. Looks like Uncle Mozi's got to head back to the mines. I'm very glad we set up this staircase though. It makes it a whole lot easier to get down there quickly. Although we do end up with a pretty significant concussion by the end, because we've got to bang our head on every single block as we head down. It just gets smacked every time. Bang, 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 bang. And then by the end of it, you got a massive headache. And now let's just grab ourselves a bunch more deep slate. I am so glad we have the infinite ham, because even when Ultimine drains all of our hunger, we have an infinite source of food to go along with it. There we go. We've collected a bunch more. This will probably last us, at a generous estimate, maybe 5 minutes. So let's head back home. There we go. Let's start mapping out the frame of the cube, just so we can get an idea of the type of scale of this build. I've definitely gone way too big on this, but we got to commit to it now. To be fair, this is going to look really cool when it's rising above this very natural and peaceful looking area. We've got this robot of mass destruction. Take a quick glide down and see the type of scale. I mean, it's massive, but it's good. I like it. You know, sometimes you got to run before you can walk. It's also time for the once per Mozi video call out of the people that are watching these videos to sleep. Look at you with your terrible sleep schedule. It's 2 in the morning. You got school tomorrow. What are you doing? At the very least, before you drift off and go into a peaceful slumber, make sure to hit that like button. I think we'll aim for... I'll set the like goal for 3 likes this video, because I reckon people have already fallen asleep. So if you're part of the people that are still awake, please like the video. We got the frame done, so the logical next step is to fill it all in. Once we've got this done, that's when we can start adding all the fun details. Grey concrete is by far the most annoying material to collect out of the ones we're using, so that's the one that I pray we don't run out of. We are nearing completion of the first side of the robot. Let's go take a look. All I ask is that it doesn't look completely terrible. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. There's going to be way more details added to it soon, like the giant eye and bits of little machinery pieces sticking out, all that kind of thing. Look at that though. It already looks pretty ominous floating up there in the sky. Right, let's get on with wall number 2. We got manual labor ahead of us and lots of it. And since we're doing it for ourselves, it is all unpaid. You know, usually I'd like that kind of thing, but since it's me getting exploited, I'm not such a big fan. Hey, watch where you're walking, you moron. What are you doing on my construction site? Huh? Let's see. You better have some decent things to trade. There's this little scroll bar here, so I think we're supposed to be able to scroll down and see what other trades he has, but it's not working, which means all he has to offer us are saplings, sage, cyan dye, sapphires, dandelions, and a disc by Pun Puddle called Drowning in Despair. I think while playing Minecraft, we've all had a few drowning in despair moments. I do like this trade, 1 emerald per dandelion. We might as well go do that. That's pretty much free money, although having said that, I'm not sure if they're going to spawn in this forest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to have access to any yellow dandelions. Well, guys, I had a talk with the wandering trader, and it was all very peaceful. He decided he'd leave. There was no fuss. There was no violence. Ignore this axe in my hand and the fact that I've gone up slightly in XP. That's completely unrelated. Anyway, back to work. We've been doing so much jumping with our cloud in a bottle, we can now level it up again, bringing us to 4 jumps now. Look at this. We can now hop, skip, and jump through the air with no cares in the world. I wonder what the max amount of jumps you can get with it is. I'd hazard a guess at 7 or maybe 8. Also, yes, I'm heading into the mines again because we're once again out of deep slate. Hooray! More diamonds is always nice. We've been burning through diamond pickaxes. Doing all this detailing is going to take a while, so in the meantime, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Red Magic. They've sent me the brand new Red Magic 10 Air. It's by far their best phone yet, featuring an ultra slim design, a premium matte finish, and it weighs just 205 grams or 7 ounces. It's designed with gamers in mind, featuring a liquid metal cooling system which keeps the system at optimal temperatures even while you're playing the most demanding of games. You might think this kind of performance comes at the cost of battery life, but that could not be further from the truth. I'm just going to show you the remaining battery life on my 10 Air. I could, in theory, game on this phone for 3 days straight. One of the best things about the Red Magic 10 Air is the customization and freedom it offers to the user. You can control the CPU and GPU speeds, the screen refresh refresh rate, the graphic settings, and so much more. This is a phone that's designed for gaming at the highest level. I mean, Red Magic's motto is literally win more games. Talking of winning more games, the phone even comes with its own custom plugin library, giving you the ability to add a custom crosshair, 4D vibrate, and so much more. If you want to experience mobile gaming in a whole new way, don't sit around and wait. Get the Red Magic 10 Air today using either the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Also, stay tuned for Red Magic's official 10 Air campaign starting May 8th, where you'll have the chance to win amazing prizes. Now let's get back to the video. That's 3 walls done now. Originally I was going to have 1 eye on the front, but I think we're going to need 4 so that then we can actually have some natural light coming in through the eyes or windows basically. I'm also thinking we'll add leaves and different kinds of plants in here to really bring it to life. Otherwise it's going to feel very sterile and cold and just overall not a place we want to be in. It would feel like the type of place that would be playing that music disc the Wandering Trader was selling. What was it? Drowning in Despair or something? The main experience I have that comes to mind when I think of drowning in despair is when I go to McDonald's and the stupid ice cream machine is broken and the only thing I wanted from there was ice cream. And I used to think this was a problem that only affected the US because it never used to happen in the UK ones, but nowadays about 50% of the time when I go it's just broken. And I'm pretty sure it's whenever I'm coming they specifically notify someone so then they can break it on time for my arrival. Okay, that's all the walls done, and thankfully we didn't run out of grey concrete. Look at it, it's a giant floating cube. Of course, now that we've got this gigantic black brick floating in the sky, we now need to actually decorate it. The first thing we're going to do is mark out the giant eyes. I'm pretty happy with that size, that looks good. There is this block in the mines that I found which I quite like to use. It's called Kiwi, or Kiwi maybe, I don't know. But either way, it's got a very nice dark texture. I think it would look perfect for enhancing some of the details on the outside without messing with the gradient. Now we are going to end up destroying the staircase a little bit here, so we're going to have to repair it. Right, there we go, staircase restored, and we have plenty of Kiwi now. We're also going to need to head to the beach again so we can collect some sand for glass. Let's replace this cobblestone outline with the Kiwi. It's such a weird block name, it feels almost weird to say. We're going to add some extra depth to this build as well by having some parts that jut out, and that's really going to help it look not quite as flat and plain. Originally I was going to include the lines in the gradient, but actually I think it would look better if we did them all out of Kiwi. That way they'll stand out a lot more and they won't just blend into the build. Plus it just makes the whole building process a million times easier because we don't have to go and get any more deep slate or tough. We can also build this really quickly by just spamming our double jump. Hey, excuse me, where's your hard hat? We could get sued if you're not wearing one. And he's not even listening. Yeah, you're fired, buddy. You're fired. You're not coming back to work on this. We've leveled up our umbrella once more. Let's see what boost we can get. Once again, the cooldown has decreased slightly and we can now boost more times. This could not have come at a better time considering the fact we have to keep hopping from right down there to all the way up top. Okay, nice. We're starting to make some progress. Our glass should be done now, and it is. Now what we're going to do is find ourselves some red dye. There might be some around here. This could actually be a bit more difficult than I'd imagined. I'm only really finding daisies, not much else. There's got to be some poppies somewhere, right? There's a couple here, but this is from a spawn structure, so we might not find any others. I do like this little pond, though. It's got tons of detail in it. I think we are going to have to use a different color for the glass, just because red is really difficult to find. I'm having a good look around our nearby surroundings, just to make sure, but it doesn't look like we're going to find the poppies we need. Oh, actually, never mind. We found some rose bushes. We can infinitely bone meal these. That is the red dye sorted now. And there's actually this structure up here, so let's go check that out. It appears to be some kind of base. It looks quite friendly, to be honest. It even comes with a full enchanting setup, a brewing stand, nether wart before even having to go into the nether. We've got a lodestone, an ender chest. It's all quite nice in here. Plus a very weird bed that's not supposed to exist. And all these books in these chiseled bookshelves are actually enchanted. This is a better find than I thought. First, let's check the chests. None of this is particularly useful. And this chest also doesn't have anything great. However, these enchanted books seem pretty decent. First of all, we have Smite 5. Then we have Knockback 2. No thank you. Get out of here. And Fortune 3, which is lovely. Then this shelf has, first of all, what is this? Voltaic Shots, which charges arrows with electrical energy, allowing them to fly in a straight line and deliver an explosion. That sounds cool. We've got Fire Prot 4, which I would usually throw away, but I'm pretty sure you can combine protection enchantments in this mod pack, so we'll hold on to it. You also have Channeling, which we probably won't use, but I'll take. And finally, we have Feather Falling 4. This is one of my favorite enchantments. And then we have one last book right here. Let's check it out. It is Infinity. Lovely. Although having said that, we have this Endless Quiver enchantment, which is just Infinity, but way better. And now let's take a nap in this cursed bed. bed, which... Oh, wait, what? The game couldn't handle the cursed bed. It freaked out and gave us this purple one, which... What? What is this game? And now it's just reappeared in my inventory. Sure, can I place it down? Yes, there we go. Why was that so difficult? Anyway, we got what we came for. Let's head back home. And now we can craft up some red stained glass. Before we add in the red glass, let's actually quickly head to the nether, because I'd like to use some glowstone or shroom lights to actually make the eyes look like they're glowing. We have all of our totems of undying, so even though we're not super well prepared for the nether right now, we should be able to get in and out quite quickly. I've had my eye on this lava pool for a while. Let's grab all the obsidian. And for once, mining obsidian with an unenchanted diamond pick doesn't take forever, because we can just auto mine the whole thing. There we go. Look at that. We've just collected 45 pieces. We're also going to need a flint and steel. And thanks to Jack Black, I can never say that normally now. Every time I say it, I just think of how he says it in the movie. We're very rich in regards to obsidian, so we can afford to put the corners on the portal. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, if I could not get a garbage spawn, that would be very, very nice, Minecraft. Not quite a garbage spawn, but we are getting assaulted within seconds of entering. Look at that. Their eyes glow with this shader pack. That's pretty freaky. What are these things? They look like weird cursed endermen. Oh, and I've just made one mad as well. Brilliant. I have no idea how much damage he does, but I don't want him anywhere near me. Here we go. We've got a beautiful big vein of glowstone. We'll just grab all of that. We've got this weird little structure here. We are currently getting attacked again, so let's just deal with him. Goodbye. And, oh, there is a chest here. Nice. It's pretty terrible, though. Let's go ahead and grab more glowstone. And I think once we've got one more vein, that should be plenty. Let's see. How much can we make now? 55 and then 62. That's plenty. I don't know if the /home command is going to work in the nether. Yes, it does. Okay, great. We're now back like we never left. Let's actually bring the eye out by one block first of all. And then we'll break this bit in the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll first place down the red stained glass. And then we'll add in some glowstone at random points to add in the light. And then we'll just keep adding more and more glass. Usually in vanilla Minecraft, this creates somewhat of a fog effect. But I think because of the way glass works in this mod pack and the way it all connects together, I actually don't think this is going to work. Aha, there we go. If we leave a block gap between each layer so that they don't connect, that's what gives us this cool foggy effect. I am actually going to change it so the glowstone lines the outside of the eye like this. There we go. Look at that. That's exactly how I wanted this to look. I'm really happy with that. There's one more detail that I'd like to add to the front, and in order to do it, we're going to need a lot of smooth stone. It's rather annoying to get this stuff without a silk touch pick, because you have to smelt cobblestone into stone, and then you have to smelt that stone again. Once we get our smooth stone, though, we then craft it into slabs. And we also go ahead and make ourselves a bunch of furnaces, and we make redstone torches. Because then what we're going to do is between these gaps, add a bunch of technological looking stuff. And hopefully that's going to make this place look weird and extra detailed and just overall a bit more interesting. I mean, I don't really know if it's going to work, but it's worth a try. In my opinion, that looks really cool. It doesn't have as much of an effect right now because we haven't built as much of it, but once the whole area is covered in this kind of stony design, it's going to look amazing. Also, what are you doing here? Why? Why have you shown up again? My good sir, why would I pay 20 emeralds for Rimsky-Korsakov's music disc Flight of the Bumblebee? And now you're just going to stand right in front of the furnaces? That's really not annoying at all. I cannot wait till we have an elytra or a jetpack or something like that, because all this traveling with the umbrella, while quite novel, is getting a bit annoying. I mean, I wouldn't say annoying, just more it takes a while and it's quite inconvenient. We need to collect a ton of redstone. Where did you come from, man? Don't ever jump scare me like that ever again. Anyway, as I was saying, we need to collect a bunch of redstone, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's zirconium, so I just got trolled. We need to collect a bunch of that's not redstone either, that's cinnabar. We need to collect a bunch of redstone. There we go. And that's because we need to make a bunch of redstone torches for the build. I didn't see this the first time we were down here. We've got a little mob spawner. So far, it doesn't really seem to have anything that we need. Yeah, pretty useless overall, but oh well, that's fine. I thought that was a netherite shovel this zombie was holding for a second, but it does so much damage. Oh my god. What kind of shovel is that? It's better than netherite. Hopefully one single axe crit should kill him, but he still managed to whack us one last time with the shovel. I must have a spongy head or something, so he's doing critical damage every time he bonks me with his shovel. Let's grab these diamonds. Very nice. I've actually managed to find some kind of underwater cave right here, here, which is pretty cool, but now we're starting to drown, so let's just get out. We've got enough redstone for a decent supply of torches. Right, anyway, with all that being said, let's get back to building. I'm really happy with how this is looking. It looks exactly how I mapped out in my head. However, we're not going to do it for every single gap between the struts because that would just take forever. So what we're going to do instead is on each face of the cube, we're going to have the tech bits coming on each side like this. And that way we don't have to fill out this entire section with slabs and furnaces. And then, of course, we've got to do that all the way around as well. Our umbrella has this magnifying glass on it now, so let's see what that's about. Oh, we can actually activate the second ability. It's ready to be unlocked. Clicks remaining 5. So do we just have to spam click on it? Yes. This is the final click. Boom! And of course, we got to do this purple star thingy again. Right, I give up. I'm buying hints. Thankfully, we have more than enough XP for this. There we go, it's done. I solved it completely by myself. We have Air Shield. When used, functions as a shield, pushing targets up to 2.9 blocks away. I mean, that's cool, but not nearly as useful as the soft fall ability. Still, we can now use an umbrella as a shield, which is a very funny image. We have a wall of impenetrable defense. Anyway, with that being said, it is time for more technology. I wish I could tell you how exactly to detail light this, but really, the only advice you need is just spam everything down. It genuinely requires zero planning. It just looks good regardless. And with all that cobblestone removed, ladies and gentlemen, that is now one side of the mega cube complete. Also, we have a ton of trinket upgrades to do. We have our cloud in the bottom now giving us 5 jumps, our rooted boots feeding us faster, our feral claws attacking 1% more quickly. That's nice. Our leather belt giving us another amulet equipment slot. Oh no, it's actually giving us 2 more slots. We also now have our power glove going from plus 134% damage to plus 173%. Our kitty slippers now increase safe falling height by 7 blocks instead of 5.5. Our lucky scarf is giving us a 23% chance to apply additional levels of luck. Our snorkel is giving us an extra 9 seconds of water breathing. And our drinking hat is going from 36% increased drinking speed to 40. Now that we know exactly what we're building on each side of the cube, it should be quite easy to finish it. We're getting there with this. It's just slow but steady. To be fair, it's a bit less tedious for you guys just because all the extra random bits of detailing like this, they just get cut out. It's just slab, furnace, redstone torch, and repeat. There we go. That's the second side of the cube done. In retrospect, it's funny to see how plain this looks now. When I first built it, I was like, you know, there's no detailing, but this could pass for something pretty decent. But now, compared to all the stuff with all the details on it, this looks so bad. That's 3 sides done now. We've just got 1 left. Look at the light rays coming through the eye. That looks so cool. We're so close to being done now. This is the last bit of detailing work that we have to do, and then we're done. It's finally done. I also went ahead and detailed the top part just so this place would look nice and complete. And I also left this part empty so we can fly out of the base and have easy access. Let's just go ahead and clean up all this cobblestone. There we go. I didn't detail the bottom, but let's just pretend that I did. Anyway, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is our brand new base. It's a bit abstract, it's a bit out there, but I think it looks really cool. We've just built this place and this guy's already littered in it. Unacceptable! Let's go ahead and quickly furnish the inside. It's not going to be anything special, no furniture or carpets or anything like that. It's just going to be a nice spruce floor. We'll also add some glowstone in the floor so that we can light the area up without having to use torches. Let's go ahead and get a clear inventory as well as a clear backpack by dumping everything into these chests. Right, all of our stuff is now in this jumbled pile. And this is the part where we got to go to the basic storage quest and take a look at what we actually have to do. It might have seemed like no time has passed at all, but I've been watching tutorial after tutorial on how to master this storage system. And the first thing is, before we can actually have ourselves an automated storage system, we first need to actually make power in order to, well, power it. And so that's all going to start off with the heat generator, which can be crafted with 3 iron, 2 copper, some planks, a furnace, and an osmium ingot. So the first thing we need to do is go and find ourselves some osmium. I know I keep saying it, but doesn't our base just look incredible? Anyway, enough of that. I gotta stay focused. Now, apparently osmium ore can be found between Y-64 and Y-54, so a pretty wide range. Unfortunately, it's not this. This is zinc. It's not this either. This is tin. This is prosperity ore, so it's not that. Osmium, 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 osmium. That's what we need. What is this? Deep slate bought ore. That's the stupidest name I've ever heard. Hey, there we go. We found it. Osmium ore. And we actually got loads from that. We got 59. Now, I assume we'll be able to duplicate this stuff in the future with certain machines, so we won't smelt all of it. We'll just grab half. Thank Thankfully, we have some spare copper, so we're sorted for that. And now that we have some osmium, we can go ahead and craft ourselves the heat generator. It should go something like this. Nope, not that. It should go like this. There we go. The next thing we're going to want is a way of storing our energy, which we'll do via an energy cube. The main things we'll need in order to craft this is a steel casing, which is pretty simple. It's just osmium, some steel, and some glass. And we also need these energy tablets, which can be made using infused alloy. But in order to get the infused alloy, we need a metallurgic infuser. Thankfully, this is quite simple. Just requires 1 osmium, 2 furnaces, some iron, and some redstone. And we actually don't have any redstone, so it's back to the mines for me. I'm just mining through the walls in the hopes of finding either a cave or some redstone. Looks like we got ourselves the cave we were looking for, although it doesn't have the redstone. Yes, it does. I'll grab a bit of extra while we're here, just as a precaution. Look at the size of this cave. This is crazy. Last, we seem to have stumbled into some kind of dungeon. It's a fortress of the undead. We should definitely be careful in here because it could go wrong at any moment. I have chores. I have things I should be doing. Why am I in here? Look at that, though. Enchanted golden apple plus a powerful bow. Plus, we have extra iron. That's actually useful for the machine, so we're not completely wasting our time here. There's multiple enchanted golden apples, and this is just the first few chests we've searched. Let's keep going. That guy does have an enchanted bow, so let's not take too much damage, hopefully. More loot, more loot, more loot, more loot. So far, things are going fine, but I'm well aware it could all change in a matter of seconds. Oh, hey, look at that. Free redstone. There's so many bows available in this place. Hey, look at this. Neurotoxins 1. Chance to inflict paralyzed on non-undead mobs and non-iron/snow golems. That's pretty cool. And looting 2, which we may as well take. We also got a free diamond and another free diamond. The strength of the enemies that spawn here, aka incredibly weak skeletons, does not justify enchanted golden apples and a bunch of overpowered enchantments. Sanctified 4 is pretty cool, dealing holy damage and regenerating health. I think I may have already found a Sanctified book before, I'm not 100% sure. We have yet another Smite 5 book, plus extra iron and redstone, which is very nice. I guess we really are just gonna waltz in here and get all of this OP loot for free. I mean, let's not hurt the skeletons' feelings here. They're putting in a good effort, but it's not enough. Let's be honest. There's golden apples galore, there's gold, there's iron, it's everything you could ever ask for. Plus we have soul looting 3, so we can loot people's souls. Sure, why not? This is our 4th enchanted golden apple from this area so far. And we also have breach 3, which I think only goes on maces if I'm not mistaken. I'll take it anyway in case we can apply it to other pieces of equipment. And look at this, we also have some arrows of harming. We can combine that with that enchantment we have that gives us infinite amounts of any arrow to basically give us a nice little damage boost. We do have a bit of a congregation of skeletons up here, so that's at least slightly more dangerous, I guess. I mean, when you've got 5 enchanted golden apples, it's not really that dangerous. We'll just break the spawner. There we go. And this guy is the last bastion of hope for this fortress, but it's not enough. We've got a bow with Ruthless Strike 9. Let's see. Ruthless Strike just increases critical damage, although I can imagine Ruthless Strike 9 means we'll basically crit on every shot. I'm down for a bit of ruthlessness. I'll definitely take that. I mean, we'll of course be combining all these bows we're finding into one super bow that does just ridiculous amounts of damage. We do have an enchantment called Chainsaw, which says trees will be annihilated, which is cool, but we have ultimine, so there's no point. So many books. Look at this. We have Rebounding 3, which is melee attackers may find themselves much further away. Okay, that's just a worse, more annoying knockback. No thank you. We have Efficiency 3, which isn't bad, but not amazing. And we also have Bane of Arthropods 5. Yuck! Let's throw that on the floor. Do not want Bane of Arthropods 5. I'm happy for that to just despawn and never come back. We have Temptation to entice nearby farm animals. Not something that's super useful. And Smite 1. There's just so many gapples here. We can have a feast of nothing but golden apples. Although I think I may have just heard the warden spawn? I heard some kind of mystical, magical noise, and it's kind of freaking me out because I don't know what it was. It sounded kind of like the warden spawn, but I guess it wasn't because we're not getting blindness. Let's just keep our eyes peeled and be careful. Oh, never mind. There's a necromancer down here. It was his magic that was making the noise. Okay, well, now I'm not worried at all. I think we've fully looted the structure now, which is a shame because there was so much good stuff in here. Oh, no, we've got a little bit more. No way! Worker exploitation on an enchanted book. Wool received is doubled, but the sheep takes damage. If only this was for villagers. Like, emeralds received were doubled. I'd take this in a heartbeat. It doesn't look like there's an extra floor to this place, unfortunately. We got a fairly geared up zombie here. Maybe he's a lost adventurer or something. And he actually dropped his backpack. Nice. We'll go ahead and upgrade this to diamond in a little bit. We've got more redstone. Let's get back to mining that. It is insane just how big these caves are. Plus, now that we're in a more open area, there is redstone ripe for the picking absolutely everywhere. Plus, thanks to all our movement, it's actually really fun to just explore these. Right, let's clear out this zombie spawner and then we'll get back to work. Die, you stupid little baby gremlin. Get out! Why can't I hit him? I'm actually getting destroyed. There we go. All right, you can get out of here. Goodbye. And now we have another enchanted golden apple. Are you kidding me? Oh, actually, we need to stay down here a bit longer. I forgot we should have been mining copper too. We also have some bunny hoppers. I'm pretty sure we found these before, haven't we? Or actually, what might have happened is in a previous scrapped recording, I may have found these. I just haven't found them in this attempt. At least the puzzle's nice and easy. Allows high jumps by continuously holding the jump key for up to 0.22 seconds. I think I tried these and then didn't like them because you were just constantly flying up in the air and it was super hard to control. This chest has some glowing water, which is kind of cool, but we definitely won't be drinking that. And we also have a name tag, a hunter's belt, nothing really that important. Right, copper, that's what we want to find. I'm pretty sure it spawns higher up though. Right, let's see. Copper. That's a mimic. I knew it. Get out of it. Nope, you're not fooling me. It was a worthy try, but it didn't work. Also, you should go to a dentist because you need to get some braces, mate. Those teeth, they're all out of alignment. He also dropped us a cross necklace. Envelops the relic bearer in a protective aura, granting temporary invulnerability after each hit taken. I'm going to need to find a safe place to conduct my research. There's too many hooligans in this area. Right, there we go. It's all been solved. I may or may not have had to slightly cheat. Increases the duration of invulnerability after taking damage by 0.4 seconds. We only have one neck slot, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying considering you could wear like 100 necklaces around your neck. You've got plenty of space there, but it seems like we're not allowed. So because of that, we'll take off the novelty drinking hat. It's not like it was doing much for us anyway. And now we can use our universal trinket slot to equip the cross necklace. The chest here does not exactly have anything worth talking about. I just want some copper, but I keep finding cool extra bits of loot. Oh, here we are. We're back at the first structure we found. Now you're probably saying, oh, Mozi, you're getting distracted again. No, I'm not. Your mum's distracted. How about that? Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Your mum's probably a very nice lady, and I'm very sorry. Anyway, let's head home and try our hand at finding copper a bit closer to the surface. Look at that. We've already got some just lying about in our mine. And there's even more here. Lovely. Oh, yeah, we've already got a stack. That should be plenty. Right, let's get some of that copper smelted up. In the meantime, let's make ourselves that metallurgic infuser. We can then connect that to the heat generator. It's a very rudimentary setup, but we're going to have something much better in the future. Now, what we got to do is fill this up with a bit of redstone. As you can see, we've got a bit of redstone in the... I don't know what you call that, but there's redstone in this thing. Now, this does actually have a bit of power in it because I think the sun shining on the heat generator is giving it the tiniest bit of power. However, we can make it much more effective by just tossing some charcoal in. Now, our metallurgic infuser has some power, which means if we grab ourselves some copper ingots, we can throw those in, and that should create the alloy. Beautiful. There we go. And now with that done, we can create our energy tablets. Oh, my days. I forgot we need steel as well for the energy cube. There's so many different things you need. To be fair, I'm more than happy to go through all these extra steps and jump through all these hoops if it means we have an automated storage system at the end of it. Once again, we're missing a resource. This time, it's coal. Thankfully, there's a huge vein of it in the mine right here, so we'll just scoop that up, and we'll grab a bit extra as well, just to be sure. And then we'll grab this for good measure, and our pick broke. Nice. I don't know how many pickaxes we've gone through, but I know it's a lot. I really can't wait till we get some good enchantments. Right, home once again. We then place our ore hammer inside the crafting table, as well as an iron ingot to make the dust. Then we chuck the dust back in the crafting table, along with 4 coal in order to finally make the steel dust. We do need 4 steel dust, so let's get that made. Then, of course, we've got to smelt it into steel, and then we combine 4 steel with 4 glass, as well as 1 osmium ingot to make the steel casing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after all of that, we can finally craft the energy cube. Boom, there we go. That's like step 2 or 3 out of 10. But still, we're getting there. Look at it. It's so glorious and cube-like. Now that we have all the components, we can make our very first self-sustaining source of power. We are going to be using lava for this, which is why we've got all these stone slabs as a precaution. Our heat generator is going to go in the middle, and we're going to need 7 buckets of lava for this, so we'll need to head to the nether. Although actually, there might be enough in the lava pool over here. Oh yeah, there's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, done. And effectively, what we've got to do is surround this heat generator on all sides with lava, so then we don't have to put any coal in, any charcoal in, anything like that. The natural heat from the lava will be enough to power the heat generator. Although first, actually, we need to grab ourselves a little bit more steel. And actually, while we wait for that to smelt, let's upgrade our trinkets once again. The cloud in the bottle is now giving us 6 jumps in the air. Honestly, it's starting to get a bit expensive experience-wise to upgrade our trinkets, so I'm actually not going to bother with upgrading some of the less used ones. I will upgrade our kitty slippers. Those are rather useful. And we'll also do the lucky scarf, the feral claws, the power glove, and the umbrella. Anyway, with our steel, let's craft ourselves some universal cables. We then hook one up to the heat generator and then connect it to the energy cube. And now with that done, we can get all the lava placed. We can even place lava inside the heat generator itself, which you'd think would break it, but it actually works just fine. We do one here, there we go. And finally, we place one more lava source right here. And now no matter what we do, this energy cube will always be filling up with power. Heat generators are pretty slow, but they're the best option that we have early game. Right, that's the power situation out the way, so now we need to get started on making the actual items for the automated storage system. And the first part is the controller. For this, we're going to need quartz enriched iron, silicon, an advanced processor, and machine casing. Quartz enriched iron is rather easy. We just combine quartz with 3 iron ingots. Unfortunately, the advanced processor is not quite as simple. We first need to get a raw advanced processor, which we get by combining redstone, a diamond, silicon, and processor binding. Processor binding we can get with string and a slime ball, and silicon we can get by smelting Certus quartz dust. Certus quartz dust is found on Certus quartz buds, which are found inside those meteorites. We may as well go for the meteorite first, because they're really easy to find. Also, I added a waypoint to our base on the map, so that we always have it marked. I'm just going to fly around using our spellbook, and I bet we can find a meteor within 10 minutes. Look at that, we've already found one. It's right here. This is where we found it, and this is our base right here. Let's make our way inside, and here we are. We'll take the appropriately named mysterious cube, although it's not needed for the storage system, and it broke into a bunch of different things: a guide, a silicon press, a calculation press, an engineering press. Complicated stuff we don't need right now. The important parts are the Certus quartz buds as well as the Certus quartz blocks. Now, I don't believe any of these buds are actually fully grown yet, so there's no point collecting them. However, we will grab the blocks. Oh, never mind, actually. The quartz buds drop dust when they're not fully grown, so every single piece here is going to give us the dust that we need. We have the Certus quartz for the silicon now, but getting the slime ball for the processor binding is going to be a little bit more difficult. The easiest way I can think of is for us to make a compass, or whatever that is, a red alloy ingot. Oh, it's because I've put the redstone the wrong way around. There we go, compass. And then we combine that with saplings and logs to make a nature's compass. Then we just click on this and we search for a swamp. There we go. And then all we got to do is make our way there and wait for night. Oh, look at that. It's another of those starter towers. We'll need to wait till night for slimes to actually spawn anyway, so we may as well just loot this. It would be really nice if this just had a slime ball. Can you imagine how convenient that would be? We'd also have a bunch more enchanted books. Let's see. Projectile protection 4, smite 5, fire aspect 2, feather falling 4, tearing, or tearing or tearing, I don't know. Gives teary or teary effect to the target hit by the spear. We're not going to be using a spear. Fire prot 4, spell reflection 2, and fortune 3. Anyway, let's keep moving towards the swamp. Right, we have arrived. I thought this was a slime, which would have been perfect, but it's a slimy nest for bees. This guy's apparently a swamp enderman. Let's see if he'll drop us a pearl. Oh, and I've missed, and he's just poisoning me. Awesome. Okay, let's calm down. Let's relax. He is doing far too much damage for his own good. Unfortunately, he did not drop any slime for us, which is a shame. Oh, there we go. There's a slime on the map. There's a little baby one too. I'm sorry, my friend. You're going to get turned into a wonderful storage system. Your life does have meaning. We've got our one slime ball, so let's head back home. Oh, we need string as well, so we got to go back out and kill spiders. Right, so I've been out slaying a couple of arachnids, and now we have all the string that we need. So now we can do this, and that's going to get us the processor binding. We need to smelt up all of our Certus quartz in the furnace to get the silicon. There we go. Look at that. So now we got to do this. There we go. That gets us the raw advanced processor. And then we got to smelt it up. To make the storage controller, we also need the machine casing, which is pretty simple. It's just 8 pieces of quartz enriched iron along with any piece of stone. I can't wait till we have a jetpack so we can just blast out the top here without having to go through this whole umbrella business. We've spawned right next to quartz, so that's nice and easy. We'll grab a couple veins. That should be plenty. Then we just combine that with some iron to make our quartz enriched iron. And then doing this will get us our machine casing. Our processor is finished, and so is our silicon. And now we actually have everything we need to make the controller. There we go. Next, we need to make a grid, which requires glass, machine casing, construction cores, improved processors, destruction cores, and quartz enriched iron. A lot of this stuff is actually pretty simple to craft. It just requires more silicon. Unfortunately, Certus quartz blocks can only be turned into these Certus quartz crystals, and those can't be turned into dust without additional contraptions. Now, we could silk touch the Certus quartz buds that are found in the meteorites so we can grow our own Certus quartz, but that's going to take ages, so it's just easier if we go out and try and find as much dust as possible. Brilliant, there's our next meteorite, and here's all of our extra Certus quartz. I actually changed my mind. I think we're going to be needing a lot of silicon in the future, so I'm going to chuck Silk Touch onto our diamond pickaxe and then just grab all the buds that we find. We do have a spare Silk Touch book at home, so I don't mind using this one on a random diamond pickaxe. I've now mined up all the Certus Quartz buds, so let's make our way to the next meteorite. We haven't found another meteor, but we have found this massive floating island, and it looks like there's some kind of castle or temple or something up here, and there are also a bunch of spawners, so we've got to take care of those. Oh, and I completely forgot, now we can actually pick up the spawners properly and not turn them into broken spawners since we have Silk Touch. Don't really know what to expect from this structure. There are some chests, but they don't have anything in them. This floor might be some kind of trap, so I'm just going to check that. No, it seems... Oh, nope, it was a trap. If we'd mined these gold or emerald blocks, the whole floor would have collapsed from under us. Now that we've successfully defused the trap, we'll go ahead and take all of the items. And before we head down that pit, let's check the rest of the structure. Is there anything inside here? There is. We've got a bunch of gold blocks, and we have this whole dungeon room right here. Our blessing enchantment's given us night vision, which is super useful right now. I just want to loot the chest. It's got some diamonds. That's lovely. And we've also got this room up here with a couple of extra chests. Not that there's anything particularly useful in them. We may as well quickly check the pit just in case there's anything useful down here. There's a sign that says treasure and adventure await you, but somehow I don't think that's true. There's a ridiculous amount of monsters in this pit. There is a spawner right here which seems to be pumping out enemies. We'll definitely make sure to get rid of that. And I expect there's probably more spawners hidden in this area too. This dungeon just keeps going on and on. As predicted though, there is another spawner. Oh, we just got knocked down into the pit. Nope, 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 not happening. No thank you. No thank you. This whole place is encased in obsidian too. At least we can now loot our very first chest here, and it's more of the same terrible loot. Let's check this. Oh my, yeah, no, we're not staying here. This is without question a complete waste of our time. I'd just like to find more Certus Quartz. I really do not care about anything else. The terrain here is actually really cool. Look at this. And it just keeps going and going. This honestly looks like something straight out of Avatar. It would be an absolute nightmare to traverse this by foot though. I'm so glad we can fly. I guess you could just use a boat. That would probably be rather simple. It doesn't help that now night's fallen and I didn't bring a bed. Although the map stays lit up, so actually this should be fine. We've got a bit of a dinky little meteorite here. It didn't make much of an impact. Either way, it should still have plenty of Certus Quartz inside for us. Look at all of it. This is exactly what we need. Although unfortunately, all of the crystals were fully grown, so we didn't get any dust. There's plenty of buds here though, so we'll be able to grow tons of the stuff at home. And here we go. Here's yet another meteor, although this time there's a bunch of lava around it. Although to be fair, it is a fiery rock crashing down from outer space, so I'm not surprised we've got this fiery crater left behind. All of these buds are fully grown again. That's so annoying. At the very least, we do now have 24 total buds, which should be plenty. Right, let's set up a little farm for all of our Certus Quartz now. We'll put it on the other side of our base actually, because I want to link up this energy cube to different contraptions, and that's going to be pretty annoying if we've got this big Certus Quartz farm to the left. We need to space out the buds quite a bit as well, because imagine a crystal grows on this side here. That means now a crystal can't grow from this side here. We're going to have a top layer of crystals and a bottom layer. The bottom layer is going to be one block off the floor, so then a crystal can even grow on the underneath of these blocks. Look at this, the crystals are already starting to form, although we didn't get anything from that one. Oh wait, no, we got the buds because I'm using a Silk Touch pickaxe. I'm such an idiot. So in theory, if we just mine these up with a normal pickaxe, we get the dust. There we go. I don't know why I didn't make that connection earlier. These crystals seem to grow quite quickly. We should have plenty of Certus Quartz very soon. While we wait for all that to grow, let's start work on making our grid. First, let's get the two improved processors, which have to be smelted up from the raw version. And to make these, we need processor binding, silicon, redstone, and gold. Thankfully, we still have loads of processor binding left over, since one slime ball makes 8 of them. First, we're going to smelt up more of our dust to get more silicon. And then we do this. There we go. That's going to make our improved processors. There's both of them crafted up. Now we just got to smelt them. Next up, we're going to want a construction core. And this is going to require a basic processor and some glowstone dust. So the basic processor requires... Oh, it's the same recipe as the improved one, just with an iron ingot instead of a gold one. Well, that's rather nice and simple. Let's get one of those created. And of course, then we got to smelt it up. And the final core slash processor that we need is a destruction core. And this is going to require another basic processor and a piece of quartz. So that's just going to be the same recipe once again. And then we just smelt it up once again. We've got access to so much Certus dust now. This is so much better than just trying to search for meteorites and mining up what little bits of dust we can get from them. Now all we got to do is combine one processor with a glowstone to get the construction core, and one processor with the nether quartz to get the destruction core. We also need some quartz enriched iron. We already know how to make that. And we also need some machine casing. And that's just even more quartz enriched iron. There's all of our iron. Lovely. There's the machine casing crafted up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have everything we need in order to craft the grid. We combine all of these processors, all of these cores, and one piece of quartz enriched iron. There it is, the grid. And then we're going to need one more advanced processor in combination with a crafting table to make a crafting grid. So that's just going to be the diamond, the redstone, the processor binding, and the silicon like that to get the raw advanced processor. We once again grill the processor at a lovely medium rare, and then we combine our grid with the crafting table and the processor. There we go, the crafting grid has been obtained. The reason why we want the crafting grid is because when we access our storage, this also gives us an inbuilt crafting grid, so it's much more useful. Bear with me, I know this is a very tedious process, but we're almost there. One of the final components we need to craft is a disk drive. For that, we're going to need more quartz enriched iron, more machine casing, an advanced processor, and a chest. It's not particularly difficult to get all of the components, it just takes a while, and it's a lot of tabbing in and out of the crafting grid. That was rather easy. We now have everything that we need, so let's whip that up. And now we can actually go ahead and set up our automatic storage system using all the components we've obtained: the crafting grid, the controller, and the disk drive. It doesn't look very impressive when it's all placed down. It's all of that effort for 3 blocks. As you can see though, it's all turned off. As with any electrical component, it needs power. So we just use these universal cables to link everything up. And we're one short. No! I'm not going through that whole process of getting more steel and smelting it up. I'm just going to move the storage area a bit closer. Right, boom. Boom, and boom. There we go. Now, why are you not turning on? Okay, I think I get it now. It seems like only this side of the cube is lit up, and as you can see, when we put a pipe on this side, that actually fills up with power. So all we gotta do is make sure the cable's coming out the front, and then the power works fine. Kinda random, but sure, who am I to complain? As you can see, now our setup works perfectly. However, there is one final component that we need in order to actually store items in the system. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is disks. You see, if we don't have any disks in here, we've got no storage, and therefore we cannot store any items. You can get different tiers of storage disks. We'll start off with the smallest size first. Thankfully, they're quite easy to make. They require the quartz enriched iron, some redstone, some glass, and a 1K storage part, which is just silicon, glass, redstone, and more quartz enriched iron. And that's the real reason we set up this Certus quartz farm, because without it, we'd never be able to get enough silicon to actually make all the different drives. I've only left it for about 5 minutes, and it's already produced us over half a stack of dust. I've also just remembered, why are we still using the basic useless Minecraft furnaces? We'll first make some iron furnaces. We'll then upgrade all of those to gold. And I would like to go all the way to diamond, but we don't actually have that many diamonds left. We'll be sticking with gold for now, but these should be more than acceptable. Oh, hold on. These have got a little energy pop-up on them. I think we actually need to power them. I think this setup works. I'm not 100% sure. I've done a little bit of research. I don't think they need power to function. I believe they can actually generate power themselves. I do apologize. I'm still working this whole tech mod pack thing out. I'm not the best at these kinds of mods. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get our first 4 1K storage parts crafted, and then we can turn all of those into 1K storage disks. Then we can chuck all of these disks in our drive. As you can see by the blue light, those have all been accepted. And now if we open this gigantic grid, we can chuck, say, redstone dust in there, and now it's in the storage system. And then as you can see, our first storage disk is now registering that we have 42 items stored out of 1024. Let's make ourselves 4 more 1K storage parts, and then we'll turn all of those into 4 more disks, and then we'll chuck all of those into our disk drive. And now our system can currently hold up to 8,000 items. We can also upgrade these disks at any time. The mod pack actually recommends that you don't store specific unique items inside of the storage system, like weapons or enchanted books or that kind of thing, because otherwise the world can actually start to get overloaded with data and then crash. So the way we're going to store all of our unique items is via some upgraded regular old chests. We've got these iron chests now, but we'll go one step further and turn them into gold chests. That should give us plenty of storage. Oh yeah, this should be plenty. This can be for gear and trinkets, and then this chest on top that's just a regular chest, that's going to be for enchanted books. And now that we've finally got an automated system set up, we can go ahead and start dumping all of our items in it. It feels so nice to just be able to throw everything we have in here. As you can see, we have already filled up our first disc, so we're definitely going to be wanting to upgrade all of these in the future. I'm pleased to announce that now every single item we own has been beautifully sorted into either our storage system or one of of these chests. Looks like our infinite ham is now ready to be upgraded. Instead of restoring 2 hunger points per chunk, it's now going to restore 3. Now, we were going to craft that jetpack, and don't worry, that's still on the agenda, but we've spent so much time working on a bunch of different things. I think it's time we go on a little adventure. Also, we're a bit poor in terms of diamonds and gold and iron now, so I'd rather like to get some more. I'm thinking we head into the nether because we're going to need to get blaze powder so that we can A, find the stronghold and kill the ender dragon, but B, so we can make potions and do a bunch of other different things. We're going to craft some more tools before we go, but first let's remove the silk touch enchantment from our current pickaxe. And the way we do that is we throw the pickaxe onto this piece of obsidian, we throw some books next to it, and then we chuck an anvil on top. And as you can see, that's now given us a base diamond pickaxe, and we should have ourselves... Oh. I think I might have accidentally crushed all the books with the anvil. Never mind, I just looked it up. Apparently, you actually need an enchantment on the anvil in order to get the enchantment from the pickaxe to the book. So that was a bit of a waste of a silk touch enchantment, but whatever, it's fine. We're making a new diamond pickaxe anyway. And we can actually make use of our storage system here to just craft it up right now. We'll grab a new pickaxe and a new axe. And then we'll throw the old tools into our chest, just like so. And we'll also want to grab ourselves some arrows for our bow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us make haste. We shall enter the nether. I can already see a bastion on the map, so that's where we're headed. Right, here we are, and there's already some chests on display. We'll just bow spam this brute to death, and we already got him in 1 hit thanks to our power glove. I do feel quite a bit safer because we have our cloud in a bottle, which means if we do get cornered, we're just gonna spam jump out of there. Let's snipe you. Goodbye. Oh, that didn't actually kill him. He survived. This will end him, though. Right, let's check their first chest. What have we got? Honestly, not as good as I was expecting. We've got some crimson iron ingots, which I've had a look, and I don't really know what these do. I don't think they're super useful. We've got leather boots, gold boots, some crying obsidian, and some other bits of junk, basically. To be fair, it is a bridge bastion, and these never really have that much loot in them, since the main appeal is going to be the giant stash of gold blocks at the end. Here it is. Let's grab all of that. And that's pretty much all the loot we're going to find, so let's just keep exploring. Got some kind of nether manor right here. It's got a fully charged respawn anchor. We also have a chest, which is not trapped. 2 golden apples. Nice. I'll take them. We also have a brewing stand with a potion of weaving, which I think is one of the new ones in vanilla Minecraft, and we have a splash potion of spell damage. And let's definitely make sure to get all this nether wart. Ow, let's not set ourselves on fire. There are some enchanted books on this shelf, but I don't know what they do. Punch 1 and ensnaring 1. Not super useful. Quick check in the roof. Is there any treasure hidden up here? There's definitely something. We've got a bunch of barrels that have netherite scrap in them. I'm glad we checked here. More netherite scrap. Yes, please. We might have enough. No, we don't quite have enough for a full ingot. Still, 3 netherite scrap is a great find. I think I've seen this structure before in another mod pack. I think there's a spawner hidden in here. That's what I thought there would be. I think it might actually just be another bastion. Oh, burning piglin brutes. No, thank you. It smells like burning bacon. It's delicious. Sorry, guys, you're being robbed. Hate to break it to you, but you will have to die. We can keep flying above them and then dunking on them with our bow. That's sick. Oh, you were hiding behind the wall. You didn't think I'd see you. Look at you now. You've got yourself stuck. Don't you feel dumb? Yeah, that's right. Face the corner in shame. I'm just going to leave you there so you can think about what you've done. I do actually remember this structure now. It's got these huge towers, and then each level has some loot or some enemies. So this might have piglin brutes if we're not careful. No, it was completely empty. There's always 1 or 2 floors in this that have a bunch of blaze spawners, and it gets very annoying. We've got our first chest. Now that's more like it. Netherite ingot, netherite upgrade, and a second netherite ingot, actually. Plus, we have some windswept diamond boots that are better than our current diamond boots. And they give us a nice little extra speed boost as well. We also have a piercing diamond knife of slaying in here, which would be kind of cool, but it has the enchantment knowledge of the ages, which means enemy drops are directly converted into experience. And that obviously sucks if we're trying to get a specific item, say blaze rods from killing blazes. It's all just going to get turned into XP. We shouldn't dilly-dally, however, because the longer we wait, the more blazes are going to spawn down here, and the more we're going to get set on fire while just trying to loot the place. I think this is the blaze floor. Yes, it is. We've already got 3 that have shown up. I've just realized, though, we don't even actually have to go to another fortress since we've got all the blazes that we need right here. Don't know why it took me that long to figure that out. This spawner is quite slow, so we'll just leave it alone for now and see if it spawns more blazes for us later. We've got another chest with even more loot. Nothing that we really need, though, unfortunately. I believe we've now reached the bottom of this tower. It's all just, yeah, it's all just solid blackstone. This is apparently blackstone crimson iron ore. That's pretty cool. Oh, this place is full of blazes now. I'm glad we left that spawner. We do want to be careful here that we don't get overwhelmed, but so far we're doing fine. fine. Although I don't know what effect we just got hit with, but I don't like it. What is going on? Why is the screen all purple? Make it stop. Okay, thank you. I don't know what that was, but I never want to go through it again. One of the blazes also dropped us a molten core, which we can just turn directly into magma cream. I thought that would turn to blaze rods. No, thank you. We'll just keep on farming, keep on getting those blaze rods. Let's check out the other towers because we've already got 7 blaze rods, so I bet we can find some more just by looting even more. We've got another delegation of piglin brutes that we must murder. Let me see your hands. This is a robbery. Nobody do anything stupid. Nobody be a hero. This is what happens to heroes. They die. They get hit with an axe. Empty out all your valuables, your gold, your netherite, your wallets. I want all of it. Nobody seems to be listening. This is very annoying. If you weren't also rude and bad-mannered about being robbed, then maybe you'd get to live. Okay, this is a little bit much though. Then now we're unionizing. Thankfully, we can just axe crit them all to death. I don't know where you got this helmet from, but you are an elite piglin. You have some extra drip. Too bad it doesn't mean anything, and now you're dead. Oh, and he actually dropped his backpack too, the copper backpack. Here is our next chest. And once again, it's not great. We've got a Splendor gem, but that's about it. Wait, what happened here? It looks like a dungeon actually intersected this structure. Well, we get an extra chest, so I'm not complaining. Although, it's not really very good. We started off really well with all that netherite, and now it's just gone downhill. Come on, chest. Do us proud. Let's get some extra netherite. Oh, come on. Not bunny slippers and just leather and crimson iron. The existence of bunny slippers in this chest implies that piglins put on these bunny slippers to go to bed or whatever. That's quite a funny image. We've got one more chest back here, which has a netherite upgrade, so that's not bad, but no actual netherite. We also have another blaze floor. That's lovely. Oh, what is this? What is going on? This must be another of those blessing effects. Gold Sight 3, apparently. Let's see. What does this chest have? Nothing good? I mean, actually, no, we've got this golden hook. Before we can actually check what this thing does, we got to kill some more blazes because they are spawning en masse. We've got 17 blaze rods now. That should be more than enough. Unfortunately, our turtle helmet's actually broken, so we won't get the extra hearts from it now. We'll have to settle with a replacement iron one for now. Right, now then, let's check this golden hook. Allows the relic bearer to perform more precise attacks, retaining more experience from killed mobs. Nice. Unlocking this should be very easy. We just have to trace the image of a hook. There we go. Thirst for knowledge increases experience gained from killing mobs by 35%. Nice. Let's go ahead and swap out our feral claws for the hook. I feel like that's a decent trade. As long as you can get lucky and there's ancient debris hidden inside these piles of blackstone, but it doesn't look like that's the case for this floor. And it looks like we've reached the bottom now anyway. We've looted both these towers now, which means we should be fully finished with this structure. Let's now make our way over to the nearest warped forest so we can get ourselves some ender pearls. We have found a structure here, and it's got loads of these piles of armor from those ancient knights. I mean, we're a fair bit stronger now. We should be able to kill them. We'll get an axe crit, and then we'll get another one, and then one more kills him. They don't really drop anything useful though, do they? There's a spawner here, which I've just activated. Oh, it's a trial spawner. How strong are you? We gotta be careful here. I really don't want to die to some stupid overpowered attack. Oh my, okay, yeah, that's the definition of overpowered attack. No thanks. Nope, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I bet we get a reward for killing him, though. Let's just bow spam him and then try and jump away. We just got to stay out of range. Get back. There we go. And it just spawns more. I thought this was going to be a one and done type deal. Thankfully, now that we're up here, this is very easy to cheese. Although, having said that, we've almost run out of arrows now. It's so risky to be trying to fight these guys like this. 2 hits and we just die. Although, as long as we make use of our cloud in a bottle, we can evade them. Plus, our power glove means we do a ton of extra damage, which means it only actually takes a couple of axe crits to get rid of these guys. Are we done yet? I think we are. What is the reward? Nothing? Is that really? Are you serious? We almost got sliced in half and our reward is nothing? I mean, one of them did drop some netherite scrap, so that's nice. Oh, and actually, one of them dropped this decrepit flamberge. That's significantly better than our diamond axe. We'll have to slap Mendy on this when we get back home. Anything hidden under the spawner? No. I guess we could go ahead and revive some of these armor piles since there's a chance that we get netherite scrap from them. If things get too dicey and we almost die, that's when I'll stop doing it. This one dropped us netherite scrap. Lovely. That's an immediate profit. This is a pretty good structure, actually. I quite like this. You just gotta weave around them with the cloud and everything's fine. More netherite scrap there. And you also dropped an ancient night charm fragment. If we combine 2 of the ancient night charm fragments with an egg, we can make an ancient night spawn egg. And actually, since you can put spawn eggs into spawners, and we've already picked up loads of them, we could actually make an ancient night farm. And that way we'd be able to get infinite netherite scrap, which is kind of crazy to think think about. It is cool, but it's not the most useful thing in the world, considering there is a lot of gear in this mod pack that is way better than netherite. We've got 3 netherite scraps so far. I'm happy to call it a day there. We have other things to do, such as finding endermen. I have to remember, though, that it's these guys we're looking for, the warped forest endermen. I don't think regular endermen actually spawn in warped forests in this mod pack. I believe it's just the replacement ones that appear. Also, that's another fortress, so we might as well go loot that afterwards. Farming these guys is going rather well so far. I'm sorry to do this. Your life needs to take on a brand new purpose. Your eyes shall open the end portal for us. All it takes is 1 axe crit and then 1 extra hit, and that's enough to dispatch them. The endermen are also quite easy to find because of their glowing white eyes. They stick out quite a lot. We've got 7 ender pearls so far. We just need a couple more. I really don't want your drops to fall off the edge, thank you. I don't want to let a single precious ender pearl go to waste. We have 11 pearls now, which should be enough because I think we have something like 9 at home. We'll just go ahead and craft these into their regular pearl counterparts. And now let's go see what this nether fortress has to offer. Oh yes, our power glove is due for an upgrade. We can do even more damage now. We're going to increase our damage dealt by 250% now. And also we can upgrade the kitty slippers to give us a safe falling height of 10 blocks. And we can also upgrade our cross necklace, but I don't see the point. It says we increase the duration of invulnerability after taking damage by 0.4 seconds. But then when we hover over the upgrade button, it just stays at 0.4 seconds. What is the point? It only costs 0.2 levels though, apparently, so we'll just do it. Oh, there we go. Now the second upgrade puts it to 0.5. We obviously don't need to kill any blazes here, but any extra loot would be nice. And also, of course, we can kill wither skeletons to potentially find ourselves a wither skull. And this is a part I forgot about. They drop wither skull fragments anyway, so we can just craft the skulls. The wither skeletons actually have bows, weirdly enough. And this one dropped his head. That must be because of the extra luck we've got. This chest is kind of interesting. We've got an agile bow with Plague Bringer 1 that gives plus 22% speed and plus 31% draw speed, but I don't think we can actually combine that with our current bow. We also have the withered bracelets, and this means we can apply the wither effect to enemies. That's super useful. Oh, and it also gives us wither resistance. We have complete immunity to it. Let's first research the trinket itself, and I'm going to do a little bit of cheating. This should be it now. Yeah, there we go. Has a 25% chance to apply the wither effect to the attack target for 3.7 seconds. Nice. This is also a bracelet slot, and we don't have anything in there yet, so this is just a direct upgrade. That has made me a very happy man indeed. It seems like all of these towers have chests in them, so that's what we're going to want to check. I'd really like to get some good enchanted armor soon, though, because we're taking so much damage at the moment. More arrows, that's lovely. We were almost completely out. And there's a chest here as well. Nothing that useful in this, though. Check this out. Boom! Flying axe crit. We've got more arrows and also an obsidian skull. Redirects heat aimed at harming the relic bearer onto itself, so the skull takes the heat damage for us. Thank you very much, Mr. Skull. I'm so glad we have levels now so we can just spam through the hints. Hey, look at that. I solved it completely by myself. Definitely didn't use any help whatsoever. Completely absorbs damage from fire sources for up to 2.9 seconds. If the player has not taken fire damage for 3 seconds, the absorption time regenerates each second. Nice. And we'll just chuck that in. There we go. We found the best trinkets for the nether fortress at exactly the right time. We found wither immunity and fire protection. Having said that, though, I was just set on fire while explaining, so I don't know how useful the skull actually is. For some reason, there's a piece of TNT exposed here with a button next to it, so let's just set it off. And all that does is it opens up a nice little cut through. Okay. And then from this side, we can spin this, which doesn't activate the portcullis. It must be broken, and we're supposed to repair it. We shall press onward to the main part of the fortress. Oh, but this gate actually works. Look at that. That's really cool. I wish this was a thing in regular Minecraft. It would make castle doors so much better. Look how imposing that looks. These gigantic doors are open and ready for us. Here's a wither skeleton with an actual sword. That's actually quite rare. I've been used to seeing them all with bows. Also, as you can see, when he hits us, we get the wither effect, but it just doesn't do any damage. Yeah, you and your little friend are going to pack things up now. Goodbye. This is a pretty cool looking relic. The Space Dissector. +1 experience point for each created portal if there is no existing one. Holding right mouse button creates a portal at a point along the line of sight. Releasing right mouse button within a distance of 20 blocks creates a second portal in the same way, linking it to the first. When a living entity approaches a portal, it is teleported to the linked portal. Portals do not function if impassable blocks are in their way. After 8 seconds, the portals close and disappear. That's cool, but very niche, and I don't think we're going to use this. And the slot that it should go in is currently occupied, so we can't even equip it. Still, I guess it's a cool thing to find. There must be a spawner on these towers or something, because they keep dropping down and hitting me. Or maybe not, I guess. I guess they were all just waiting up there one by one. They just leap off as soon as I thought it was safe. We found ourselves a replacement turtle shell that's better than our iron helmet. That's nice to see. There is a chainmail helmet with protection 3, which is better because it gives us health as well, but it's already taken some damage. We also have this Rage Glove. +1 experience point for every 3 charges from the ability Berserker Rage when they are reset. +1 experience point for each target hit by the Spurt ability. We've already got Berserker Rage unlocked. It looks like we just need to level it up so we can get Spurts. So, Berserker Rage. Each attack made by the wearer within 2.5 seconds of the last one accumulates 1 charge. The player's damage increases by 3.6% per charge, but they also take 2.6% more damage. If the player fails to attack within the given time to gain another charge, the relic's internal buffer is completely emptied, nullifying all accumulated bonuses. Right, we're not using this. Why would we ever want to voluntarily take more damage? No, thank you. Let's go clear out these other towers, and then we'll head down to the bottom of the structure. This looks pretty cool, and it has some extra cool little touches around the item tooltip box, that's the word, so this might actually be really good. +1 experience point for every 10 damage accumulated in the internal buffer of the relic from the ability Infernal Hatred. Right, let's see what Infernal Hatred does. Accumulates damage taken by the wearer into the relic's internal buffer. Why do they have to keep saying internal buffer? It's so nerdy. Can we stop with this, please? Anyway, as I was saying, accumulates damage with a capacity of 51 units. 5 seconds after the last damage received, or if the buffer overflows, the relic explodes, scattering obsidian shards in all directions. Each shard deals 0.31 damage and stuns for 0.2 seconds per unit of damage stored. I mean, this seems really cool. Let's give it a try. I think now is the time that we take off the Lucky Scarf, because this only gives us a luck boost if we're mining blocks. So whenever we go on a mining trip, we'll just re-equip it. For now, let's see what the Reflecting Necklace can do. I just killed a Wither Skeleton, so that should charge the ability. Let's see, is anything gonna happen? Are we gonna shoot obsidian shards? Where's my obsidian shards at? Come on. Nothing's happening so far. Oh, wait, we have to actually take damage for it to activate. I remember now. Oh, this is a good trinket, the Vampiric Glove. Yes, we're gonna get lifesteal. There we go. Heals the player for 14% of the damage dealt. It's not even a percent chance. It's every single hit. Ah, see, now this is getting difficult, though. I don't actually know what to unequip. The Power Glove is never coming off. It's so strong, so that's definitely never leaving. We can either remove the Golden Hook and lose our XP boost, or remove the Cross Necklace from the Universal slot and then not get the invincibility frames. Let's take off the Cross Necklace for now, and let's see what the Reflecting Necklace can do, because if the Reflecting Necklace is bad, we can just replace that with the Cross Necklace. Vampiric Glove is going on. There we go. And there's another Reflecting Necklace in this chest, although this one's actually more upgraded. We'll do a little swap like that. There we go. And now let's go and voluntarily take some damage so that we can actually see what the Reflecting Necklace does. First, though, we must raid the castle pantry. We've got a diamond, a brawler's gem, some more random stuff. It's crazy just how many trinkets we've found so far. Now, usually in these structures, one of these staircases continues all the way down, giving you access to a secret labyrinth. And it looks like we found it. We can also get a nice upgrade for our hook as well, giving us 40% extra XP now. And now here's the labyrinth. It's awfully dark, so I'm sorry if you can't see anything while watching. Just rest assured, I cannot see anything either. We have got some enchanted books on these shelves. Let's see what they are. Fire Prot 2, rubbish. Smite 2, rubbish. And Curse of Binding, even worse. There's a chest here, but I'm pretty sure this is a trap chest. Let's have a look. No, it isn't. Maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. I remember the loot in these places being decent, but so far that has not been the case. Here we go, though. Here's a Wither Skeleton, so we can let him damage us. And now let's see about this necklace. Where's those obsidian shards? There they are. That seemed to do quite a lot of damage. I don't actually remember if we crit that skeleton before he got hit by the shards, because if not, then those shards just one hit killed a Wither Skeleton. Here's another one we can test, so let's let him hit us. There we go. We'll lead him down here. And now, obsidian shards, activate. Wait, he's just hitting us, which is increasing the charge. We need to get away. Come on, fire, kill him. That's really cool and super powerful, so we are keeping that on. I think that's a worthy swap for the cross necklace, because we don't really need to worry about getting extra invincibility if we just murder every single enemy all at once. This is decent. Chip Gem of the Warlord. I like this. There is a feeding upgrade in this barrel, which is kind of cool. It feeds the player with food from their backpack, but since we have the infinite ham, that's not super useful. All right, we found the main room of the labyrinth. Looks like someone got a bit sloppy with keeping the pool of lava intact. We've got gold. That's nice. We've got gold nuggets. That's terrible. Another reflecting necklace. Some more gold. More gold. And not much else. Oh, look at that. That's a trap chest right there. We're not getting fooled by that. You stupid with a statue. Do you think we're amateurs? Do you think we'd really fall for that? Come on now. We've got diamonds. We've got some gold. We've got iron. Lovely. As well as an electrocution scroll that's only level 1. So we just give people a tiny little zap. Also just a random pile of coal blocks, which is nice. We'll take them. This is new. 2, a flame pendant. Burns anyone who dares to attack the relic bearer. If this is a bracelet, then we might as well equip it because it'll be really useful. But if it's a necklace, we are not using it. There we go. Has a 28% chance to ignite the target, attacking the player for 3 seconds. Okay, it is the necklace slot. We won't be using it then. Right, I think that concludes our little nether adventure. We got loads of trinkets, a bunch of extra useful items. I'm really happy with that. Although, let's actually leave a waystone here, just so if we ever want to return, we can. Although we do need to place a waystone back home so we can actually link them together. For now, we'll just do the classic /home. I've also realized with our Certus quartz farm, if you leave the buds alone long enough, they do just turn into blocks, which is quite useless. There's nothing we can really do about it though. It just happens over time. Anyway, let's get all of our new items sorted. One of those skeletons actually dropped us a very nice trophy, so we'll just display that there. I'm thinking before we head to the end and slay that dragon, we should work on an enchanting setup. Now, you might be thinking, Mozi, why would we do any work on it? It's just 15 bookshelves and an enchanting table. But in this mod pack, it's a little bit more complicated. It's all laid out in this nice little quest path right here, but essentially what we need are upgraded bookshelves. For early game enchanting, you can either go with hell shelves or sea shelves. I personally prefer sea shelves. And in order to craft them, you need a regular bookshelf, a bottle of water, and a pufferfish, plus 6 prismarine bricks per shelf. If we obtain 11 of them, then we get given 5 for free, so that's all we need to aim for. Although actually, we get given 2 just for obtaining our first one, so we actually only need 9. Oh, hold on, I should have kept that Cursive Binding book. Apparently, you can actually get a specific bookshelf that then prevents that enchantment from showing up. We can use this to effectively blacklist certain bad enchantments. That's awesome. Anyway, for now, let's focus on the regular old sea shelves. In order to find pufferfish, we need to go to warm oceans and lukewarm oceans, and thankfully, there was one that we found while looking for meteorites. It shouldn't take us particularly long to fly over there. While I'm thinking about it, we'll also need a mending villager too. Anyway, let's begin the hunt for pufferfish after we loot these barrels. I just can't stop looting. It's too much fun. I thought this was a vibranium ingot for a second there, which is a super endgame level material, but it's a pulsating alloy instead. See, this is what vibranium looks like. It's almost the same. Anyway, now to find some pufferfish, which might be easier said than done because we do need to find 9 of them. Thankfully, since they're a vanilla mob, they should show up on the map like this skeleton or this drown, so they shouldn't be particularly difficult to find. And there we go. We've just killed our first one. Or at least I thought we did. But that only dropped us raw cod, so maybe not. Okay, I cannot get over how cool this area looks. And then just when you thought it couldn't get any better, there's even a buried shipwreck that looks perfect. Don't get me wrong, I really like the evil cube that we have. But if I was to pick a second place to build a base, it would absolutely be here. Let's see what this shipwreck holds. Nothing particularly useful. We get a Christmas present. I think you can only place these, though. You can't, like, actually open them. Some free emeralds is nice, though. Seems like no pufferfish want to spawn at the moment. There's a trident drowned here. Found you. I think he's got an enchanted trident. We're gonna have to be really careful. Oh wait, no, there's just 2 trident drowns. Great. And he dropped a trident. Are you serious? I was not expecting it to be that easy. That's a rather nice find. Right, anyway, pufferfish, Mozi. Pufferfish. That's what we want. Go away, shark. I'm not interested in you right now. This has got to be a pufferfish. Is it? It doesn't look like one. I mean, let's just kill it anyway. Oh, it was an ocean creeper. I just read the little tooltip at the top. We haven't found any pufferfish yet, but we have found this ocean tower, which means we'll be completely sorted for all the prismarine blocks. Plus, it has a waystone on top, so now we'll be able to access that one area in the nether. We need all of these. We need 6 per bookshelf. And since we need 9 bookshelves, that means we're going to need 54 blocks of prismarine. We can also just mine up this regular old prismarine and craft it into bricks. Actually, maybe I dreamt that up. It doesn't look like you can actually craft prismarine into prismarine bricks. I think you need prismarine shards, not the actual prismarine blocks. In total, we've got 26 prismarine bricks from this tower. The rest of them are underwater, which makes them really hard to mine. Still haven't found a single pufferfish, by the way. Let's check this ship right here, because this might have some pufferfish in the chests, maybe. You never know. You're gonna get to live on account of the fact that I don't want bad omen. And he actually just jumped off into the water, so I guess he's just volunteered to walk the plank. We gotta be careful here, because last time we were on one of these boats, we popped 2 totems of undying. We do have our necklace now, to be fair, so that should obliterate a large portion of the pillagers. Well, I mean, there's an enchanted golden apple here, which is nice. Pufferfish, please. Just some pufferfish. That's all I want. I remember there being an insane amount of spawners on these boats, so we should be careful of that. I mean, it's just a bit of a chore to find them all, really. According to the map, there's only 1 pillager left now, although I can't even find him. I think he might actually be outside the ship. Pufferfish, please. No, okay. I guess we'll take all of these coal blocks too. Those are quite nice. This might be wishful thinking, but maybe because of all the time we've spent in one area, loads loads and loads of pufferfish will have spawned. Nope, there's not a single one. Do we just bite the bullet and try fishing for pufferfish? There was an enchanted fishing rod on this little raft over here. It's got no durability, so we would have to repair it, but it's pretty much maxed out. Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, Unbreaking 3, that's perfect. There were definitely anvils on the pillager ship, and I think there might have been a fishing rod or two in the chest, so we can use those to repair the current good rod that we have. There's our anvil. Is there a fishing rod, or did I just dream that up? Yeah, I think I just made it up. Never mind. Okay, there's no fishing rod, but I bet we can find one. This raft might have what we're looking for. No. Actually, now that we found this bow with these extra little modifiers, we can check if you can combine the modifiers together with other items. All right, let's see. What happens if we put these two together? It's just as I thought. It doesn't carry over the modifiers. This bow gives extra luck and draw speed, but it's not being added to our other bow. It's a bit of a shame, but oh well. I was expecting it. I was going to throw away this bow, but actually Plaguebringer 4 is pretty solid. We could take that off and put that on our good bow. We have a weird little portal here with nothing really. There is another boat right here, and it's quite big. These barrels do not have anything in them. I do hear an absolute ton of mobs below, so I'm going to be really careful. Staircase barricades are the first thing. That should be all safe. And the barricade didn't even work, because that guy was just walking up the stairs somehow. Did he limbo himself under the blocks? There are more barrels with absolutely nothing in them. And there's a lectern with a book and quill. Pirate's log. Blah, 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 blah. What? Did he get turned into a zombie? Brains. Arg. And it's just an entire page of arg, 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 arg. What a profound piece of literature. Anyway, let's just expose all these mobs to the light. There we go. Oh, didn't we loot one of these ships at the start of the video? I think we did. I remember removing all the spawners was much harder back then. Come on, there's got to be a single stupid fishing rod in here somewhere. Yes, there we go. Will we find any pufferfish now is the only other question. Once again, we're finding loads of emeralds and diamonds and iron and all of that good stuff. There's even a little hidden hold back here. I don't think we found this last time. Thanks to our lifesteal, we can just stand in the middle of all these silverfish and we won't take a single bit of damage. Let's see what this room gives us. We've got some chests first of all, which have stone pickaxes in them. Wow. Although we do get 2 blocks of emerald, a block of diamond, and another trident, so that's pretty good. And then finally we have this room, which is just full of magma cubes. The silverfish I can understand because it's a pirate ship. Of course there's going to be bugs and stuff underneath, but magma cubes? That makes no sense. I really hope there's some good loot back here. Otherwise, why are we even doing this? We've got a little bar back here. That's cool. And oh, I remember this bit, all the treasure at the back. I do appreciate all the extra iron and whatnot. That's lovely. As well as all this extra copper. That's the entire ship looted, so let's get this fishing rod repaired. Are you serious? Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be 30 levels to get this all done, but it's actually only 2 if we swap them around. Oh, and we've also found an ocean monument on the map. Okay, that's good to know. We're going to make our way back to the raft where we found the enchanted fishing rod, because that seems like a very chill place to just sit there and fish. Right, 9 pufferfish. I can fish up 9 pufferfish, no problem. Why is there a fly here? Go away. We've already fished up another fishing rod. Oh, we just got our first pufferfish. Look at that. Also, this stupid bee poisoned me and it was very annoying. I've never seen a fishing rod work this well. Every single time I throw it out, we're getting a catch immediately. Every time we throw it out, look at that. Boom. The fish has already spawned in and it gives us a bite. Why did that happen? That scared the daylights out of me. Also, every time we fish something up, bees keep spawning and they keep getting really mad at me. I don't know what I've done. And on top of that, they give us poison as well, so it's like a double whammy of annoyance. At this rate, we should have the 9 pufferfish in no time. Forget wither immunity. We need to find a trinket that gives us poison immunity. Also, we just got this weird chest thing. It's a Neptune's bounty. I believe we can open these and they give us a reward. Oh, so when you place it, it becomes a chest. It's got some kelp, some driftwood, and a Neptunian fillet knife. Super useful. Why would I ever want to get filleted fish when we just have an infinite ham? We have got another Neptune's bounty. This time it has a Neptunian bow. Talking of Neptunium, we've also been getting these nuggets, which I assume we can craft. Yeah, we can craft them into ingots. And then we can use this stuff to make armor and tools, but it seems to be on the same level as diamond armor. So it's fine, but not what we want. Come on, we've been on such a bad streak with pufferfish. All I'm getting now are jellyfish and bees. Whenever I don't want pufferfish in videos, that's when I seem to fish up 5 of them in a row. But now that we don't want them, we're just getting fish after fish after fish. I don't mind getting these Neptune's bounties though. Oh, we just got a 3rd pufferfish as well. That was a good little streak. We've got another fillet knife. Great. But we also have some messages in bottles. Let's see. What do these say? My house was griefed. Send supplies. Unlucky. And the next one says property of Creeper Cola. Can you make a double chest with these? No, you can't. They could look quite cool as barrels though. Oh, we just got our 4th pufferfish. It is quite relaxing to be fair, apart from the bees that seem to fly at my face every 3 seconds. We're just chilling on this raft and we're just fishing. 5th pufferfish down. We're over halfway now. I guess this is an opportunity to shamelessly remind you guys that if you haven't already, please please consider subscribing and liking the video. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Genuinely, if I don't ask for subscriptions or likes on a video, I tend to get about 3 times less, which is actually crazy to think about. Look at this giant pile of rubbish that's floating out there. We've been littering so much in the ocean. To be fair, it's all fish and stuff that we're throwing back in, so they'll just decompose. Really? I'm just trying to fish, man. Why are you showing up with your stupid trident? Yes, we finally got our 6th pufferfish. I was starting to believe that they'd been deleted from the game. 3 more now. Just 3 more. We just fished up pufferfish number 7. The trash pile is slowly growing. Just 2 more now. Come on. And then I'll never have to deal with these stupid bees ever again. We just caught the 8th pufferfish. I was taking a big old sip of water, so I couldn't exactly say anything without just sending water all over my setup. 1 more to go. I don't know what we would have done without this Luck 3 Lure 3 fishing rod, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to find a single pufferfish. Yes, we just got the last one. Goodbye, stupid bees. We never have to deal with you ever again. Oh, wait, but we needed prismarine and I've just teleported home early. Okay, whoops, we got to go back out there. Before we do, though, I'm going to put down these trophies that we found. We have a Vindicator one and a bee one, which isn't really very surprising. Excuse me for a moment while I fly all the way back to the ocean. We could always head over to the ocean monument and try and ultimine some prismarine up before we get hit with the mining fatigue, but that's more of a last resort because obviously then we'll have 5 minutes where we can't mine any blocks. And that means that if we mess it up, not only will we have no prismarine, but now we can't do anything for the next 5 minutes. So I'm just going to try and find another ocean type structure, and that should give us all of the prismarine bricks that we need. There's this thing on the map, which could be a little temple. Let's go check that. Yep, there we go. There's plenty of prismarine bricks down here. Wait, is this an ocean ancient city? That's sick. Unfortunately, it's full of tried and drowned, which could be a big problem. Let's craft ourselves up a shield, and then it should be pretty easy to deal with them. We got to be careful here, though, because we can very easily get comboed here. Plus, our armor is getting pretty low on durability, so if that breaks, we're toast. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's a very good idea to try and take this place on right now. It's just a little too risky for my taste. Let's head home. Now we have all of our prismarine. And actually, before we can craft our seashells, we need to find the stronghold. And the reason for that is because if you guys remember when I tried to use the anvil to get that silk touch enchantment, I threw a bunch of books below the anvil, which is what you're supposed to do. But then, of course, because the anvil wasn't enchanted, it just squished everything. You need regular bookshelves to craft seashells. We just don't have enough books now. Thankfully, finding the stronghold should be fairly straightforward. I doubt it will take us much time at all. I bet we're getting close now. Come on. Stronghold, where might you be? I don't even want to kill the ender dragon yet. I just want to get some books. Whoa, look at that floating island up in the sky. We gotta go see what that's all about. This genuinely looks absolutely insane. Well, we've now arrived. It seems to be some kind of floating volcano. I'm not really sure what to expect. There are a bunch of warped trees here. Let's see if there's anything actually hidden inside the volcano itself. Doesn't really look like it, to be honest. Oh, no, never mind. There's a little secret entrance. Let's climb down. And there's a spawner already, so we'll remove it. And we'll remove that one too. What is this place? Let's see what the chest has. Nothing great so far. This place is crazy. Having said that, the loot's not particularly crazy. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't have a good feeling about this place. I always feel like any kind of enclosed modded area is just gonna have some kind of TNT insta-kill trap. Also, the loot here is really not very good. We're leaving. Maybe there's a bunch of super valuable loot here and I'm just ignoring it, but whatever. I just want to be safe. Having said that, I'm going to now sleep next to an active volcano, so I don't know what that says about me. At the very least, this place is a great launch pad. We can just glide for ages now. Although, let's actually go ahead and raid this tower, because these always have bookshelves in them. As a matter of fact, this might actually be enough bookshelves. Actually, no, it isn't. It only gave us 21 books. The eye is going back now. That's a good sign. I think the eye just went down. Let me check again. No, it's going back this way. That's it. I'm glad the stronghold's around here, because we're actually starting to run out of eyes now. We only have 13 left. Oh, yeah, it's definitely in this area. Let's just go ahead and dig down here. And we've been dropped into some kind of cave with a bunch of skeletons. Nope, you're not getting an easy kill on us. It was an ambush. They planned it all. We're looking for the very welcome sight of some mossy stone bricks. They're hiding from us, but we will find them. They can't hide forever. And once we do, the library's getting torn down. Hey, there we go. We found it. Oh, and I forgot about this. Alongside the nether fortresses, the strongholds also get a massive upgrade. Hey, look at that. 3 diamond chestplate, and it's better than what we have currently. While we're here looking for the library, we may as well track down the portal too. Finding it will make our lives a lot easier down the line when we come back. The one downside to having these upgraded strongholds is that they're even more of a maze than their vanilla counterparts. Wait, actually, what am I doing? We have a mini-map. Hold on, we can just completely break this. Would you look at that? There's the portal room, and there's the library. Yep, there we go. Nice and easy. While we're here, we may as well light this, but we can't go in just yet. I am going to make sure to mark this on the map so we don't forget it. And now, my dear fellows, to the library. That is where we will find books with exquisite exquisite knowledge. Hopefully soon we'll have an enchanted pick with mending, and we won't have to keep crafting up diamond pickaxes. Oh, well, this isn't the library. This isn't what I wanted. I don't actually know where the library is then. I remember there being a couple of starter towers near our base, so let's go to those and just loot them for their bookshelves. We have now found the portal and opened it, so that's one thing crossed off our bucket list at least. And actually, there is also the Woodland Mansion. That probably has what we need. It's just going to be a little bit dangerous. Although actually, now that I think about it, I did kind of murder all of the pillagers in here, so it should be pretty empty actually. Oh my days, you're joking. I completely forgot about all of this. Why did we even bother going to the stronghold? There we go, just like that. 3 stacks of books. We're going home. And now the final thing that we need are some bottles of water. We've first got to craft our regular bookshelves, and then by combining the prismarine bricks, the bottles of water, and the pufferfish that we worked so hard for, we can make the seashelves. Although actually, I think I have to complete a couple of these basic quests, like making an enchanting table, just so we can get these seashelves quest activated. I mean, that should be easy enough. There's our enchanting table. There we go. And then apparently we need to craft 15 total bookshelves so we can unlock this quest. Beautiful, that's all done. And now we just need to enchant one thing, and that should be enough. We'll just chuck an enchantment on our turtle helmet. There we go. Tombstone Soulbound. That now gets all of these quests online. Lovely. And now as expected, because we've got 1 seashelf, we now get rewarded with an extra 2. And then all we got to do is craft 8 more seashells. I've been training my whole life for this very moment. I would thank the pufferfish for their sacrifices, but I hate pufferfish, so they deserve this. And that then completes the seashelf quest, giving us 5 for free. We'll then go ahead and surround the enchanting table with 15 seashells, which now gives us access to a maximum of level 45 enchantments. However, we can actually make the seashells themselves better by enchanting the seashells themselves. We can infuse them, which just means they're going to be better and give us better enchantments. As you can see here, the difference between an infused seashelf and a regular one is pretty drastic. The regular one gives us +3 Eterna and +3 Arcana, whereas the infused one gives us +5 Eterna and +5 Arcana. Plus, if we infuse 8 of these, we're going to get given 4 for free, so it's a win-win. The only slight issue is that the more infused seashells we add to the enchantment area, the higher the cost gets for the infusion. We're going to have to start cashing in all the XP from all these different quests. We can only afford 1 more infusion. To be fair though, we can now enchant at a max level of 59. For now, we'll have to go with these slightly lower level enchantments, but they're still level 40. We'll grab Unbreaking 4 on our pickaxe, which also comes with Silk Touch. I'm trying to fish for protection on these diamond leggings, but all we're getting offered is fire protection. Finally, there we go. And look at that, I was right. You can get multiple instances of protection on the same piece of gear. Let's also make ourselves a diamond helmet. The turtle helmet has been a mainstay, but it's time to upgrade now. Look at that, projectile protection 5. You know what? Sure, why not? We get Aqua Affinity 2. I'm pretty happy with that. I am going to use an item frame to display our turtle helmet on the wall. I'm too attached to it. No, if only we had enough levels, we could get protection 5 on a chest plate. Let's brew ourselves up some weakness potions, since our next order of business is getting ourselves a mending villager. We're going to need to feed him to a zombie so we can get his trace to be a bit cheaper, which of course means we're going to have to cure him. There's a village very close by, so it shouldn't take us at all long to get there. Right, here we are. Thankfully, some of the inhabitants are still alive, always a good sign. And there's also a waystone here. That's perfect. Come here, creeper. I need some gunpowder. No, he didn't drop any. Great. Right, you, my friend. You are going to be the new librarian. All I got to do now is press the C key to cycle his trades immediately. Mending, mending, mending. Come on, I know you have it. Makes you wonder how he's got this many enchanted books. I mean, if I was this powerful, I would just enchant a bunch of super OP gear and then go and kill the player. That's what I'd do if I was a villager. I gotta protect my people from getting put into a trading hall and exploited for cheap labor. I'm so glad we can just cycle the trades. Otherwise, I think it would genuinely take us about an hour to get the mending trade. No, it was there and I just cycled it. I'm such an idiot. I'm being so serious. I just skipped a second one. This is way too easy to just flick through the trades and then immediately skip past them. Obviously, it's my fault though. I just spammed the button because I'm impatient. Okay, we finally got it. It is 34 emeralds, which is pretty steep, but we are going to be curing him anyway. However, we do need to lock his trade, which means sadly we do have to spend 34 emeralds on 1 book. However, here's where the magic happens. If we just crouch and then click, we can pick him up. You're mine now, buddy. And now we can very easily dig a little hole, chuck him in there with a zombie, and there we go. We've cured him. Hello? Any zombies out here wanting to take a bite on my villager friend? When you hold him, he looks at you so judgmentally. He's like, why have you done this to me? I can't even find a single hostile mob. Oh, never mind. There we go. There's a witch. We do actually have to specifically find and kill a creeper, simply because we need gunpowder to make splash potions. Unless there's some in these chests. No, there isn't. Usually I'd have at least a couple bits of gunpowder by this point in a playthrough, playthrough, but since we have the kitty slippers, all the creepers just run away, so we never actually kill any of them. There we go, we finally found one. Before we do anything, let's actually unequip our reflecting necklace, otherwise we're going to accidentally kill the zombie and probably the zombie villager as well. Now we just got to get this guy in a pit. There we go. And we better cover the pit up so that if it turns to daytime, the villager doesn't burn up and die. Let's get those potions brewing. And then we deposit our villager friend inside. It's like Uber Eats, but specifically for hungry zombies. Right, there we go. The villager has now been converted, which means we must execute the zombie. He doesn't know it, but that villager was actually his last meal. Goodbye. Goodbye. There we go. Then we just splash you and do this. And now we kind of just AFK here and wait. While we wait for him to cure, let's go ahead and upgrade all of our trinkets. We can get 7 jumps from our cloud in a bottle now. We can get 46% more XP from killing mobs. We can heal 16% of our damage dealt. We have a 27% chance to apply the wither effect. And now all fire damage for almost 4 seconds is completely absorbed. Oh, and I almost forgot we can upgrade the reflecting necklace. We somehow ended up with this essence of undeath as well. No idea how that happened. Oh, wait, it's just used to make decorative graves. Why would I want that? I don't plan on dying. Also, every now and again in this mod pack, the particles randomly glitch out and stop working, which is what's happened with our cloud in a bottle. Look at this. Those are not cloud particles anymore. That's just blobs. Hey, look at that. He's cured now, and he seems completely normal still. He's definitely not missing a few brain cells from where that zombie ate half his head. We've got mending books down to 9 emeralds now. We could reinfect him and then try and get it down to 1, but I'm happy with 9. That's fine. So now we just scoop him back up, and we head home. This is where things get slightly messed up, because now we're going to do something like this and craft the trader. And now if we place that down like this and then chuck the villager inside, we can now trade with him in this tiny little box. Now that I think about it, we do actually have to give him a lectern so he can restock his trades. And there we go. Just like that, he is now imprisoned in this tiny 1x1 cube forever. In the past, I thought I'd reached the peak of villager exploitation by having them in a 1x2 space, but now we have gone even further beyond. We have shrunk villagers to a 1x1 area. Now he is still going to do all of his harring, so we're going to go put him in this corner over here. This is messed up. He's now in a corner of this box for the rest of his life. But with that being said, we do now have mending books on demand. Now that we have easy access to mending, we can finally start using this decrepit flamberge. We can always disenchant this later, so I'm not too bothered about what we get on this sword. Sweeping edge 3, decrepitude 4, that's fine. We'll go ahead and chuck mending on that for 2 levels. What's really cool is that while holding it, we also get +4 armor. And since we have the vampiric glove as well, we're going to be really tanky and be stealing a bunch of life. Let's also add mending to these old diamond leggings that we have, and then we'll combine these 2 pairs together to get a pretty strong pair of leggings. Our backpack's gotten rather full again, so I'm going to have to clear all this out. Also, I was watching some All the Mods guides, and I've actually realized, no, the totems don't activate if they're just left in our inventory. The reason why I thought they did is because there's a mod in this pack that means that when you use up an item that's being held, it automatically fills your hand with the item you just had if it's available. So if you guys remember when we were on that pirate ship and we got attacked by all those pillagers and 2 totems popped really quickly, I thought that was the totems activating from the inventory, but what actually happened was the one in my hand got used and then the next one got automatically put in there. It all just happened so fast I didn't realize. I want to go slay the Ender Dragon now, but there's a couple things we got to do first. The first thing we'll do is throw prop 4 and mending onto our chest plate, and we'll also go ahead and craft ourselves up a fletching table if we have the wood for it, which we don't. As I was saying, we're going to be crafting up a fletching table, and then we'll make our way into this village, pick this random unfortunate citizen, and turn him into a fletcher. I've cycled his trades a couple times, and now he has both the trades that I want, the stick trade for emeralds and emeralds for arrows. As you can imagine, since we're going to be fighting the dragon, we're going to need quite a few arrows to actually kill it. There we go, 3 stacks should be plenty. Now we are of course going to take him home with us, he's not getting away that easy. And then of course we'll go ahead and craft up another trader block, and we can now imprison him right next to our librarian. You've got a friend now, look at that. You must be really happy. This guy looks very, very done with life, which to be fair, I would be too. I almost forgot we'd also need to enchant our bow. For the lowest level of enchantment we could afford, that's pretty good. Power 3, Flame, Sanctified 3, and Ruthless Strike 3. We'll also combine it with this Power 3 bow that we've got so that we can get Power 4. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with all of that done, I believe we're ready to slay this dragon. Goodbye, floating evil cube. We'll be back. Actually, wait, hold on. Before we go. Let's make sure that we've got all the quests claimed so that when we kill the dragon, it counts. Okay, yeah, nice. It looks like if we kill the dragon, it's going to be fine, and it's actually going to recognize that we've done that. With all the levels that we get from the Ender Dragon, we'll be able to put our brand new enchanting setup to very good use. And also, we'll be working on the next tier of armor that we'll need in order to slay the warden, which is going to be reinforced obsidian. Wait, look at this gigantic pile of copper. Don't mind if we do. That's a nice little bonus. I'm very glad we chose to mark exactly where the portal is. Let's just go ahead and dig straight down. Here we are. We've arrived. Let's not do some grand speech or anything. Let's just jump in and get on with this. Wait. Oh my, I thought that broke then. Alright, we've made it. Some bells are ringing in this chapel here. I believe the Ender Dragon should spawn from the top rather soon. Any minute now, something's gonna happen. Bit dark here, isn't it? I almost regret not bringing night vision. Oh, there we go. It's finally spawning. And it's gonna blow up every single one of these pillars. Here we go. This is the last one. And there it is. There's the Ender Dragon. Since we have a book that just lets us fly around, breaking all of these crystals should be incredibly easy. We just gotta snipe them all with our very powerful bow. Although it would help if I could actually hit my shots and not miss. There's another one, and another one. We'd also have to be careful we don't accidentally fly into the dragon and get comboed, because that's happened to me before. Right, these should be the last few crystals. We just have this one right here that seems to have been put in some kind of protective cage. It's not like that's going to be particularly secure. All the healing crystals are down, although we won't be trying to kill the dragon when she perches, because this cathedral is really hard to maneuver around on. All we have to do is wait for her to start flying again, and then we bow spam her to death. It feels nice to be chasing her down for once. This does feel incredibly cool, I'm not gonna lie. You can't run. There's nowhere to hide. We've challenged you in your own domain, and you're going to lose. See, we're just delaying the inevitable. Stop doing that. There you go. Thank you. We're landing so many hits. I wish there was more to say, but all we have to do is fly around and keep hitting her with the bow. That's it. Pack it up now. It's time to go home. I have many other things to be doing. The world doesn't revolve around you, you know. And there we go. Job well done. And now all of that glorious XP is going to fall down. Yes. How high can we get? Level 74. Oh, actually, there's a bit more up here. And that's brought us to level 87. Now, if we want to get this dragon egg, let's cover the portal up first so it doesn't fall in. Then we click it to make it teleports, and then of course we place a torch underneath, break it, and grab our egg. Right, anyway, now that the dragon's out the way, let's go to the outer end and see what loot we can find. Also, look at this end island, by the way. This looks really, really weird. Almost looks like the world gen just gave up and said, I don't know, man, just smear a bunch of endstone everywhere and that'll be fine. Also, if I could actually fly into this stupid portal instead of bonking my head, there we go. And we have now arrived. It looks rather barren, though. I don't think there's many biomes here. I think it's because a lot of the end mods haven't actually been updated to the latest version yet, which is why the end is so barren in a mod pack called All the Mods. Oh, no, wait, that's not an end city. That's just a weird tower. Let's have a little look. We've got ourselves a waystone and a chest that has some gold, some ender pearls, and an ender chest, which we may as well take. I swear the spawning of rare mobs has been massively nerfed, because I remember in All the Mods 9, the legendary, like the highest tier of the random mobs would just spawn constantly in the end. But now it seems like they're just a lot harder to find. It was bugging me, so I just looked it up, and apparently there's been a brand new overhaul to that mod. If we press Control T, that brings up this funky little menu. We actually have to level our world up, and that's how we get stronger monsters. As you can see, of course, we start in Haven, and then we move to Frontier. And this is going to increase the chance of finding rare mobs. For example, right now, there is a 0% chance for mythic mobs to spawn. But with each tier that we activate, the monsters actually get stronger. So as you can see, the second tier is going to mean they get +4 armor. That sounds like a worthwhile investment, though, so let's activate the Frontier tier. And check this out. In the advancements menu, that's how we see how to advance to the next tier of world strength. So if we want to get to the third tier, we need to equip a full set of uncommon gear and slay an invader, that's the stronger upgraded mobs that drop the special gear, to begin your ascent. As you can see, we've actually been completing this by accident without even being aware of it. The only thing that we have to do in order to get to the next tier is just to equip some uncommon leggings, I believe. Anyway, fun little detour, but let's go check out this end city that's very conveniently showed up. Also, there is way too much chorus fruit around here, and my PC is hating it. I think it's because it's all trying to grow at the same time. Now, usually, it would be awesome to get some shulker shells, but we have backpacks, so we don't need them at all. I'm sure the end city can offer us some decent loot, though. We've got a broom, great. But we do have a bunch of diamonds, some gold, all that kind of good stuff. And some iron leggings, which actually have prop 4, so we might as well take them so we can remove the enchantment from these leggings and put them on something better. We've got even more chests here. We've got a diamond helmet, a diamond pickaxe with fortune 2, a nice diamond shovel, and a prosperous iron pickaxe of grasping. Definitely want those silk touch and efficiency 5 enchantments, so it's coming with us. There's still so many different items that I don't understand. We've got an evasion elixir, a blessed ironwood helmet of the diver. We've got more ink. We've got sapphires. We've got a ring of expediency. We've got a box of eternal closure, which we shouldn't open. This seems like a Pandora's box situation. And finally, we have some prop 4 diamond leggings, the only thing I actually recognize. It would also be nice if we could find a pair of leggings with an affix on them, so then we can complete that quest and then progress our world to the next level. Pretty good diamond sword in terms of enchantments here. We've got looting 3 and plague bringer 5. Plus we have a bunch of these nebulous hearts, which we can just go ahead and craft straight up into ender pearls. Hey, look at that, an enemy's actually awakened down there. He only showed up for a split second, so you might have missed it, but we got an outline of a rare enemy, which means we're gonna go down and kill him in a minute. That's actually kind of interesting. The end ship in this mod pack doesn't come with an elytra, unless, oh wait, never mind, it's in this chest. And we also have a new trinket, the steadfast spikes. Firmly anchors the relic bearer's feet to any surface. It gives us slow wall sliding, negating full damage, and increases resistance to knockback and slippery blocks by 22%. That's okay, but really nothing special. I'll pick them up so that we get the quest for them, and then we'll just chuck them straight back in. Oh, that's so annoying. There's a pair of leggings that do have an affix on them, but they're not uncommon. They're just regular old common leggings. We also have a fire ward ring, which does grant us fire immunity. That's pretty good. We do have our obsidian skull, which is going to protect us from 4 seconds of fire damage, but if we have to fight a fire-based boss, that's when we can equip the fire ward ring. Yes, there we go. We've got some uncommon leggings. All we have to do is equip them, and there we go. Look at that. World tier ascent. We can immediately ascend to the 3rd level of difficulty. Let's see. Monsters get +8 armor and +5 armor pierce. That's pretty dangerous. However, our chances for epic mobs have gone up from 1% to 10%. Unfortunately, mythic is still at 0. To be fair though, you can actually just swap back to the lower tiers if you ever want to. We're not going to do that because we're not babies on this channel, but I'm just saying it's there as an option if we get absolutely cooked. Now, there was that rare enemy down here, but he might have despawned by now. I'm not seeing him anywhere. I'd be willing to bet he's skedaddled. In order to get to the next tier, we apparently have to slay the Wither and equip a full set of rare gear. Before we do slash home and get out of here, I do really want to find one of those leveled up enemies and fight them. That's the only way we're going to be able to find all that rare gear. I think it's going to be really hard to find it in chests. Oh, there we go. Someone's awoken nearby, although it is a green enemy, unfortunately. It's important to note he is a phantom, which means I don't feel the least bit bad about killing him. As a matter of fact, he deserves to die. Well, we killed him, but all of his loot just dropped straight into the void. Come on, End. Give us an epic tier enemy. Trust me, we can take him. This is going to be easy pickings. Also, hello, little boss spawner room with a weird shulker. And there's going to be a spawner underneath this obsidian. Yes, there is. Why did that make me jump? Oh, I see. These aren't shulker enemies. They're loot shulkers. This is terrible. An iron upgrade? A tomato? You serious? Oh, hold on. Actually, this was definitely worth our time. Now we've found ourselves a pair of fiery boots. Now, this is an armor from the Twilight Forest mod, and it's supposed to be much later on in the game. Not only that, but it's also a rare piece of equipment, which means it goes towards that advancement we're trying to work towards, and it's also just really good. I'm sorry, little dungeon. I owe you an apology. I was not familiar with your game. We did have a speed boost with our previous diamond boots, so losing that is a little bit painful, but it's well worth it. Plus, since these new boots have 2 sockets for gems, we can just apply a gem that gives us increased speed, and everything will be fine. Oh, we've also found ourselves another end city. I'm here for loot. I want all of the loot. Make a choice, shulker. Your money or your life. Actually, I lied. It's both. You don't get to keep your life. Yo, okay, we found some epic tier boots. I'm sorry, fiery boots. You're already getting replaced. I talked them up so much, and now we're already replacing them. Also, a rare enemy has awoken nearby. No offense to the fiery boots, of course. It's nothing personal, but when you found a pair of boots that gives you almost as much armor as a chest plate, you gotta equip them. And it gives us +5 health as well. And I didn't even read these top bits. When attacked, gains speed 2, magic damage taken is reduced by 6%, and the item ignores 29% of durability damage. Anyway, where's that rare enemy that spawned nearby? He's actually managed to despawn as well. How dare he? Unbelievable. These enemies, they show up, they make a big old entrance, put a notification on your screen, and then they just disappear. Maybe he just got mad that I wasn't showing up. I was very enamored by those new boots. Anyway, get out of his shulker. We've got more loot to collect. We've got a lengthy diamond pickaxe, which initially I was excited about, but it says it breaks in a 3x2 area, which sounds incredibly annoying. You know what? finding all these new rare items is very nice, but could we please get something other than boots? Hey, look at that. It's like our lucky scarf, but it's blue. We have a scarf of invisibility, which sounds cool. I'll take it. We're not going to equip it, though. It's just not super useful. I think that first end city that we looted was just really bad, because now we're finding loads of upgraded pieces of gear. Check this out, too. A violent diamond sword, which does more damage than our decrepit flamberge. Whenever we hit someone, we gain ancient knowledge. I don't know if it just turns us into Socrates whenever we stab someone, but either way, that sounds really useful. We'll also be inflicting bleeding when we hit stuff, which, you know, makes sense. And it also ignores 14% of durability damage. Gotta make sure to collect the dragon head this time. I forgot to do that last time. This trip has been so much more profitable than I expected. I thought we were just going to kill the dragon, get the XP, loot maybe one city, and then head home. But instead, we've been finding all kinds of useful pieces of gear. The map has informed me there's another end city on top of this gigantic floating island. Oh, well, I wouldn't call that an end city. I'd more call it an end hovel. But still, there's probably some decent loot here. I have never seen a city more pathetic in my entire life. This building doesn't have a chest. This building won't have a chest. This building won't have a chest. All we have is the ship. Look at this. Even the ship's trying to fly away from the city. It's embarrassed to be a part of this place. The shulker's opened up already. He wants to die. And there's not even a single piece of upgraded gear here. I'll take the iron helmet because it has prot 4 and I want that for our armor. It does also have this ender staff which uses ender pearls to let the player teleport around. I mean, I'm trying to use it right now with an ender pearl in the hotbar and it's not really working. Whatever, I'll try and figure it out later. Here we go. There is another city here and this one's actually going to have some extra chests for us. I'm just blocking off the shulker bullets because they're so annoying. Anyway, we have a very powerful diamond pickaxe here. Fortune 3, efficiency 5, and mending. That's better than what we currently have. We also have some rare diamond leggings. The enchantments on them suck, but all we need to do is grindstone these and then combine them with our current pair. We have some spare diamonds in this chest, some gold, some iron, the usual stuff. There's also a rending gale. Fly, push, and pull mobs or shoot lightning while raining. I will be leaving the rending gale. I don't think we need that. What? This ship's been robbed of a dragon head. Where is it? Inflation's getting crazy these days, man. Even the end ships don't come with the heads anymore. There's no cool gear in these chests either. Oh, hold on. An enemy's awoken nearby. There he is. Oh my god, why am I so bad? Why did I just face plant into the floor? I was so absent-mindedly focused on Albert the Pyromancer that I decided to just slam my head directly into the stone. Hello, Albert. Goodbye, Albert. Even though the gear he dropped us isn't particularly useful, it's worth keeping all of these special pieces of gear because you can break them down into items that then can be used to reforge your much better pieces of gear. Also, I am so glad we figured out that totems wouldn't activate if they were just in our inventory. Otherwise, the entire run would have ended right there because the totem wouldn't have popped and I would have just smashed into the floor. This is new. This is apparently a nullscape biome. I mean, it definitely lives up to its name. It's very desolate and there's nothing here. This is new. There's a chest at the top which is surrounded by bedrock for some reason. Is there anything inside? Let's see. No. What a strange area. We have got some diamonds though, which is always nice. Plus we have a warp drive charm. Allows the relic bearer to teleport their body over short distances. That's cool. Not super useful once again. I'll get it all unlocked just to see the ability. Right, let's see. Translocation. Teleports the player to a position along their line of sight within 13 blocks. 13 blocks? I can go faster than that by just walking. No, thank you, Warp Drive. We'll once again pick you up just so we can get the advancement, and then you're getting thrown straight back in the chest. I'm just keeping it real. That ability is completely trash. It's a bit ominous with all these giant islands floating directly over our heads. Oh, I think we found... Is this an end mineshaft? I mean, I don't think the loot in here is going to be great. I mean, we've got a crowbar in here. All we need is a suspiciously large sack of money with a $sign on it and then a balaclava as well, and then we can be a cartoon robber. There's also some blessed night metal greaves, which are okay. They're almost on par with our diamond leggings, but not quite. We also have some scrolls of regeneration to regenerate citizens around us. I wonder how those people are getting on. Remember that little settlement that we started back on day 1 or 2? I wonder how those guys are doing. Knowing Minecraft NPCs, probably terrible. They're probably all dead by now. That seems to be pretty much it for this mineshaft. There's apparently one last entity above us here. We'll loot that and then we'll head back home. Oh, hold on. There's a citadel here too. And the guy's awoken nearby. All the endermen are trying to kill him as well because he's an endermite. Can this little endermite solo 5 endermen? I don't think it's going to happen, to be completely honest. Oh, he's got one. Okay. He's on fire though. Come on, little endermite. You can do it. No, he's running out of health. No, they killed him. Oh, and he dropped more boots. Are you serious? He deserved that. Also, look at the tooltip for this. This is just obnoxious. A Shroud the Trombone Player's Steel-Touched or Relic Sorolets of the Serendipitous. I'm gonna leave a waystone here because this place is a citadel which houses a much stronger boss than we can currently take on. However, if we have a little poke around inside, there should be some decent loot for us to grab. Although we do actually have to dig down to access a hidden labyrinth. And the labyrinth itself is full of these ender golems which can do quite a lot of damage. I don't know how strong they're gonna be because they're not the main boss. Let's have a look. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Nope. I'm good. No, thank you. I'm all good. I'm not gonna lie, that may have been the fastest I have ever left an area. I mean, I did say the area was too strong for us right now. I just wasn't expecting the little minions to also be able to humble us. Once again, without finding out the totem had to go in the offhand, we would have just died there. We are actually gonna quickly teleport back to our waystone that's placed outside of that area, just because there was an end city that we didn't get the chance to loot. Here we are back again, and also a epic level enemy is awoken. We are up against Isaac the Light. Let's see how we do. Big damage. Huge damage, in fact. We've already nearly killed him. Come here, Isaac. I'm sorry, but it's over for you. And he also dropped boots. Are you kidding me? We don't need boots. One of our next priorities is absolutely going to be to make a jetpack. It's going to make exploring so much easier. Here we are at the city. This is more like it. We've got an epic diamond chestplate. Wait, this is insane, actually. I just missed this. It says at the bottom, underneath knockback resistance, it enables Elytra flight. We don't even need an Elytra. Our chestplate just has one built in. We also have a ring of Holy Affinity, which gives +1 level to Wisps, which we don't have. Oh, there we go. There's our rare chest plate, so that's going to contribute towards that quest. All we need to do now is slay the Wither and get a pair of rare leggings. We also have a new trinket in here as well, the Midnight Robe. It gives us +1 experience point for every 2 units of damage when attacking while being invisible from the disappearing ability. We have Vanish, which grants the wearer complete invisibility and increases their movement speed when the total light level does not exceed 2. And we also have Betrayal. An attack while using the Vanish ability deals 70% increased damage, marking a circle with a radius of 15.1 blocks and dispelling the wearer's invisibility. Unfortunately, we will never be equipping this because it goes in the back slot, which is exactly where our backpack is, and we would never take off our backpack. There's a gold backpack in this chest, so we may as well trade it for our iron one. And I believe all we have left now is the ship. Why are you even putting up a fight? Has the news not spread that we've just cleared out 5 other end cities? There we go. There's our rare leggings. And we also have one of these special trinkets, the Phantom Boot. Condenses matter beneath the relic owner's feet, creating a path through any terrain, even where no solid ground exists. We have the ability Phantom Bridge. Creates a temporary phantom bridge beneath the player's feet that any relic owner can walk on. If the player stands still on the bridge for more than 0.4 seconds, they will fall through. While sneaking, the player is forced to fall through the blocks. I mean, we'll give it a try just to see what it's like. Right, well, here we go then. Phantom Boots have now been equipped. Oh, look at that. That's sick. Obviously, we can't stand on this for very long because otherwise we are going to fall through. Yep, there we go. It does also put this very annoying effect on our screen, which I believe only goes away. Yeah, it only goes away once we hit solid ground. This is really cool though, because look at this. Every time we jump with our cloud, we're getting higher and higher with the blocks. It's like that song Walking on Sunshine, which I won't sing for copyright reasons, but it's like that, but with the void instead. Anyway, I would like to get down now. No, thank you. That's our work in the end done for now, so let's actually return back home. Now that we're back, let's first make ourselves a disenchanting table. And then what we got to do is we place the item we want to disenchant here, then we add a book, and that pulls all of the enchantments off of the item and puts them on the book. That's going to be great for when we upgrade our armor, because we can freely max out what we have at the moment, and then we can just pull the enchantments off and add it to any new armor sets that we make. We've got so many levels now, I'm just going to fully dive straight into enchanting. I'm not sure why I couldn't get it to work the first time, but now dropping the anvil onto the enchanted items with the books actually splits the enchantments like they're supposed to. I've been at this for maybe 20 minutes now, and we have a bunch of different chests, all with different items to be enchanted. Let's start with the boots and work our way up. We'll start off by grabbing Feather Falling 5, and then we'll combine that with Mending. Then we combine that with this Prop 4 Unbreaking 3 book. And finally, we add this to our boots. I'm noticing that it's actually really cheap to combine stuff. The anvil was saying 22 levels, but we were level 75, and we've only gone down by 2. Don't get me wrong though, I'm definitely not complaining. Something interesting that I realized is that you can only get 2 types of protection per piece of armor. So you can have have protection and blast protection, but you can't have protection, blast protection, and fire protection, for example. We'll combine these two books together, and then we'll upgrade our chestplate to Prot 4, Fire Prot 5, Unbreaking 4, Mending, and Blessing 5. And then we'll combine that chestplate with the epic one that we found in the End City, which is going to be pretty expensive. We already have a pretty good pair of leggings, so all we got to do is combine them with this better pair that we found in the End City. And that has unfortunately broken the anvil. Good job, we got 6 more. Then for the helmet, we have to go ahead and combine a bunch of books. I am dreading how expensive this is going to be to apply to our helmet. Oh my god, it's 51 levels. Thank god that we get the reduction thanks to the mod pack's magic, but oh my days, 51 levels? Are you kidding me? That took us all the way down to level 38. We also got to combine all of this stuff together for our sword. I don't even know if we're going to be able to afford this. No, we're too poor. Hold on, let's check the quests. This wasn't the Minecraft equivalent of desperately digging in your couch to try and find a quarter. That's for all you American viewers, of course. For my British ones, we'd be looking for a 20p coin. That's about equivalent value. Come on, come on. There's got to be enough XP here. We've actually earned tons of rewards from the mechanism pack because of all the stuff we did with setting up our automated storage system. These little rewards here are coming in so clutch because for every single one, they're giving us +1 levels rather than giving us specific XP. Okay, we're up to level 44. We can combine these two books now. That only costs 25, so we'll do that first. And then we just barely have enough for this because it's level 39, which is exactly where we're at. And then it costs 79 levels to put this on our sword. Are you serious? We're gonna have to make a mob farm. Unfortunately, we're down to a measly level 10 now, so we can't really do anything else. We're gonna work on a mob farm soon so we can have enough levels to finish enchanting our gear, but for now, let's finally get started on making ourselves a jetpack. There's many different tiers of jetpack, but in order to craft the next tier, you need to have crafted the previous one, so we're gonna start with a wood jetpack, then get stone, then iron, then gold, and then diamond. To make the wood jetpack, we need a leather strap, a wood capacitor, and 2 wooden thrusters. We don't actually have enough leather to make the straps, so we're gonna have to go and find a cow. Cow located and cow slain. He actually dropped us a trophy too. We found a little sacrificial altar by the looks of it, which is good timing because we need to kill another cow because we didn't get leather from the other one. And that one didn't drop leather either. Right, next cow. Can you drop some leather, please? Thank you. Right, let's now craft the leather strap. Next, we need to make the wood capacitor, which requires 3 wood energy cells. And these can be made with 2 planks, 2 redstone, and a basic coil. We're going to be needing a lot of basic coils, so we're just going to craft these en masse. 25 basic coils should be plenty for now. And we actually don't have any wood, so we're going to have to go and collect some of that. Deforestation complete. Let's head back home. And then we'll create 3 wooden energy cells. Then we can go ahead and craft the wood capacitor. And now all we need are 2 wooden thrusters. And we can just whip those up like so. And then we'll assemble all the different pieces on the crafting grid to create the wooden jetpack. The process for upgrading to each tier of jetpack is very, very simple. It's just the exact same recipe, but with the specified material instead of wood. Also, a blue mob has just awoken nearby, so we'll go and kill it. I think this might be a new enchantment on our armor, but I just got hit and it spawned a wolf for us. This Enderman thinks he can run. He cannot. He's trying to hide under the death cube. We'll just fly in and... oh, hold on. He's pretty fast, actually. Die, please. Oh, he died. He just keeled over. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing and make some stone energy cells. And of course, those then get turned into the stone capacitor. And then all we need are 2 thrusters. We'll put it all together with our wooden jetpack in the middle. And that gives us the stone jetpack. We are kind of running a bit low on materials here, so I'm going to head into the mines. Well, I say materials, it's more just redstone. Ooh, this looks pretty cool. It's like a lush cave, but the DLC version. Here we go. Here's our redstone. Thankfully, we do have a Fortune 3 pickaxe now. And we better get some lapis while we're down here too. I pretty much used up everything we had during enchanting. I bet this plant does damage to us. Yes, it does. We've got a little chest here with a few resources in it. Is it normal for your PC to smell like it's burning when you're playing this mod pack? Because I genuinely do smell that in my room right now. Oh, look at this. The flawed gem of the royal family. Being British, this strikes particularly close to home. There's also some diamonds and of course some extra gold. Also unrelated, but I just figured out what the ancient knowledge effect does. It gives us plus 400% XP while it's active. Whatever mob farm we make is going to be insanely busted purely because of all the XP boosting effects that we have. Go, wolf, go! Kill him! Yes! I'm not sure what enchantment is spawning those wolves whenever we get attacked, but I really like it. We get a little buddy whenever we get into a battle. We've got a couple stacks of redstone now. I'm happy with that. Almost forgot. Got to make sure we set up our cow trophy. I wouldn't mind getting some more colorful trophies because right now everything is gray or blue. Anyway, we need to craft ourselves up some more coils. And then of course we'll need to make some iron energy cells, and then we turn them into an iron capacitor, as well as 2 iron thrusters. And just like that, our stone jetpack is upgraded to an iron jetpack. And as you can see, we've upgraded from a tier 1 jetpack to a tier 2 jetpack. In order to make the gold jetpack, we actually need to upgrade from the regular coils to the advanced coils. And then of course we make our gold energy cells, turn those into the gold capacitor, and then the rest get made into golden thrusters. And there we go, we have a golden jetpack now. We could go all the way to diamond here, but gold should be fine, to be honest. Anyway, now that we have a jetpack, we need to actually supply power to this thing for it to work. I was going to say as a joke we could plug it into our energy cube and charge it. That would be super suboptimal, but I've just realized we actually have a bit of a crisis on our hands. I'd forgotten that the more stuff you put in these storage systems, the more power they consume, and now our energy cube is actually being drained of power. Our heat generator can't make enough power to keep this online. We're going to need to quickly whip up a wind generator. Thankfully, due to some quest rewards, we actually have all the pieces for this. We just need to make 2 energy tablets. There we go. And then we can go ahead and do this. There has to be sky above these for them to actually work, so I've placed it in the dead center of our base. And look at that, the power flow's being restored. The energy cube is rapidly filling back up. In fact, way faster than I was expecting. We worked so hard on the outside of this base, the inside is so ugly. It's just junk everywhere. It's like some random garage with a bunch of knickknacks in it. This is a temporary solution. I think what we'll do in the future is have wind turbines on top of the cube and then have the cables leading all the way down. Also, since we have this increased power output now, let's upgrade our basic energy cube to an advanced energy cube. And even though we're removing the cube, our storage will stay online thanks to the wind generator. We do actually have to set up our metallurgic infuser once again, and then we chuck a bit of copper into it just like so, and that is going to make us a bunch of extra infused alloy. We then go ahead and take that infused alloy and turn it into energy tablets, and then with 2 of those, our energy cube, 4 infused alloy, and 2 osmium ingots, we can make the advanced energy cube. Let's get that plugged in. I've actually finally figured out how to activate each side of the energy cube. I don't know how I didn't realize sooner, but there's this button here called side config, and this is how we can assign each part to be either an input or an output. Right, there we go. That looks nice and clean. Anyway, now that we've sorted out the power crisis, let's get on to powering our jetpack. And for that, what we're going to want is a player transmitter. In order to make the player transmitter, we're going to need quite a few different items. Pretty much all of those items require this stuff, dielectric paste, which can be crafted using coal, clay balls, and blaze powder. So without further ado, let's go mine up a chunk of clay from the nearest river. Here we are, we'll just grab all of it. And of course we have all the rest of the materials, so we can just make all of this dielectric paste. And with that, our first step is to make 4 basic capacitors. Thankfully that's quite straightforward, just a redstone block, 4 iron ingots, and 2 dielectric paste. Then we chuck 1 capacitor in the crafting table to turn it into 2 tiny capacitors. We also need to make dielectric casing, which is crafted from dielectric rods. And to make those, we need 3 iron bars and 6 dielectric paste. We're going to need to flip some of them sideways, which is as simple as just chucking them in the crafting table, and there we go. They get rotated. Then we do this. We make a little square like so, and boom, there's our dielectric casing. The final thing we need is a player aerial pearl. To get this, we need to use an aerial pearl on a zombie or a husk. The aerial pearl recipe itself is very simple. It's just an ender pearl, some iron bars, and some dielectric paste again. It's actually turning night, which is perfect. We can go hunt down a zombie right now. Hello? Any zombies? Any zombies out and about? There's some drowned in this nearby lake, but I don't think they're gonna count. I'm seeing creepers, spiders, and skeletons, but not a single zombie. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. There's one right here. I don't actually know how this works. Do we just click him with the pearl? That worked. It just instantly killed him and turned him into a pearl. And now that we have everything, we can combine all of the components to create the player transmitter. We'll go ahead and hook that up to our energy cube. The final thing that we need to craft here is a binding card. It's very simple. We just combine 2 dielectric rods to make the blank card, and then we combine it with 2 redstone dust and a piece of rotten flesh. I believe now we simply add the card to this slot right here, or not. Do we just click? Shift click? Did that work? Yes, it did. We do have to reorganize our trinkets a little bit as well, because we need the universal slot open to put our jetpack in. We have 3 hand trinkets, and we can only keep 2. The power glove has to stay, and the vampiric glove has to stay. It's going to be the golden hook that's being retired. We then move the vampiric glove down like so, and then equip our jetpack. Oh, I see. Once we actually get this card, we then put it in the slot. And now if you take a look to the left, ladies and gentlemen, our jetpack is filling up with the power from our player transmitter. I got to take off our our chestplate that gives elytra flight as well as our cloud in a bottle because they mess with the effects. But now I can demonstrate. We have a jetpack. This is one of the coolest things I have made in modded Minecraft. And as an added bonus, it's faster than creative flight. Say goodbye to elytras, any kind of elytra spellbooks, any kind of elytra effects. We have created our very own method of flying. What we're going to have to do to make sure our jetpack doesn't run out of power is claim the chunks around our base so that they're always loaded and our wind turbine is always producing power. So we go to this menu right here and we select these chunks and then we press shift and that now force loads all of these. And now that that's done, if we just blast away from our base at the speed of sound, the jetpack should continue charging once we land. Deactivate hover mode. There we go. And look at that. It's filling straight back up. This is so cool. Plus this effectively acts as the ultimate upgrade for the cloud in a bottle because it basically gives us unlimited double jumps. Oh wow. Okay, we're definitely going to want to set up some more wind generators because our energy cube is almost fully drained. Looks like that wind farm on the roof is coming a lot sooner than I was expecting. We're going to need basic control circuits for all these wind generators, but they're really easy to make. They just require one osmium ingot. Also, unfortunately, we are going to have to find a new diamond chestplate because the one that we currently have activates elytra flight, which means it clashes directly with our jetpack because as soon as I'm pressing the button to activate the jetpack, we're trying to do this. Also, as a side note, we can use the ore hammer on the osmium that we've collected, so we can effectively double our osmium. We'll put our gold furnaces to work smelting all of that. And let's go ahead and make ourselves 5 more wind generators. There we go. 1 generator down, 4 more to go. We also need to make ourselves some steel for the extra cables we'll need. Just like that, we've now crafted up our 5 wind generators, and we'll also create our cables. Then let's chuck all of our turbines up here like so. We'll also be moving this one from the base into a much better spot. Then we connect all of these up with the cables and break out the blocks from under them. Mate, first of all, how did you get up here? Second, why are you up here? What is the point? You don't even deserve to die via a sword. I have a much better idea in mind. Say goodbye, my friend. That's right. Look up towards your impending doom. It's exactly what he deserves. And look, the llamas aren't even mad because they have no idea what happened. One minute their owner was completely fine, the next he was atomized in a matter of seconds. Now that all those are connected, we hide these 2 blocks and have a cable feeding through this one. No, the energy cube just went straight into the lava. Bear with me one sec. I gotta replace the cube. You cannot be serious, man. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? This is so dumb. We gotta recraft everything. There's the original cube back. And then we're out of redstone, so we gotta head back into the mines to get more. This is the Joker arc now, right? Like, this is where I lose my sanity and I just explode. I don't even know why I'm exploding, but I just will. Just explode into a pile of Minecraft cubes and mush. I'm so annoyed. Why did the cube fly the exact opposite direction? It was like, yep, I've had my time on this world. I'm gonna now just jump into this lava and end it all. Right, there's the redstone. We make 2 energy tablets, and then we combine everything just like this to make the advanced energy cube that we just lost. Now that that's done, we can plug it into the wind turbines. This blue enemy has awoken nearby, so I'm gonna go take my anger out on them. Oh, you are a vindicator though. Hold on a second. We don't have a bow on us right now, but I'm sure this will be fine. Let's just go in and kill him. He does a lot of damage, but it's not enough to kill us, thankfully. Die! Yes, there we go. We got him. And he dropped a completely garbage helmet. Great. I think we're losing efficiency here by only using the basic universal cable. I don't think all the power being generated by the wind turbines is actually being transmitted through the cable, which is why we're going to need to upgrade these cables using infused alloy. Right, now that all that's done, everything is working properly. We just need to dismantle this old heat generator. Goodbye, old heat generator. You were good to us for a long time. I still can't get over the fact that with this jetpack, we essentially have creative mode flight now. Although I will say the difference between something like this and Crazycraft, where you can get creative mode flight from a bunch of different things, is that this feels really earned. Not only does it need its own power supply to actually work, but you also have to go through quite a lot of steps just to get a functional good jetpack. Let's go ahead and fill in this floor here. There we go. Nice. And to keep everything all nice and organized, we'll replace our heat generator with our 3 golden furnaces. We're gonna need a ton of XP in order to get all the levels required to upgrade our sword and the rest of our gear, so let's get to making a mob farm. We do have all of these spawners in our chest, but they're actually quite expensive to repair. We need to silk touch them so we get them in their unaltered forms. I'm thinking the best kinds of spawners will be the ones that we can find in pirate ships, because then we can get stuff like vindicators that will drop a ton of XP. Since we now have our super broken jetpack, we can just blast all the way out there with no issues. The only thing we have to be careful about is that when we're flying at high speeds, it drains the power faster than it can actually recharge. It's a pretty simple fix though. We just wait on the ground for a couple seconds and it's it's already almost refilled. Just like that, we're back in action. Come on, pirate ships, where are you hiding? These pirate ships can't hide from us. We're effectively a drone flying around scanning for any sign of life. We found our first boat, but unfortunately, it's a mine colony starter boat, so there's going to be no spawners on it. Here we go. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's deactivate the jetpack and equip our chest plate. And we'll also want to make sure we have our silk touch pickaxe ready. We'll axe crit you. That gets rid of him. You guys can do nothing to us now. Our armor is way too strong. Hey, check this out. We actually got a gem that's not chipped or flawed or damaged. It's just perfect. Oh, there's quite a few pillagers here. We got to be rather careful. Our wolves are putting in work for us. They're biting all the ankles of the pillagers. There's our spawner. We'll grab that. And I actually don't think there's any more spawners on this ship. I mean, it's not a lot, but one spawner is better than none, I guess. Come on. There's got to be more boats out here somewhere. And just like that, we've already found our next target. We'll break the spawner first, just so no more pillagers can show up. And then we'll go out and clear the whole boat. This is going to be easy pickings. I don't even know why they're trying to fight back. They should just give up. We're already getting a ton of XP just from clearing these boats, thanks to our knowledge of the ages boost. So imagine how overpowered a mob farm is going to be. Also, the extra gold and iron is a rather nice bonus. Are there any more pirate ships lurking around? It seems like we've reached the edge of the ocean, actually. In that case, there is one more place that I can think to check for spawners. And that is going to be this little dungeon right outside our base. There we go. We've already got our first spawner. It is unfortunately a zombie spawner. And we've also got a skeleton spawner right here. This one's a spider spawner, so we'll just break it. We don't want that. And this is really weird, actually. This whole area is lit up like there's somehow sunlight shining through, but it's just completely normal. It's underground. Here's our next spawner. Look at this. Thanks to us increasing the world's difficulty, the gems that we're finding, they're definitely much better. There's another spider spawner here. We don't want that. We've got a skeleton spawner in here. I don't want this stupid iron sight effect. It just, ugh. I hate looking at it. We've got another zombie spawner there. And this one right here is the last spawner that we'll collect. In order for this mob farm to work, we're going to need conveyor belts. And in order to craft those, we're going to need slime balls. That means we do need to pay a little visit to the swamp that we found earlier. Also, unrelated, there's a tower with an arch of ochre in it. We actually didn't get to fight one of these at the start of the video because he jumped off or something, if I remember correctly. Anyway, now you die. Oh, I was expecting that to be a little bit more difficult. Oh, we just dropped stuff related to spells. I don't want this stuff. At least his chest has some diamonds in it. I don't think I'll ever get bored of using this jetpack. Oh, look, there's a woodland mansion that we haven't raided yet. We might as well go in just because we could use some extra totems of undying. Anyone want to fight? Oh, wait, what? What has happened to us? Why are we sliding around on the floor? This must be one of the blessing effects, but I don't feel very blessed right now. Right, we're back to normal. We can safely kill everyone. And also, every enemy in this place has been highlighted. Go away, zombie. What are you doing in here? Totems of undying. Cough them up. We are going to need all the totems that we can get for the warden fight later. That's definitely not supposed to happen. There's just a random ore vein inside the mansion. And, oh, we've already killed everyone, actually. There's no one left. Conveniently, though, night has now fallen, which means we can go straight to killing slimes. I guess I'll just fly around until one spawns. Greetings, my slimy companion. I must turn you and all of your children into conveyor belts for my factory. Really would be nice to have a looting sword. We'd get so many more slime balls. Ooh, there might actually be a waystone on top of this tower here, which would be really useful. Yeah, there is. Now we can teleport back to this place whenever we want. We do have a green enemy here, which I'm pretty sure we can just one-hit kill. Oh, no, not quite. We got a 3-hit him, or 4-hit him even. What are you doing out here at night? You know bedtime is at 10 p.m. There's just one little baby slime out here. And if you think that makes me feel bad, it doesn't. And there's another one here. We'll just get rid of him and the rest of the family. I'd like to get some more big slimes, please. I keep finding the medium ones. 29 slime balls should be plenty. Let's return home. Also, remember what I said about green trophies? We finally have some. We've got 2 little slime trophies. I'm not really sure how many conveyors we'll need, so this could be way too much or way too little. I do want the mob farm to be close to our base for ease of access, but I also don't want it to be too close because otherwise the spawners will always be on and it's probably going to lag out the world. This little hole in the ground here should be a perfect area to set it up in, and we'll just mine out a big old chunk to give us plenty of space. This shouldn't take particularly long to set up at all. It's going to be pretty primitive. I will put the tiniest amount of effort into making it look nice. It's just going to be a bunch of deep slate bricks. Hypothetically, this whole thing should work. I just don't know if it actually will. I'm sure that's very reassuring to hear. The walls are all done now, looking very nice. I'm not going to bother with the ceiling because it's just a ceiling. Like, who cares? Now for all of the conveyors. What's going to happen is we're going to place the 8 spawners that we've collected in a sort of core in the middle. The monsters are all going to spawn onto these conveyors and then get pushed directly into this killing area. Wait, I messed this up actually, because if they spawn behind the spawner cages, then they're just going to get pushed right into them. As you can see now, we've fixed that little design flaw with a few tweaks. Now the mobs, well, if they land perfectly in the middle here, nothing's going to happen, but as long as they land on any of the conveyor tiles, then they should just get moved straight into the killing chamber. Before we actually place the spawners in, we need to upgrade them. The two upgrades that we'll be going for are fermented spider eyes to increase the spawn count, as well as sugar to decrease the spawn delay. Oh, and also we'll need clocks to decrease the spawn delay as well. I was hoping you could bone meal sugarcane in this mod pack, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Although we can apparently turn 2 beetroots into 2 sugar, so if we find a beetroot farm in a village, we could just bone meal all the beetroot. Let's see if our local village can come in clutch. I don't think these guys even have a single farm. We're gonna have to scour every village on the map until we find this beetroot. I've probably found it before and just passed it up, because I mean, it's beetroot, who cares? But now we actually need it. Also, that was an insane amount of lag there. It's all just animal pens here. On to the next village. It's just beetroot. How hard could it be to find beetroot? Oh, hold on, this is a bandit camp. I'm seeing carrots, I'm seeing wheat, I'm seeing onions, but no beetroot. Beetroot, guys, come on. Do you guys have any beetroot? You have wheat, and you also have carrots, and you have potatoes, but no beetroot. Also, get some better city planning. What is this? This just looks like your average early game survival farm where you don't have enough resources to terraform yet. What's a man gotta do to find some beetroot, huh? Come on, please. Surely you guys have it. I don't even think they have a single farm. Let's use their waystone to teleport to the swamp, because we can check the village here. Come on, please. Beetroot. Is that beetroot? No, that's carrots, but that's beetroot. Nice. Now we're sorted. We should have more than enough bone meal for this, plus we can use our Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe to get extra beetroot. 62 should be fine. We can turn that into 62 sugar. We've got all the sugar. Now we need to work on the spider eyes to increase the amount of entities spawned. We're going to want to use 4 fermented spider eyes per spawner, which means with the total of 8 spawners that we have, we're going to need 32 fermented spider eyes. And in our storage, we have no spider eyes. There might be a couple of spawners left in the dungeon that we can grind. Let's go check it out. There's actually one in this chest, so we've got 31 to go now. And there's our first clock too. Here we go. This spawner right here is a spider spawner. We have a bit of extra sugar, so I'm just going to spam it on this spider spawner. We've got 8 spider eyes now, so we're a quarter of the way there. I've just had a thought actually. Instead of trying to spread our resources thin and work on 8 spawners at once, let's just maximum buff a couple of them, and then that should be more than sufficient. Let's craft up all the spider eyes we can, and we'll also make a metric ton of clocks. I think we're actually out of redstone again. Yeah, we are. We'll be using our 2 pillager spawners for the farm, and the first thing that we'll do is use chorus fruit on them to remove their AI. And now any pillager that spawns has no idea what's going on and will never fight back. There's a blue enemy here, so let's quickly kill him. He's rather angry, but he can't get close to us because of the rain. Come on, just come here. Let me kill you. This guy's teleporting around like he's got ultra instinct. Oh, and he died to the rain anyway. Let's go ahead and chuck both spawners into our farm, and we'll place slabs so the mobs can't spawn on top of them. And now all that's left is to spam these with upgrades. Here's the first one. There we go. We've maxed it. And then we add all the clocks and all the sugar. The pillagers are spawning, but not as quick as I'd like. We might need to increase the size of the room. For now, we'll just kill all of these guys. Actually, no, it's working fine. It was just because we weren't killing the ones that had been spawned, so the spawners weren't going to make any more pillagers. All we got to do now is AFK here for a bit, and we should level up really quickly. Honestly, I was not expecting this to work as well as it does. The only thing is they are sometimes getting stuck behind the spawners. We're going to have to fix that. This is a very simple fix. We just have to move the spawners in line with each other. And now it should be fully efficient with no pillagers getting stuck. This is so good. It's actually making for quite a good gem farm as well. Thanks to all of our hard work, we can finally max out our diamond sword. We can finally go ahead and put Unbreaking 3 and Mending on our diamond axe. And I'm also going to name it Subscribe, which you should totally do. The button genuinely does light up when I say the word subscribe, by the way. People somehow don't believe that, but look. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Look at the bottom when I say that word. It does light up. We'll go ahead and add Fortune 3 to our Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe to get Fortune 4. And then we'll combine it with this diamond pickaxe to get Fortune 5. We can kill the pillagers in the farm so much more quickly now. We're already back up to level 63. Oh my, what just happened there? Now that we've got a bunch of levels again, let's go ahead and max out our bow. Beautiful, there we go. And since it has the endless quiver enchantment, we can now make full use of the arrows of harming. Let's also make ourselves a smithing table and upgrade our blade to netherite. This thing is ridiculously strong now. In order to complete chapter 1, we just have 2 more bosses to kill, the Wither and the Warden. And I think now we are more than ready to take on the first one. We'll fight him far away from the base, just in case he's super overpowered and then it turns out it's going to be really difficult to kill him. This seems like a decent enough place to fight him in. Jetpack off, chest plate on. We could fight him underground, but come on, we've spent all this time getting over overpowered, and now we're going to chicken out and try and do it the easy way. We're going to have an honorable, respectable battle with this eldritch horror. Why didn't that work? I think it's because there was a bunch of grass around. Here we go then. There's the wither. Okay, we're doing huge damage to him already. I don't even know what I was worried about. We'll just keep hitting him with the bow. We haven't even gone below full hearts yet. I completely forgot, actually. We have that withered bracelet, which gives us immunity to the wither. Come on, come down for the melee and face our brand new sword. Here we go. You're not going to last long against this sword. I promise you that, my friend. Hello, Peacock. How are you doing? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Check this out. We actually got ourselves the Wither Trophy. That was ridiculously easy. Now that we've done that, we've met all the conditions to level our world up to 4 out of 5 on the difficulty scale. Epic enemies now spawn over 50% of the time, and mythic enemies are finally starting to appear. Oh, your husband? Your dad? Yeah, no idea where he went. The trophy wall is getting a little bit full now. Let's actually replace a few of the more boring ones so we can have the cool Wither statue at the front. The Wither proved to be no match for us. Let's now move on to the next tier of armor. And that, of course, is going to be the glorious Refined Obsidian. You might think this stuff would be really difficult to get, but thanks to all of our infrastructure, it actually shouldn't take us too long. First, we're going to need to make a crusher so that we can crush obsidian into obsidian dust. And the crusher is crafted like this, with 2 basic control circuits, a steel casing, 2 buckets of lava, and 4 redstone. Although now that I think about it, we're completely out of redstone, aren't we? So we got to go get more of that. At long last as well, we can level up our infinite ham. We do, of course, have to research the ability. And there we go. Marinade is the effect. Allows applying potion effects to the relic by left-clicking it with a potion in the inventory. Each time the relic is consumed, it applies these effects to the player for 1.8 seconds per hunger point restored. And let's actually immediately upgrade that so it gives us the potion effect for 2 seconds per hunger point now. I'm not sure what to go for, actually, because we could either apply resistance to our ham, which would be super OP, or we could apply regeneration. I think regen is going to be the way to go. Anyway, redstone, that's what we need to go find. If we're lucky, we might even get to see our first mythic enemy in the caves. Come on, redstone, where are you? There we go, we found it. This is a huge vein, actually. Look at this. Fortune 5 is utterly broken. Look how much we have now. Funny enough, this is actually a redstone caves biome. No wonder we found so much. Let's actually craft ourselves a couple more metallurgic infusers so we can have multiple running at the same time. I should have done this sooner, actually. These are so cheap to make. We do need to grab ourselves a bunch of extra steel. There we go. We'll make plenty. We'll also need to make some basic control circuits. There's our steel casing. And we can actually go ahead and recycle our lava buckets from the heat generator. There you have it. There's the crusher. We have plenty of obsidian in storage. We'll go ahead and hook up our crusher to the national grid. And now that's going to start crushing all this obsidian for us. In order to turn our obsidian dust into refined obsidian dust, we need to put it in the metallurgic infuser along with liquid diamonds. However, it's not quite as simple as putting the diamonds inside the metallurgic infuser. We actually need to make a chemical oxidizer and then use that to turn diamond dust into the diamond liquid. In order to make the chemical oxidizer, we're going to need a few different things. We already have the resources for everything though, so don't worry. First, we're going to need to make a dynamic tank, and we'll also craft a basic chemical tank. And the final specialized ingredient that we need is a personal chest. Then we just combine all of that with some control circuits and some infused alloys to create the chemical oxidizer. We'll use our ore hammer to make some diamond dust. We'll go ahead and chuck the dust into the oxidizer. It's going to work its magic, and there we go. We've got some liquid diamond. I believe we do need to make a second fluid tank so we can actually transport that fluid. And there we go. Look at that. All of the diamond fluid is moving straight into this tank. We'll grab this and move it over into the metallurgic infuser. And now, just like magic, our obsidian dust is being turned into refined obsidian dust. For every 1 piece of refined dust, we need effectively 1 diamond, so it's not cheap. In fact, we're actually going to need to grab a lot more dust. These ore hammers aren't exactly cheap either, requiring 2 blocks of iron. The final step required to turn this refined obsidian dust into refined obsidian ingots is to chuck it into an osmium compressor. And the osmium compressor can be crafted using infused alloy, advanced control circuits, which are just basic control circuits with more infused alloy, and we'll also need some steel casing. There we are, that's the casing done. Then we'll upgrade our control circuits, and now just like that, we have everything we need to craft the osmium compressor. Our chemical oxidizer is going to come into play again here because we need it to liquidize this osmium. And now just like that, after all those steps, we can put in our refined obsidian dust and watch it turn into ingots. Or at least we can make the very first one. We've already run out of liquid osmium. Look at it, we worked so hard for this. Actually no, the osmium supply that we've got might just be enough. It helps that we don't have to craft the chest plate since we already have one of those. While all that's going on, we're going to want to craft ourselves a simple reforging table. But first we're going to need to craft ourselves a salvaging table. First we're going to need to throw down some gems and then then crush them with an anvil to get gem dust. And once we've got that, the rest of the ingredients are rather easy to obtain. What the salvaging table does is we throw in gems and it's going to break them down into dust for us. It's better than crushing the gems with an anvil because sometimes the salvaging table can give you bonus gem dust. Look at that, we got 5. If we crushed those gems with an anvil, we would have only gotten 3. Now that we have all the ingredients, we can make ourselves a simple reforging table. And then if we break down some epic rarity items, we can upgrade the simple reforging table to the reforging table. It's just not simple anymore. I thought we had a couple purple items lying about, but it would appear that that is not the case. Since we don't currently have enough epic items for the much better reforging table, please excuse me for a moment while I head to the end. Also, I do apologize for any lag spikes. We're at that point in the game now where all of the different machines we have running is starting to be a little bit much for the ancient Minecraft code. Just gotta wait for our jetpack to recharge, and now we can safely make our way down to the stronghold. Unfortunately, it would appear our jetpack is not charging cross-dimensionally. That's fine though, because we do still have our trusty umbrella, plus our chest plate that gives us a elytra flight anyway. Actually, I'm just gonna head back home and grab our flight book. That's way better. There we go. Now we're talking. We've already got our first purple mob that's awoken. We gotta make sure we kill him on land so all of his drops don't just fall into the void. Come on, let's cut him off. We got a big hit there. He's tried to set us on fire, but it hasn't worked at all, and there we go. This guy had almost a full set of fiery armor. That's insane. There's our first epic piece of gear that we can break. Now we just need one more piece. How did they manage to flip the end ship upside down? I swear they just give any shulker box a license these days. There's pretty much nothing. Oh, hold on. Actually, no, there's a purple tool. That's perfect. We've got a little evoker here. Let's just immediately kill him. Goodbye. Why is he levitating? I don't know what all that was about. Check this out. He also dropped a Grimoire of Evocation. I mean, we have a spare slot for a spell book. We may as well equip this now. So let's see what we've got. If we press R, that's going to open the spell wheel for us. And let's use this one. Summon Vex. Vex, obey me. This is actually really cool, not going to lie. The spellbook's not going to be very powerful because we don't have any magic boosting items at all, but it's really cool to have. We'd also have slowness for the next 4 minutes, which I think the evoker just hit us with while we were fighting him. Obviously, if that's an effect of the book, we're going to unequip it immediately. Also, the evoker actually dropped a netherite chestplate, which is insane. We're going to try and build up a stockpile of epic rarity and better gear so that then we can break it all down and reforge our refined obsidian gear. The end is the best place to farm these special mobs in my opinion because it's always dark, which means they can always spawn, and it's also really barren, which means there's plenty of space to see them. Plus, you can check all the end cities to get yourself some extra bonus loot. See, just like this, there we go. There's a free chestplate we can break down. We've actually somehow found a trinket that we've never seen before, the Chorus Inhibitor. Plus 1 experience point for every 10 blocks to the teleportation point from the teleportation control ability. I'm just going to come out and say it, that's completely useless at this point in the game. We have a spellbook that gives us infinite flight and a jetpack that gives us infinite flight. We do not need any teleportation. We have found a ton of purple loot in this end city. And there's also a purple enemy waiting for us down here. Plus, we just got our first flawless gem, the Ender Surge gem. It fits in anything and when socketed will give +1 level to all existing enchantments. Once we make our refined obsidian sword, that gem is going straight in there. Let's check out this little end villager house and then we'll make our way back home. There's a bunch of cobwebs, which makes sense. The owner probably died a long time ago. And the chest has some mediocre stuff. Although a purple knife is a nice little find. Right then, let's go ahead and start breaking everything down. And that is going to give us a total of 37 arcane sands. We'll quickly teleport to the nether fortress to grab ourselves some nether bricks. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade our reforging table. In order to reforge stuff, we not only need the arcane sands, but we also need some sigils of rebirth. We're going to need to silk touch some deep slate first. This should be plenty. Actually, no, let's grab a second stack just to be sure. We'll then go ahead and craft ourselves some gem fused slate. And then we combine 6 of those with 3 gem dust to make 6 sigils of rebirth. Now that we have all that set up, let's craft our brand new refined obsidian set. We have all of the armor pieces, so what we got to do now is strip the enchantments off of our armor and apply them to the new pieces. Although, actually, having said that, I think it's better to reforge first and then put the enchantments on. Right, up first is the helmet. It is so cool just being able to move everything from one armor set to the next. Next up is the chest plate, and then the leggings, just like so. Before we upgrade our boots, I've realized we actually have protection 4 on them, which is disgusting. We'll strip protection 5 off of this fiery helmet and apply that instead. We have a full set of prot 5 armor now. Unfortunately, we don't meet the level requirement to get the highest level reforges, so let's pay the XP farm a quick visit. Somehow the pillagers keep getting stuck again, and I've realized the most simple solution is actually just to move the spawners up by 1 block. How did I not think of that? At last, the farm should be completely perfect. Although, why are you not moving? I've just realized we're not maxing XP efficiency here. What we need is our golden hook trinket, along with equipping a Splendor gem into our sword so we get plus 15% XP. Check this out, I didn't even realize, but we can even reforge our jetpack. We're definitely getting a bit more bang for our buck now in regards to XP. We've done it, we've reached level 100 now. Right, level 123 should be perfect. Let's return home. Oh, excuse me, can you get out of my house, please? Just go away. Look at all the stuff he dropped. He exploded like a piñata. The trophy room is getting so full with these pillager statues. For our first reforge, I actually prefer the level 2 over the level 3 for our leggings. We're going to gain instant health when we're attacked. We're going to reduce magic damage by 7%, and also there's a bunch of extra buffs towards the bottom. We are actually going to need to craft more sigils because we're already running out. With our chestplate, I'm having to be really careful and avoid the enables elytra fly affix. We'll go ahead and grab this reforge. I'm not going to run through everything that these do because there's just so many beneficial effects. I don't want to bore you. Got to make sure that we reforge our jetpack too. When we get 3 reforges that aren't any good, I'm using the lowest level material in order to just reforge a random piece of gear to reset the table. We'll grab this reforge on our helmet. Oh, and actually, we've reached the final tier of world progression. There we go. We can activate the max level difficulty. Mythics are going to start spawning 25% of the time, although the monsters are now insanely powerful. Plus 16 armor, plus 20 armor toughness, plus 25 armor pierce, plus 20 protection pierce. This is it. Our entire armor set has been reforged. All that's left for us to do now is do that whole process again, but for our weapons and tools. We'll go ahead and make ourselves a refined obsidian sword, a refined obsidian pickaxe, and a refined obsidian axe. First of all, of course, we've got to do the enchantments. Look at this absolute beast of a weapon. Beautiful. Our full set of tools are now refined obsidian. Hold on, a purple mob's awoken nearby. Let's go teach him a lesson. Come on, just come here. Let me kill you. There we go. This bow he dropped is insane. Power 9, punch 3. Oh, look at this reforge we can get for our sword. On hit, inflict sundering. On hit, inflict bleeding. Enemies below 20% max health will be executed. And plus, the weapon goes from doing 15 damage to 22.2. The only sad part is that we only get 1 socket on this weapon, presumably because the other buffs are so OP. I'm very happy with that. We'll do it. And we could reforge our pickaxe, but to be honest, it's not super necessary. We are going to go ahead and upgrade the new bow that we just got, though. That is awesome. I mean, just look at this thing. I mean, what even happened here? Just look at the name. Errorwolf the Morbiuses, Elven Errorwolf the Morbiuses, Elven Longbow of Natural Tox of Natural Toxins. That's going to annoy me way too much, so we're going to give it a much better name. Bob. Wait, I forgot to actually delete the whole name, so now it's Errolwolf the Morbius's Elven Bob of Natural Toxins. You know what? Good enough. The final thing we got to do is fill up all these empty sockets in our armor and weapons. The obvious move is, of course, putting this flawless gem in our sword to give it +1 to everything. Although, to be fair, we don't actually have that many gems anymore. We had to break so many down to get the dust for reforging. Also, here's what our obsidian armor actually looks like. We look really dumb still because we still have that snorkel equipped. I'm going to do a bit of grinding at the XP farm to see if we can find any rare gems. We're off to a good start. We've already got a flawless guardian gem. We also got a flawless tyrannical gem. I forgot to mention we're not going to be getting nearly as much XP because we don't have that knowledge of the ages effect on our sword. It doesn't really matter though. We're over level 100. We don't even need XP anymore. Oh, where did all these slimes come from? Go away. We've got a bunch of different gems now. I don't mind if we can't fill all of the slots in our gear. We just want to get some extra buffs. We'll put a gem of the warlord into our chestplate to give us plus 20% max health. We'll add a gem of the combatant to our leggings to reduce physical damage by 17.5%. We'll add a flawless lunar gem to our boots to give us plus 60% swim speed. And we'll also apply a lightning gem to get plus 45% regular speed. Our mobility is way better now. We've pretty much run out of usable gems now, which means it's time to move on to the final preparations for us to defeat the warden and complete chapter 1. First things first, let's upgrade all of our trinkets. Getting a buff to the power glove is going to be especially useful, I would imagine. The vampiric glove is also going to heal us for more. And even though it's completely pointless, let's upgrade our precious snorkel. I'd also like to point out we have 27 of these pillager trophies. We've got the cool ones over here like the wither, the spectral wolf, the slimes, the shark, and then over there it's just pillager, 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 pillager. We need to make our way to the nether in order to grab a ghast tier. Oh, I remember this. This is that little arena with all these undead knights. Let's just willingly eat a hit to see how little damage they do now. He barely does anything to us. Yeah, we're way too strong for you guys now. Sorry. We can literally just one-shot you. It's just too easy. I'm kind of struggling to find a ghast tier here. Let's go and check this little wither skeleton boat. Maybe it has some for us. No. This chest doesn't. And this chest doesn't. In order to recharge our jetpack, I'm just going to put down a waystone whenever it runs out, and then we'll just TP back home quickly. We did get this ancient knight trophy, which I find pretty cool. And now our jetpack's fully charged, so we'll just return. All we need is one ghast so we can brew a potion of regeneration. Maybe if I just wait here near an open area, one's eventually going to spawn. Minecraft, all I'm asking of you is one ghast. That's it. Please, tower, do me a solid and have a ghast here. No. I'll take this rib armor trim. We can put that on our new armor set. All I'm asking is for one ghast to spawn. That doesn't seem like a particularly egregious request. No ghast here and here. What about in this house? Is it a potion brewing house? It's full of piglin brutes, so the general intelligence level isn't particularly high. There's just nothing. Gotta make sure to check the roof. You never know. There's some mob spawners and a barrel with nothing. Here's another chest. What do you have? I'll take a free enchanted golden apple. And wait, there's a ghast here right next to it. I'm an idiot. Still not a single ghast on the map, by the way. Let's add these piglin brute trophies to our collection. We're almost ready now to take on a warden one-on-one. There we go. We've got regeneration. We'll upgrade that to regeneration 2 with some glowstone. Beautiful. Regeneration 2. Now, in order to apply this to our hand, we must apparently left click it with a potion in the inventory, which isn't working. Maybe I'm messing this up. Oh, hold on. I just applied the potion to the ham. Look at that. It now has regeneration 2. So whenever we eat this, we get immediate regeneration 2. Plus, that's going to be boosted by our armor because both our chestplate and our leggings boost our healing capabilities. Of course, we can't fight the warden without being dripped out, so we got to make sure to trim all of our armor. We're going to pull up on this guy wearing our best fit. I mean, to be fair, this is coming from a guy wearing kitten slippers on his feet and a snorkel, so, you know, don't know how far that's going to take us. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to slay the warden and complete chapter 1. We'll use our nature's compass to locate the deep dark, and then we'll just go ahead and zoom right over. We have arrived. I've brought these miniature red hearts along because when eaten, they fully restore you to max health. So alongside our regeneration infinite ham, we'll have these to keep us topped up on health. And then we have the enchanted golden apples to give us an extra health bar. We should be really close to the deep dark now. Here we are. We've made it. When did we end up with all this raw copper in our inventory? Get out. We're going to set up a waystone close-ish to the deep dark. We don't just want to charge in blind because that's a terrible idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and find a skull shrieker. Once we know where it is, that's when we can start to make a plan. So if it spawns the warden, we'll run away and despawn it. No shriekers going off just yet. Oh, there we go. There's our shrieker. I've summoned a bunch of Vex to protect us. We're going to eat an enchanted golden apple as well. Come on then, warden. Come out. We're not scared of you. Come on. Come spawn. There we go. He's here. Come on then. Let's see just how much damage you can do. Wait, we're destroying him. Let's eat another enchanted golden apple. This guy's a bum. We're not scared of you. You're dead already. You know, guys, something tells me perhaps we slightly over-prepared for this. Oh no, another warden spawning. Whatever will we do? We'll just stand in his face and murder him. I thought this was going to be a tense fight. Look how many totems I brought. Instead, we're so powerful now, we can literally stand in the face of a warden and no diff it. This is the easiest fight in the entire game. We may as well be fighting a zombie. Look at this. This time, I'm not even going to move. We're just going to stand in his face and click. He can't do anything. He's already dead. The sun is now shining on day 100. Also, for some reason, I'm still getting the warden heart beating sound effect. I'm half expecting him to just climb out of the ground here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm really proud of what we managed to accomplish during this 100 days. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And also, let me know if you'd like to see 200 days on this mod pack. I reckon there's a lot more we could do. Finally, make sure to check out the link in the description or the pinned comment to pick up your very own Red Magic 10 Air, which offers unrivaled gaming performance. Also, remember to stay tuned for Red Magic's official 10 Air event starting May 8th. That's it from me. I'll see you all next time.